almost that same amount of work in 3 hours.
They're crushing it right out there. Well, I couldn't have said that better myself. And now over to you.
Hey.
Here we are. Hey.
Hi.
So good to see you again.
Oh, I'm so happy
Jessica
to be
Drew
back.
Johnson. What have you been up to? What's happening?
It's just all things Blizzard. So I'm like lead for all the IG stuff. For
the boss.
Yeah,
Paying the cows.
stuff. So many characters. You know what I love about today, though, ZBrush Summit stuff is elves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that out there. Like I'm entirely motivated by dragons and elves, and today is deeply dragons and elves. I almost came in costume today because I was like,
oh, you should have. That would have been fantastic.
Yo.
Right? Yeah.
I gotta drive like 2 hours. But I did like minor costume stuff. I brought elf ears
Okay.
Anyway,
no spoilers.
No, ZBrush Summit, the best thing about this is just getting the opportunity once a year to bring the community together.
Yeah.
Like, I love that expanding the ZBrush Summit online allows so many people to participate and have that badge of honor. Like, I did the impossible. I participated. Look what I created. But then also the opportunity for everybody to come here together, hang out, and be like, oh my gosh, I love your streams. I love your tutorials. Like, I can't believe I'm hanging out with somebody who I feel super familiar with, but like in real life. And just these opportunities to be artists together.
I think that's
like,
phenomenal. And
what are the chances? What are the communities that get to be, so happily together like this?
I think that classic track, Paul Gabriel smashing the like button somewhere. That classic track. Well, this is it, actually. And
how many contestants do we have this year?
A ton.
Over 200.
We have over 200. We have 233. Ooh, not that I was counting at all.
I just want to say, before we get too deep into the weeds on this, you said something so poignant there. It is an honor to see that people are putting themselves forward and reaching their fullest potential and trying, at least trying. If you're out there and you're thinking about this, this is the thing. Step forward and try, and everything is waiting for you. And as Ian said so eloquently,
as long as you follow the rules.
Yeah,
don't try to.
Don't try to be like Louis.
Don't be like me.
Don't try to cheat.
You and I are on the same page.
Don't be like me. Don't be like. There's only one Dennis Rodman of the CG world, and you're looking at him.
Okay. We do
what do we need to cover now?
We do have a special request.
Oh, here we go.
For In Dress We Trust.
Okay. Before
they would like to hear you say, "This is Joseph Dressed, and welcome back to another episode."
Don't be like me.
Go
thank
for it.
you all. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Very sorry.
I buckled in.
This is Joseph Drust, and welcome back to another episode of Ask ZBrush.
Yeah, that's stuff right there. Somebody hit record. Somebody hit record on their screen. Somebody hit record on their screen.
I lost my pen. Thank you so much.
It's getting violent up there.
Yeah,
it's getting crazy. Okay, now this is the big moment, though, because I have been waiting a long time to say this to you, and it's you that I'm talking to right here. I want you. Is it time?
I think we still have a few
more minutes.
All right,
but hold on. Can I show you? I think
I'd love to see
I have been waiting.
He's been waiting.
What is the what?
I've been waiting. I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to tell you. I think this is a high honor.
Ooh.
And it's only you that can ring my bell. Ring my bell. This
I
is
love
the one
making
right here.
noise.
Yep.
So when the time comes,
Jessica, I'm going to prepare.
You will be the one to bring us back full circle at the stage here.
Do you want me to hold it?
The green screen. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it.
Yeah.
The vibrations are real.
Yep.
The show is going to start.
Absolutely.
So is there anything else?
Do we have like a
anything else that we
preferred
need?
start time for all of this, or is it
When is the start?
they're like ready at the starting line and
they're
prepared to like hit go?
They should be ready by now.
They're
but
logged in and waiting.
we're starting at 12:30.
Okay.
We still have a few minutes left.
Sharp.
But I wanted to just basically go through the chat too and make sure that everybody seems super pumped and excited. But I do have a question for the both of you way down there, and then for you too, Louis.
You can ask me whatever you want.
Yeah. So out of the top 10 characters of the prompts, which one would you be? We'll start with you, Drew.
I mean, easy answer. The longer the ears, the better. I'm a very simple person, but like, I don't know. That's a tough choice. I have played so much D&D and the like in my time of being a gamer and being a huge nerd that like it's honest to goodness like the longer the ears the better.
Right.
And I'm my small excitement for today is like watching people develop anatomy for the ears. Like I love the anatomical creative decision making people have for like crazy dang ears. And so I hope somebody is deep in like Poison Elf style ear where it's like
gonna get
pointy
Jessica.
and-
When did this affinity for these long-eared folks begin for you?
So I started playing D&D back in '94.
Okay. Wow.
So before
You're also
that,
a time traveler.
No.
Doesn't look a day over 21.
Well, I mean, everybody starts when they're like a wee with these fun games, but like it's just like sitting in my room and reading like the rule books and just like diving.
You read
into
the
those.
rules. Man, I'm surrounded by rules.
We're here to keep you lawful.
Yeah.
I only read the rules so I can break them.
Oh, really?
That's the way I do it.
I'm
know
a
what they
very
are,
simple
My guy right there.
Yeah.
lawful good.
Okay, so you're into this thing for your entire life at this point.
I
These
really
elves, these-
am, deeply
your
motivated by
people.
fantasy worlds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's turn the question back around on Ian Robinson before he gets to ask Joe Druss where he's going with it. Ian Robinson, what of all these wonderful descriptions that are waiting for these people to take off on, what are you thinking? What's your jam?
I have a few of them. I like rocks and things,
Okay.
but very recently, and I mean like within the last hour, Roy the Assassin started like really piquing my
What's his name?
interest. Roy the Assassin.
Or their name? Right, boy.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and we could get a mug here real quick. You sculpt my face on one of these characters, and we're gonna be best friends.
Like plus 10 points.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Yeah. You roll
So
a natural 20.
So remember,
Maybe you call me.
a lot of these characters are based off of like you all.
Yeah.
And I may have a version that has your face sculpted.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
Okay, I feel
Too
super.
good.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, man.
Well,
Okay.
let's turn it back to
Go to
Joseph.
Joe, yeah.
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, so I mean that was the kind of thing. Like normally, for definitely my nerdy D&D side, it's always rogue, tricksters, and rangers. Those are the ones. I like having the animal pet companion kind of thing, and then I also like to steal stuff.
Yeah, okay.
You
Got a
get-
kleptomaniac here. Got to keep a close watch on the hard.
Well, you
Come
like
back
having a
for one day.
toolbox of like fun things to do and
yes,
options.
Uh-huh.
In and out of combat options.
But then out of that list, the only one I can clearly remember now was the one, the Crimson and I think it was Crimson and Fire, Crimson and Water. It was an
Oh.
elemental.
An elemental, right?
that's-
Yeah. Elemental. I'm bad at the chat already knows I'm bad at names, so I'm not even going to try it. But yeah, elemental. We kept it simple.
I think people are going to have a lot of fun with these descriptions.
No, they were
As a
great,
point
yeah.
of departure, you know, it's really going to be exciting to see what they come up with.
Yeah, Louis.
Oh, you want to know?
I would love to know what character. it would be.
Well,
Me.
let me
You
just.
have a character, don't you?
I have many.
Make one special.
I have many personas that I embark upon. I call it embarking. Let me think for a second. What do you think I would select?
Well, a boxer.
That was the first one that we came in. That's not on the list.
It's not
right?
on the list,
Now, that
no.
actually brings us to an important point of conversation here, which is you actually have to sculpt something that's on the list, Joe, Jessica. This is important.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
he said a boxer, which is actually, you know, not just a joke, but quite important. You need to select something that's on the list, one of the characters from the list. So, Joseph, you got any dibs on this one you want to know, or you got any guess what I might pick
I have no
from that
clue,
long
Louis.
list?
You're kind of a wild card.
You are a wild
so
card. I mean, you have so many personas.
Is there a
and you
coyote on the
shift.
list?
Like you can shift through all of them.
He's a man of many faces. Zartan's my favorite
Oh.
G.I. Joe character, by the way. That didn't surprise you at all.
No.
I think for me, I'd have
we
to
go.
pick a warlock.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm
You gotta
kind of
do
digging it.
that.
I like
Yeah.
the hood thing with the, you know, the
gotta have
cloak
your
and the-
patron of wild chaos,
You know.
potentially demonic magic behind you, supporting you. Yeah, I get
hanging
that.
out in the forest alone. I kind of dig that kind of thing, you know.
Ooh.
Like I like hanging out alone in the forest. I mean, that sounds really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the one.
Well, clothed in robes, indeed.
That's
In
right,
robes, of
uh-huh.
course.
Yeah.
The sunken eyes and sinister skin. That's the
Ready?
one that definitely.
For the people at home. You gotta tell me to unfreeze. Can I stop?
All right, very
Oh
yeah.
man,
you're
okay,
good.
that was
You made
hard
it.
work.
Good reference.
Wow, that was I was doing that for the screen grabbers. So yeah, again, make sure that
Someone
you're
just
using-
changed their whole idea.
right just then.
But
Just
that's
right then,
their
yeah.
prerogative.
They can.
And if they can do it in 3 hours, A+.
If they want to try this,
Honestly, I believe
right here in 3
all the
hours,
artists.
I give them
Kidding.
all the support in the world. You got my vote. I mean, my
I mean,
vote
we're
is
just gonna have you. You're gonna just be there, like rotating your head, so they can get all the
I'll
angles.
do it one more time. Ready?
Entire-
Get these
entire
people
episode,
a quick one. Ready? Is a screen grab.
Rotate a little, yes. Make sure they get that
Yeah.
profile.
So menacing. And while Louis doing this for the screen grab, Yes, you should be showing your screen now because we're going to be starting in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, about
And
5
we also want to just make sure that, again, you guys, everyone here understands too, showing your screens. And we also I do want to come back to just a couple
Very
of
important.
rules.
Please do.
Yeah, there are a few.
Please do.
So we've had this before in the past, and if for some reason you actually, your stream gets dropped and you have like a blackout or something,
Yep.
you have about 10 minutes to come back online with zero sculpture
Zip.
changes.
We're not kidding.
Yeah.
That means
so
none.
We understand that things happen and that sometimes power outages will go through. Everybody is competing around the world. So wherever you are, if that happens, it's happened before, just make sure that, you keep an eye, have a friend, family member, you have a second computer, cousin, phone, whatever, that's over there, just making sure that you see
Hold
that
on.
if you do drop,
Hold
that
on.
you can start back up.
Don't confuse what he's saying with have your friend or your family member make the sculpture with you.
No, not that.
That is not what
Just
he's
watching the stream for
Yes.
you, helping you know that you're still online.
Let's get
Thank you
clear
for
about that.
clarifying because words come out of my mouth faster than my
Somebody's
brain.
going to say something at some point and say, but I thought you said it was okay when the stream goes down. If my stream goes down, my brother can help me. No.
No.
Pinch hitter.
It's
Tag
good,
him
it's
in,
good.
Louis. Tag him in.
And this is why Louis is here. Just keep
Keep
me
everybody honest. Even from the biggest rule breaker of them all.
Yep. So just want to make sure that we really just clarify that. And again, you should be sharing your screen now. You should be ready to go because as soon as Jessica hits that bell, it's game time. It's go
Rings
time.
that bell.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to
You're gonna smash it.
smash that.
Smash it like the
Smash
like
the bell.
button,
I like that.
subscribe, and all that good jazz.
Luckily, everyone is not in my near vicinity because this is not a quiet
Yeah,
bell.
I'm gonna have to
No.
It's like the real ringside bell.
this way a little bit.
Yeah.
Before we
Peter
get
Sculpt's like-
down the rabbit hole of this bell and smashing it like Randy Savage did to Tito Santana off the top rope in 1984, what I like to say is, again, the ZBrush Summit being back in person is a watershed moment. I think it's quite interesting and also poetic that it's happening on the 10th anniversary, that it's at that marker where we're finally back in person and on the grounds of this place, the hallowed grounds of the Gnomon School all together. And I know for certain that over the course of the next 3 days, someone at home is watching and thinking, should I go over to take the drive 20 minutes or whatever? Come on down. You never know. There's like a massive amount of stuff to do outside.
There's
Yes.
tons of
There's sculptures and installation
statues out there right
pieces.
now.
There's
It's crazy.
an amazing collection of just like vendors.
I think this is the most vendors we've ever had.
Ever. There's 3D printers. There's a gallery show happening. The Gnomon Gallery has
I
been
love it.
taken over with ZBrush stuff. So I think if you're sitting at home and you're wondering, should I go? I don't know. Maybe I should go. Don't hesitate. Hesitation is the dance partner of failure, and this is not the time to
They
hesitate.
come out and meet you, and maybe Coyote.
And maybe the coyote, Joe says. He whispers, and maybe the coyote will make an appearance. I think we can get some photo ops in front of the step and repeat. You might get stepped on and repeated if the coyote's here, but that's a whole other individual effort. So I think at this particular point, I'm not begging. I'm actually just pleading with you to say, hey, take advantage. This is the 10th anniversary. I'm so honored personally to be here with this collection of incredibly talented artists and industry leaders. And it continues outside. If you're thinking about even getting started, this is the place to do it. You'll never know who you might rub elbows with and bump into outside. I think, Ian, you started off the broadcast by saying you were once just a regular guy sitting here to the side.
Yep.
And now you're here and you're a trainer with the ZBrush team. And I think everything's possible. So that's my message. You got any final words before we kick it live? Joe Drust, any words of advice for these people as they embark on the journey?
Get ready. Have fun.
Okay. Get ready, have fun. Joseph Drust.
Yeah.
Okay. Jessica?
Just take every moment to move forward. Take things to like 80%, move forward. Think about the whole picture of what you're creating, the whole character. Because the end, no one's going to care about eyelashes, but they'll certainly
Right.
care about the whole silhouette.
They're going to care about the ears.
I care about
She's
the
gonna care
ears.
about the That's for sure. Ian, any last words as the official ZBrush trainer? What would you tell them if you had your say?
I tell them to focus on story and composition and keep all of that in mind. Find your frame quick and focus on that silhouette and just make sure that it's visually recognizable for what it is. I am a statue creator at heart, and artist, it's all here. And I want to know, I want a story.
Okay.
Tell me a story of what your character is. You win me over.
I vote for that as well, and I'm going to say that if it was up to me, I would say try your best. Do not hesitate. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and...
That's an HR violation. Bring it again. Oh, God.
bell, and now that which has yeah, right. For whom the bell has tolled. Now we can say we officially are live with the 2020 10th anniversary of Sculpt. My goodness, what a
I know, my ears.
yeah, my ears still that.
Yep.
Why do you like
Reality check.
So we are going to be.
I'm gonna do a halfway bell.
Wow.
Heads up.
Okay. Oh,
And
lovely.
an end bell.
All right. Well, luckily I'm all the way over here, so I'm not as deaf as you. Everything, that beanie, it's right there. It's covering. It's awesome. But here's the thing: we are going to be taking a peek at everyone who's showing their screen because we got. Be watching. So, yeah,
We're going to chat about these things. Again,
gonna be going.
they have now begun across the globe, from all four corners of the squared circle. Joe Druss, they are doing it live somewhere, all the way from Bangkok to Bangladesh to Boston.
Anywhere in the world.
All the places. We can run through all the cities.
We should find out who's staying up or who's awake early.
Right. And ask
Yeah,
them what
and
they're
give
on.
them an additional 5 points.
Yeah.
Their favor.
You get a 5-point increase from all of us.
I mean, 3 a.m., 2 a.m. I mean, that's
Off standard hours.
From Tennessee to Tokyo to Toronto, they're all doing it. They're doing it live, and they're trying to get it done in 3 hours. This is it, the 2023 10th anniversary Zebra Sculpt Up. I am surrounded by greatness. We've got Ian Robinson, we've got Jessica Drew Johnson, and G.I. Joe himself, Joseph Druss, myself, Louis Tucci, as we kick it off for the 10th anniversary. I cannot believe it's 10 years, as we've been saying.
That seems too soon.
Yeah, time is not your friend.
No, gosh, it passed fast.
But we haven't aged a bit. Look at us. This is the Hollywood.
because we don't go outside,
lights.
Louis.
That's right.
Right in front of the monitors all day,
Cave
every
life
day.
is best
Cave
life.
life.
Notice the trend.
all right,
Notice
what's
the trend. Hang on a second here before we get too far into the weeds. Notice the trend. All four people spend the better part of their lives inside a ZBrush, and look how young we look.
Honestly, doing something that makes you happy is always going to keep you young.
Great joy.
Heart.
Absolutely.
No, it is about making art and joy and just like really loving every minute.
I've been ripping these people off for 15 years. Haven't worked a day in 15 years. I've said it live on the record. There you go. Next week I'm in an HR meeting with you. to talk to you about it. What have you been doing?
Well, so we
Okay,
have
let's
some,
have it.
We have some timestamps. We definitely have somebody who's
What do you
3 a.m. all the way over in Australia.
Australia, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, who's that?
So Sparky Face 5.
Sparky Face 5, you are a diamond in the rough. 3 a.m. in Australia.
Hold on.
Listen, can I do an Australian accent?
I don't know if you can.
Can I try the Australian accent? Sparky,
You should try every
Rocky Face
accent.
5.
This is in theme.
listen,
Every accent.
you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're surfing, you've got to keep a lot of distance between the surfboard and the shack.
Now, would your warlock say that?
No, what would that?
What would your warlock say?
I was told we were going to be in character today,
we are.
so
What are you doing with those?
Oh, I have
Ranged.
no. I brought those.
We got to roll the damage for what we took from this bell.
I know exactly. It's like, how harmful was that
Roll
bell?
the dice. I feel like I'm at a casino seminar here. What are we doing?
Ashley did mention a 1d8.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Damn
Jessica
it.
brought these really pretty.
But we only took 1 point of damage from that bell.
I have no idea what these people
Thunder
are talking about right now.
damage.
This is amazing. What?
I'm just letting you know I'm fully immersed and prepared for today. You do not know how excited I am for this theme. This
The
is
sword and
my,
sorcery.
You've
it's
been
my
waiting
favorite
about it
theme.
for a while.
No, I
Tarot
mean,
card one was pretty good.
Tarot was a close call because it's so heavily influenced by esoteric and magical concepts. I love that stuff.
The earthly things.
I love
Earthly delight.
fantasy. I love story. I love all of it.
Okay.
Themes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the action poses everyone's gonna have for these characters.
I envision
and
an
then
elf
print
like
them
this.
out and play in a game with
That's
the little
perfect.
dude.
Did you see what I did there for you?
Yeah.
Elf?
That's beautiful.
You
There
got,
are
the,
two.
you got the hips too.
elves.
You can't see it behind the
Yeah,
face.
you-
Yeah,
you
it's
got
a
the
full
full
body,
pop into
like-
full pose back there.
I didn't give him the tongue.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
The
And the new
warlock
rules for
pose
decks and whatnot for bows are really great. So awesome.
Great. You got anything else on
I always
there?
like the idea of
Right now, let's see.
Battle mages.
The battle
for
mage.
real.
You have
Let's
magic
see.
and then
We have a 9:30 outdoor sculpting. We have 8:30 in
You may not know how to use
in
the-
Scotland.
Remind me to tell you about those. Let me tell you about those things later on. Remind me. Say, hey, what about those things? Tell you the inside scoop, not on the,
Well, you know,
not on the feet. Yes.
warlocks can summon a magical weapon. So maybe a warlock.
Oh,
can-
Warlock could have it.
Yeah, they're like, hold on, let me pull this blade out of nowhere, and it's like wicked evil.
You know, I'm not a violent person, but when I was a kid, I often fantasized about having one of those, those things Raphael carries in the Ninja Turtle movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the size?
Yeah, that's
The
what
little
I was not a good idea. idea to bring to a Catholic school when you're a kid.
No.
You don't, right?
Weapons in general are not
general,
a great,
weapons in general.
great choice. Kids don't realize how sharp and pointy things are. My mom would buy me so many like pretend swords when I was younger. Luckily, flimsy plastic. Luckily, because it was that or a stick that I found.
I had the
Right?
He-Man ones. You remember the He-Man ones? They were like
Those
they're
ones
like
are cool. It
this
made
long.
the sound.
They had like
brother or your cousin,
they had like
come over, you just
Yep, yep.
I have the power.
How many did you go through?
We went through at least 2, me and my brother.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good time.
Like it.
I had
That's
these,
why
those,
I knocked over a Christmas tree once.
oh, yeah.
You're out of
Throwing-
control right now.
throwing
All the way
stars.
back to that. What do you got there? What do you
No,
say?
no, no. You guys remember the Power Ranger guns that had the little blade that flipped out?
There you go.
Oh.
This is now
Down like this.
we've
That was
evolved
me
this.
running around with a little Power Ranger.
You just got weapons for days.
The retractable blade one.
Yes,
where you like
yes.
go, whee, it goes.
Yep, and then you chuck it.
Telescopic.
Can I say something about this weapon talk?
Yeah.
You know, growing up in Canada, in the heart of Toronto, you get away with a lot of things. I just realized what you're saying here. As I mentioned the Ninja Turtles. I was walking around with a hockey stick half the day.
Yeah, but I mean, that's Canada.
That's in like Casey Jones's.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
in his gear right there.
With the
I mean,
ski
you
mask,
can't
with the
beat
mask on and
A
everything.
stick. You know, turns
Good.
the other way, it looks like a wizard's staff.
Right?
Yeah.
Or a walking stick for the warlock through the park.
What I guess we're saying is we really hope you include a weapon in your character
That's what
creations
it sounds
today.
like. Yep.
A bunch of violent people here for the ZBrush brand.
Well, it's all
kinds of violence. I like that
battle
all day
characters.
long. Here, like I said when the broadcast started, the gloves are off and you never know what you're going to get. Here they are.
They are
rolling
off.
around. This is it right here.
Speaking of RPGs,
Yeah.
have you played Baldur's Gate?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so RPG video games are my bread and butter, and I love them so much. And just getting to play a whole cast of characters and the branching storylines, it's so satisfying. And I have been through character creation far too many times because that is just as enjoyable as playing the game. Gosh, I love it.
Let me
This is my
refresh you.
favorite.
Let me refresh you both with some information. You know what's happening here? If you check the schedule, you'll see it, so it's not spoiled. We have a presentation with a certain group of people who make a game that you might know that is a RPG based.
Hey, could we show the schedule real quick just to give a
Schedule
sneak
up on
peek
the screen there.
of what is to come in
Get
the
that
next
schedule.
couple days?
Let me
Because-
read up on that schedule. a little
Yeah.
bit, but I want to tell you who it is.
The commentary is mentioned too that you can also 3D print your weapons.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now take a
Ooh,
good
you can
hard
make
look.
your own.
You can.
You two take a good hard look. On that schedule is none other than the one and only
Your eyes are better than mine.
Square Enix, and they make a lot of fantasies happen through
Yeah,
Final
those
Fantasy. We are talking about Final Fantasy 16. How do you feel about this?
I've gotten to like meet and hang out with a bunch of the Square Enix folks. They're wonderful. They create. Gosh, okay. So when I was little playing
Here we
Final
go.
Fantasy
Here we
VIII, well, the cutscenes and the soundtrack, like just being like a person sitting and listening to the Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack while I'm like.
Remember going and see it live? They did it like
Yes.
the Disney theater.
Orchestra.
Spoiled. That's amazing.
Exquisite work. So you're excited about that. The
I love
RPG theme is running deep in you.
If the game includes cool magic stuff, I'm highly motivated to be there for it.
Okay, Ian, how do you feel about this theme here this year in
Oh.
RPG extension through our presentations with Square and the like?
Oh, I love it because I grew up with Final Fantasy.
No, we gotta
Like,
get on this screen.
you know, some of the tops: Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, 10. Those were some of my favorites.
Keeping it
I
going.
grew up with them. They were awesome, fantastic. Even Final Fantasy 2 in the States, which was actually Final Fantasy 4 in Japan.
That's right.
That was one of my favorite all-time Final Fantasies.
Things
I
move a
love
little
it, so I
quicker out in
love it.
Japan.
Huh?
Things move a little quicker in game
do,
development
yeah.
out in Japan. You also had to wait a little bit, right? That drove me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we got? You got anything else?
So we're just peeking around. Actually, I did find somebody who's actually starting to create some really
Okay.
unique shapes. It's a really good block out that's starting to happen, and I'm really excited to see what this character is going to come to life as. But yeah, I'm really liking the primitive block out that's happening, and he's already kind of getting into some shapes and, you know, focusing on that silhouette, which is always important. Looks like might have active curve on the move brush as well, giving a little bit of points.
Nice.
So yeah, it's already looking kind of cool. What do you guys think of? What do you think? You see it on the big screen right
Yeah, I got it.
Anything right there? Let's see.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That
do you think they're doing the Dragonborn?
Ooh, maybe. That's the thing.
Possibly, yeah. That's
I mean, it could be anything. It could be the Earth Elemental too.
It
like,
does kind of have that. Like,
although having a petite Earth Elemental is entirely possible, like a little.
Yeah.
a small.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Don't underestimate.
it's also the
results.
scale. That's the end result in the framing too. So
Yep. Yep.
I do love using all of the different shapes to compose the major muscle groups. It's really smart, especially when you've got like posing later on in mind.
Oh yeah.
Very intelligent approach.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh, look at that.
I also like too how they have the polygroups on. I love just seeing my polygroups as I sculpt. There's something really just special about color. The rainbow in my face as I'm going on is just so magical.
You regroup to change color often.
I do, yeah. I'm a huge auto group, just constantly switch it over. I'm guessing this one actually might. I'm guessing troll for this one.
Which one do you think that is for the?
You really think so?
Yeah, I'm going there.
Troll. I'm saying troll on that one.
Yeah.
I know it's early, you know, but the joy of
Olan.
happens so quickly sometimes. You never know what you're going to get. So many contestants that run through here and try to put them up on the screen. Look at this. It's got a little graphic on there, too.
Oh, they just got a following.
Oh, somebody's following something. Look at this.
Yeah,
amazing.
that's proof that they are live.
In real time.
That is happening. And we'll definitely be taking a pee. We have over 200 contestants, like I said earlier, so we're going to be scrubbing through and seeing who else is just happening to pop around.
There you go. I got one for
You
you.
got one?
Yeah.
All right, let's see it. Ooh. That's a cool transition.
I like that.
Oh, I love that they're showing us themselves as they're working on it. Hi.
Yeah, that's also really neat to see.
I love it.
And so this one hits the first time. Talked about reusing assets. I know that arm.
Don't reinvent the wheel. There's not enough time.
No, it's 3 hours, you know? That's the thing, like,
I've seen this one.
yeah. I love it. That's smart, too, actually. Just
It is. It's very smart. Yeah.
going for the basement, grabbing something that's been done, that shipped with ZBrush, and getting their idea out quicker.
I think they're building a weapon, dude.
They are. It looks like a sword.
That's exactly what it is. Sword and sorcery, and here it is, the blade, brought to you by ZBrush. It's a long
Nice.
time.
Yeah, I love the UI layout too. Really customizable, you know. I have this conversation a lot with the, like, you know, ZBrush's UI. What can I do with them? It's very customizable.
Very customizable.
Whatever like tools you find very useful, if you browsed around, you use those auto notes like we've mentioned a few times.
Auto
you
notes.
know?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's a big feature. That out of all the features, I really try to drill into people's heads. That is the one I'm like,
Hold
I don't
control and hover over.
know. Control. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what about that? I know a little bit about that, honestly. It's my life's work at this point.
It really is. Yeah. This man,
Me in your
the
bedroom
legend
with you.
behind.
Thank you. You hold that control button, it's like virtual Louis coming and telling
That's
you
right.
what's up. Anything new. Here we are.
Yeah.
Wordsmith
You're
over
our
there.
Clippy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wordsmith. That's his other D&D.
He's a wordsmith.
You could have been a bard,
Oh, dude.
You don't think he is? Like, just
not the warlock.
The bard.
Bard.
both are charisma based.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's a high compliment.
Very true.
Yes, I appreciate that. I accept. What is it? Scribe. A scribe also, right? Like,
Well, do you see yourself retiring away into a tall wizardly tower amongst your books,
I think
quietly
oftentimes,
studying
yeah.
yourself? Oh, you're multi-classed then.
But
I
you
think
also,
oftentimes of like an Irish castle somewhere far away.
Oh,
you
yeah,
also
we all
like
wish, right?
antiques and stuff like that. Like antiques.
The
and, like,
appreciation for the finer things
appreciation
much
of-
means
yeah.
he's an elf.
Everything
They're not
that has
antiques.
collectibles.
There you go. Exactly.
They're-
It's like that's the
They're his like,
part of your.
home.
What is this person called? What is the name of this person?
Well, I'm feeling like you
Vintage
may.
things?
No, I'm just saying you're an elf. All things that an elf owns are technically vintage to any short-lived race.
So I'm just a hairy elf.
Your elf
You
bard.
can be a wild
warlock.
elf and be like fluffy.
Was there ever a warlock elf?
Always. Oh, please.
Really?
Well suited to warlock.
I can do that.
Elves
Do
can
that.
do anything.
Although possibly half elf because of the beard is pretty majestic. Right? Majestic beard. Like half elf.
Fiber mesh to make the beards.
Little bit,
Fiber
little
mesh
bit
for your
more.
beards in the hair. Drop
Well,
in
you
the hair.
really do want yourself to appear in somebody's feet.
I do not actually. I want. Listen, I want to see the greatest stuff, and I don't know if this is it, but yeah, give it a go. Fiber mesh. Are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to drop things?
I think giving someone a challenge of these cool, awesome tools is
Yeah.
only going to serve everyone really well.
Okay, I encourage use of fiber mesh.
Absolutely.
Take a look here.
I love it. It's a quick way to get grass, beard, fur, hair, all
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
eyebrows. Definitely eyebrows. Big bushy
How
eyebrows.
about scales on, say, a dragonoid humanoid?
It's covered in that noisemaker plugin.
Yeah.
Hey now.
You could do this. You could do anything with this brush.
Like,
You can will it.
everything is possible with
Yep.
brush. And hitting the control button so you know how to use the tool.
Exactly.
Right?
And every time you hit that control button, just be like, thank you, Louis.
Oh, stop. Too sweet. Now I'm gonna get the flack,
Like a little
right?
tiny like nude
I'm gonna get the-
that pops up.
I get the flack of something typed. There's like if I ever make a typo ever again in my life and it ends up in the final version, I'm done for.
You need help? You need help?
It looks like you're trying to sculpt something with fluffy hair.
And you just like
Oh, wait.
little image with
Like
like
it comes a little audio
brushing your hair back.
People at home. It's me, Louis.
Hello. I see the.
Hold the control and shift key. Click and drag. It's me.
Having just like a quiet, comforting voice, somebody holding your hand while you work on something complicated, is not to be underestimated.
Like a soft.
We're here to distract you while you're working on something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, we got one that's
That was a sinister laugh.
getting a helmet worked on.
No, not at all. What are you talking about, Sinister?
Ooh.
This does look nice.
I love the hard surface.
Fantasy genre.
Yeah.
So much creatively with it and make something super inspirational.
A little bit of
they're
damn standard there.
It is a default tier process brush. Like, let us know.
It is 100%. I do go in and I switch it to add instead of just
You do.
Girl,
so
what?
it handles like all the other brushes because you're so used when you're carving in, you're holding down, Alt
Oh,
to
you
carve in,
want
and
your
that's the
brain.
only brush that you don't have to hold down Alt.
Yeah, dropping the knowledge.
It's always shift up.
You get one day of Joe Drust here giving you the stuff. Somebody's recording
Personal
it
preferences.
somewhere. There's so many people to go through.
There is,
it's
there is.
incredible. I'm just trying my best to find.
Here, I might have one in a second. Let me just go ahead and full screen this bad boy because this one's looking really, really cool. I like the approach already on this one. It's near and dear to me. I'm already a sucker for it. So anticipation. Come up.
Wait, I like with this hard surface business.
I do like the hard surface.
Right now, though, this is like really something.
Well, armor. Like, it's just
Right?
so
It is,
exciting.
yeah.
Everybody's like going deep dived into the armor.
For those who don't know, we used to have a hard surface and organic separate sculpt.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it was always wonderful because the workflows for both are so.
They're very, very different.
They're very different. But they're both very satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
Our artists are cool.
I love hard surface
best.
brush. It's so awesome. I feel like every time I load Z-Modeler, I'm just in hard surface mode immediately. That's it.
Spend a lot of time in Z-Modeler.
Oh yeah. Now I love to see where this character is going to go. What do you think with the hard surface helmet right now? What do you think character they're going for?
Well,
From
first
the
of all,
warriors. Oh, there was a warrior with like etched armor designs. Like last on the list.
Yep.
His name
Definitely
thing.
getting edge.
I like the level of courage being demonstrated here in a 3-hour challenge to embark upon doing that, because then it really means that there's going to be other pieces that are going to follow suit perhaps.
I also think that they could take that helmet, reorient it, and make it into shoulders with like a little bit of
Yeah. reuse.
doodling
Yeah.
around. Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna go deep dive into,
Right
and then
there.
also this like little face piece is the
Yep.
upper arm armor that goes down.
It's pretty
Yeah.
pretty interesting how much you can take apart and then just using like scale and move and broad strokes and changing into something else.
And repetition is king in those cases, because it's really going to look solid, you know?
Very much so.
You said you had one, Ian?
I did. I have another character coming up here. I actually really like this one. This was the one that was near and dear. But we definitely want to give enough time on those we broadcast. Boom. I like turtles, and dragons.
Oh, that's
This is looking really, really cool. I'm already digging the silhouette. It's becoming very legible. And yeah, really excited to see where we go with this. You see they're already pulling out, like, they have nice primitives coming out for the horns on the side. Like, I'm really excited to see. I think this is obvious which one they might be going for.
this one?
Because it's,
I was going to say this probably could be like... No.
what, no? Then you're gonna leave the whole chat?
Well,
What do you think? Come on, you have to. You're up here in the hot lights.
oh,
I have to say,
elemental?
could be, yeah.
Oh, come on, it's a dragon. Let's
It's
be
definitely a
serious.
dragon. Come on.
Come alive, people.
I mean, turtle was a, you could have went that route for a little bit, but it's definitely.
And that's not, Ninja Turtle, not on the list.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Not on the list.
Although you could really style any of the elementals to have kind of characteristics of
right.
more animalistic characteristics.
Yeah, you could do a mashup for sure.
Druid that just turns into a turtle.
Absolutely.
What if
A
somebody
warlock that turns into a turtle?
How about an assassin turtle?
Oh,
That's a bit of an issue.
Yeah,
Wow, you really wanted the Ninja Turtles to have like the full dark side.
Yeah, like all the way.
You're like, there's a way to solve this problem.
You thought Frank Miller was dark.
What?
You thought Frank Miller was dark.
So we just need like a D&D Ninja Turtle collaboration somewhere that like happens here for now.
Oh, like
Might-
Oops All Turtles play
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
So many people. Oh my goodness. It's overwhelming.
Yeah,
There is.
it's awesome. Yeah, and somebody said in the chat, yep, there are 233 registered.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah, that beats last year as well. So that just goes to show how excited everyone is to not only be a part of the Sculpt Off, but also be a part of the back in person 10th anniversary. Like 10 years. That's crazy. I'm so excited.
I like how the artist here is using the silhouette too. The window in the upper left.
Yep.
That
That
works so they can see how it looks in black and white.
Yep. No, that's actually when you guys added that back when I was just a wee little artist. Because I kept switching to the outline material and like hitting F, full frame it, switch, or I'd like paint the whole thing black.
Yeah.
And that, for me, like it would kind of like just break my concentration for a second because I'm a very something shiny type person.
Yeah.
Once that came on, I was like, yes, perfect. Switched it over.
Especially for this context. Because you're delivering like a final frame.
Yeah,
So smart. How many
absolutely.
people do you think have like their desired camera angle like already dialed in?
Ooh.
I know they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
But having chosen it and like saving that camera off.
I would hope that a lot of them had kind of like pre-gamed
Vibes.
that and figured it out ahead of time. Because again, composition is key to any photograph
Oh, yeah.
render. So
Because then, you don't even work on the back of the character.
I said it once. I'm going to jump in here and interject completely. I said it once, and I said it many times, and I also heard that there was another fellow that said it on some of our streams leading up to this. The Coyote himself said it. Coyote himself said
Oh, storm. Quote.
What did Coyote say?
there was ample time to be pre-conceptualizing those descriptions and have that completely laid. I would have had a whole production situation in front of my computer at my house.
Like-
front, side, back, all
By my
kinds of
20
wonderful
minutes mark, I should achieve XYZ.
I will dominate them. 30 minutes in, I have the power.
About this, only to move on, and
Right.
2 minutes later to accomplish this.
I-
Add tail at Mach 30.
Laid out. It would have been laid out. I mean, it would have been like a construction site in there.
We had some artists in the past year that they'd listen to like a whole soundtrack or a movie while they were doing
Ooh,
it, and
very
they'd time it off to what they were supposed to be on based on the keys that were happening
Really
at that time.
smart. Subliminal timer, like way less
Really
stress.
good idea. Yeah.
yeah.
I really do miss having the ability to breathe down the backs of the artists in the same room as me. But being able to direct the Eye of Sauron onto anyone sculpting from their comfy home and invading their stream with all the ZBrush eyes is another level of stress, I'm sure.
Yep.
Hello, we're watching you. Oh, tell me more about this ear.
We got one.
You got one?
Back to the
Yeah.
back, yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Rotate it and now make it really long. Longer. I know
Wait for
you
it.
think this
Wait
is enough
for it.
here. It's not.
Go more.
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
No, I know. Make this more easy.
Yes, I agree
I
with
hope
you.
you
Go.
know I'm on. Yes, yes.
Yep, there we
yes.
go.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
See?
Oh, perfect.
See?
No, the wrong direction. No, honestly, I would grab a move brush. So I do. Move brush, grab that top corner, like, requad that baby, start going in with some cool anatomy. How many of these little, like,
Fold.
cone bridge things do you do up the long line of cartilage? It feels more elfy. You can
There we
go
go.
more elf. No, what? Okay, I'm okay with that. It could be kind of like a crazy dang elf. You know, my tieflings have weird horns.
It's the Bob Ross approach. It's happy little accidents.
Happy little
and
ears.
It's their world.
No, it is.
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
their creation.
It is, yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm
You're a little bit
invested. No, I'm invested. I want to see what
I
they're
have to
doing.
say, in this case, I'm looking at this from the distance of being here on the stage. And
Yes.
I really like the form. Like just the brow and the nose, the way it's coming together. I can see something really, really genuinely cool.
And it looks like they pulled straight from a sphere, like a little polysphere.
Happy about that as well. I just really see some kind of character there that's really dialing in that narrative dialogue that you guys were talking about. And the big ears are a go.
Bigger. More,
You know
more
what they say
big.
about big ears?
That you can hear very well, and your perception checks are quite
Lots of
sound.
hearing.
I mean, if you ever want to
Never
knock out an elf, right, you just ring that bell.
No, ring the bell first. Come on the elf. Spoken like a true rogue. You're like distraction.
Well, I'm excited to see where this possible elf is going to.
I know. I think
Yeah.
I saw an ear and I was like, oh, here.
Yes.
But I don't think they're doing an elf.
No,
and
I
it's
don't think they are.
okay because there are only 2 elves on the list.
Yep. Well, I have somebody who doesn't really seem to care for ears, but has a cool design. You want to see that?
Yeah.
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
let
see
I'm gonna
all
let you go there, and
Yes.
I'm gonna come up with one
Okay,
next.
cool. Yeah, perfect,
After you.
perfect. I mean, so we had more than hands when I mentioned from this
But
person.
hands are so vital to a character. Like,
It is absolutely.
performance-wise, at least.
No,
You're looking at the same one I'm looking at.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, you're gonna have to
Wait a
find
minute.
another one.
Wait, what were they doing?
Zuzionika.
Oh, look, there's armor.
Zuzionika.
Oh.
Is it?
Oh, and they're holding
Yep.
a thing.
Yep.
Is it Zuzionika?
I believe so. Yeah.
Are we looking at the same thing?
I think we're looking at.
Come on, we picked
So
the
you need
same-
to find another one.
No way, man.
Look at this
Oh, no,
face.
we're not looking at it.
Okay, no, different. That's good. That's good. But look at this. Look at this. So
Oh,
we're
wow.
coming up with some cool armor.
There's already
Woo!
chainmail happening?
It's like there's some chain mail happening there.
Nanomesh? Or
You know,
micro mesh?
I'm hoping so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, all the knights who say me.
Yeah, just
No, because look at the helmet.
yeah. I hope so. Now I kind of want
So
that.
happy
I want that to be a thing.
Don't know. Oh, just getting to be so
Oh.
excited.
Okay, I've clicked on this one. I'm saying this is the one.
I love
The
the
artist is
proportion.
now featured.
Yeah.
We're right to highlight this one.
Louis, that's
right?
the one we have.
Is it
No.
not the same one?
232.
I picked the same one. This is good looking right here. I'll tell you right now, this one's good looking. Let's get that Zia's. Zuzionika is the name. I'm gonna throw out the names too. Get these people right on the spot.
Just like peeking. I feel like I'm cheating at school. I'm like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of homework do you have over there?
The same thing over there, but we've got this one here. I've got it lined up and ready to go.
There's so many to go through.
You do not have it ready to go if that's you.
Hey, I've sent it to the people that need to have it.
Which one are you showing? Which one are you showing? Because that's.
Oh my goodness, what's happened here? Oh,
Well,
okay.
there.
Yeah, you're not showing anything.
Whoopsie daisy. Let me
Yeah.
just scroll
Click
right
one.
down.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
I
Just
know
hit
exactly.
end.
Oh no, stop.
End.
No.
Because it's Z name.
Yeah.
Go
you're right.
in. Blink.
Grab this guy right here.
Okay, that too.
I got this here. Zuzionika. I lost it.
You lost it.
Yep, I hit the star.
Okay, well, in the meantime,
Let's get off that one.
we can open up another one.
Had it up. Not sure
Unless
it
All right, well, we got one.
you got
Really
one.
sorry.
We got one, yeah. We're over here. We're organized over here. We've
Hey.
got years of experience.
2 against 1. What can I say?
Yeah.
The
I think their
wise
feed might have gone down.
brush.
I'm not kidding. I think their feed might have gone down. I had their feed open.
Oh.
well.
Oh, I really hope.
I
they
really
put
hope
back
not,
on
because it
and
was
that
really
they-
good work.
Oh well, if they went down, they have some time to come back.
So this one,
Definitely an elf.
Yeah, they're not here anymore.
A plus.
It's unfortunate.
Choice
Oh, that
plus.
is unfortunate.
Appreciate you.
it's got the pointy ears.
Yep. And nice anatomy choice, because normally this little thing kind of
Yeah,
like
that's
curls
cool.
around in the conical, and they're having it sweep up to kind of like support those.
I can totally see you're the one that, that's the, look at a game or whatever, and the first thing you look at is it's like, they're
If I'm picking
they're not
character,
right.
yes. The amount I spend on my own. Yeah. No, I mean,
There's a lot of complex forms in here.
Went there.
real, and they're different. Like, so I was at a meeting with just a bunch of people around a table, and I was like looking at people's brow structure during this meeting, and I'm like regretting I didn't bring my sketchbook because I don't sit with people in real life very much anymore. So I'm sitting there like admiring their brows, and I'm like,
If you're in a like a Zoom meeting or something now, though, you just screen.
Oh, I have though. I have screenshotted people and like secretly drawn them and showed them.
I could just.
drawing.
I make tiling patterns out of their faces, and then we put them on the clothing of the characters.
Yeah, I'm somebody. We'll be in. I'm somebody who will be in a deep conversation with you. It could be something like goofy or even super serious, and immediately I will get lost in the bone structure, and then about 10 minutes later, I'm like, I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Like I was
head is
imagining
just-
sculpting you this entire time.
I was looking
Can
at
I
your
take a
forms.
picture of this right here?
Yeah. And I have to catch myself when I'm talking. So I guess that's a word for people who show up live. If
Yeah.
you're talking, and I feel like I'm just admiring your bone structure.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think you should tell them because one, people don't hear that enough in
Yeah.
real life. Like, you know that your brow structure is very appealing.
I think you need this as a T-shirt.
The
I think so.
integration
Yeah,
of
I think this is definitely a T-shirt.
nose.
Yeah,
Just-
we should make this happen.
Just admiring your bone structure.
I mean, if you say it in the right
Can't say
circumstances.
anatomy either.
Let me tell you
No,
something.
because that's weird. That
if you
feels
say it at
weird.
Petco,
Facial configuration.
Ooh.
You know, I think you could also go, your face is very classical.
Ah, there you
See?
go. Yeah.
Okay,
you know you have a very
but you
Roman
have to
nose,
say that with good intonation.
right? You've got a very Roman nose.
Oh, but that's like the nice, the strong, which is very
If you do it in the right circumstances, the kids these days will say that you're rizzing. And you might even get a discount at the local Petco when you're shopping for your pet. Like, hey,
This sounds like personal experience.
This sounds like this has happened.
you know, you've got an incredible brow. Take that mask down a second and let me see the rest of it.
You're like, just, how do your cheekbones integrate?
How did suddenly I get 36% off my purchase?
They're like,
What's the moral of the
I
story?
felt like a muse for 5 weeks. It was amazing.
Are you coming back next week to shop here again? Absolutely.
I just need a pick-me-up, you know? I was feeling a little down on myself. And
I've got somebody here. I think we can show this. It's dark up on here for a second. I want to take a moment and shop the brands of Brandon Rice is doing some great work here. He's facilitating construction.
Show us
Using
what
the
you
slice
got.
and all kinds of things are happening here. Brandon Rice has got some business going. He had an ear on the screen. I was trying to get you that ear.
oh,
We do have a comment real quick in the
Yes.
chat from AQ. Says, I usually just say, I'm sorry I didn't hear what you said. I got lost in your features. I'd love to sculpt them. Reactions are mixed.
yeah, I mean, it depends on how much you say it like fava beans.
Yeah.
Right? It could be misconstrued as a come on.
Somebody has a t-shirt design. My brow is up here.
Oh, look at this. Now I'm drawing attention. He's making, this is incredible. He was making the eye and he was using spheres and cutting the top part of the eyelid
Yeah.
a la Michael DeFeo, circa like many moons ago, a demo that he did for us. He's also going to be here.
You know, those things stick with you for forever.
They do.
Somebody does something super clever and you're like, you've changed my entire workflow and I shall approach everything in that way for the next 10 years.
This is really what I'm saying here is he's used mirror and weld, and he's taken a sphere and he's cut another sphere and put on top, and now suddenly he's got the entire structure of the eye regions made in about a few clicks of a ZBrush tail.
Yeah, I really love watching the early stages of somebody's piece because the way you approach that, everyone is super unique and really clever with that. And I just like how you have somebody who's like looking at the forms and just repurposing, like we've said before, those designs to just make it all fit. So I really think it's fantastic to see everyone's approach because they're just so unique.
So we got
Really
one.
cool.
We got one. It's up right now.
Yeah, all this universal brain power, all solving similar creative problems, and everybody doing it in their own wonderful way.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks to little control pop-ups,
Yep.
informing them how to use the thing delightfully.
Check this
Look
one
at this
out.
bear!
This bear is awesome.
He's a super strong bear. Do not f with this bear. He will wreck you.
I love
While
it.
being slightly cuddly. You'll be
Yes.
like, getting mouth.
That is the cute. That is cute.
Now there,
I love that.
do you think the flashing lights help in the sculpting process?
No, so that is their timer. It's saying you need to have added fangs now. Include the fangs. They've got like a Siri in the
Siri, and it's
background.
just yelling, and
Like,
it's just colored.
Sir,
Yeah, colored
you
light.
have forgotten the most important part of the bear. How to make it wicked evil. They're like freaking floaters.
But you have like you have some
Look at the
DVD
vertices in it.
screensavers going on.
I love this.
Cool. There's so much done here too. Like
Oh, look, there's
so
a
much
good technique there.
That Do it again. God, that's cool.
Looking good, man. That's a cool bear.
Yeah.
Right?
Very cool bear.
I want to play that bear.
How many minutes are we in this?
That bear's
Got this
stats,
bear
though.
sculpted like that already. My
What, not even a little over 30 minutes?
Well, I can't wait till they like put him into pose, break symmetry,
Oh, yeah.
give him little
Yep.
bear armor,
Yep.
just everything.
So much excitement happening.
Strength of 17, pretty decent for a bear.
You rolled it?
I rolled a 17. These are
Awesome.
my good dice.
I like
by
the
way.
good dice.
Yeah.
They only roll high.
Oh man, so did you know that you can like kind of like set your oven to low, put all your dice on their good numbers, kind of just like let them belt a little?
Yeah.
What?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Let's go. I wanna hear about
So
it.
no dice are perfectly weighted because the numbers etched in them are different on each side. So the more etched out, the less weight it
course,
has.
yeah.
Technically, you can test it in some like a saltwater solution. I definitely have my set of dice that are poison green that are the most weighted precision dice. Like they're the most fair dice that I've got. That they're sharp and kind of stabby, and they're not really pretty. They're poison colored.
Do you want to go to the casino later?
Okay, so I'm not great with D6s. Casinos are. If there was a casino table of D10s, I would wreck
Just
that
not the
table.
not the 2 dice?
Gosh, D6s are like the bane of my existence.
Really?
Yeah, like so like a traveler system or like that monster system. Gosh, I'm bad at those. I roll real bad. Under 7 every time. I don't know if that's good for craps or bad for craps, but it's a D6 and I'm not going to give you what you want.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to, you picked up a 20-sided
Yeah.
and you rolled it,
Uh-huh.
and then later you find out it's a spin down counter.
That would be terrible.
That's happened multiple times to me.
What?
So you have like the magic cards that come with the
Right.
spin down counters, and they're
Right.
pretty dice, and so sometimes you just want to bring one of those, and then you find out later that the numbers are just spiraled down the back. So they roll a little
I
bit.
got one for you. It's gonna pop up.
Random knowledge.
That's interesting.
But I want to hear about this baking of the dice. What is the
Well, no, and I mean, so it just mildly alters
Is it cheating?
the dent. This is the way to cheat that I have not done because I don't want to unpretty my beautiful dice. But I was, reading. It's like, well, how do you do that? Because I've played with dice for so many years. Put them in the oven, let the plastic melt a little bit in your favor.
Yeah.
It's noticeable if you're at a table and you're like, oh my god, another 19. And they'll be like, I'm going to give you this dice for the remainder of the
You do this?
session. And what, me? No. I actually play online, so we use like online roller, which is highly.
Did you have like an algorithm that goes in there?
Yeah, exactly. It's like super good random chance one. The number of 20s that are DM rolls. Quite high.
Man, I'm learning something here today. This is incredible.
Well, no, but
I had
you know
no idea
what?
you were such a gambler.
The dice are telling you a story, and sometimes failing at
me see one of
something
them.
is just as interesting as succeeding.
Oh, look at that.
Like in art.
Oh, wow, they're
Sometimes-
Those are pretty.
Yeah, no,
couldn't tell.
so there's different sides to the dice.
Okay,
There's
I was
2
keeping at this
D10s.
year. I didn't realize.
Yeah, no, this is a standard set for playing any D20 system.
Okay.
There's a lot of systems you can play these dice with. That's the caltrop. Don't step on it. Hurts.
Yeah.
That one
Looks like
definitely
it.
hurts. It's like a Lego in the middle of the night.
Right. Yeah, for anyone who's ever stepped
Very
on a Lego.
effective.
Just a second here. This is, speaking of effective, look at the design of this thing.
It's a warlock with robes,
Look at this thing.
right? That was like the only listing that was like, this character requires speeding robes.
These are cool. They feel kind of,
They're nicely rounded.
there's an older man who lived next door to me as a kid. He'd have these like little beads he'd play with. Kind of similar feel.
Oh, yeah, right? Are you part magpie as well? Were you like
I'm not
pretty
sure. I
shiny
mean,
things?
he was an interesting fellow.
All right. I was like, nice.
Yeah.
I like my shiny rocks.
I think this is like the modern version of the Statue of Liberty at this point to me. You got the arm
Ooh.
up. Look at that. Hooah!
That warlock, though. It has to be the warlock. Like, I'm
Yeah.
all in vote. This is a warlock. It's kind of wicked. It's got robes. It's not wielding like a heavy weapon. It's wielding like something sinister.
That
Like,
UI.
yeah.
Custom
Is that
UI right there. That's
that a-
that'll
Ooh, they
lantern
really
that
have
they're
it
holding?
pared
They-
down, don't they?
got that UI up in there, man. Look at this. Holy moly! I'll tell you something. I only use like 3 brushes.
It's true.
Some people.
Yeah, I think that's like a very common.
And a mouse.
Yeah.
This is my mouse.
Common answer
that's
for
You
a lot.
don't even use a tablet?
What?
Well, I'm not gonna use a mouse.
Oh.
You know, I
about
know
to
some
say.
other folks that only use a mouse. Actually,
What does Coyote use?
Coyote does what he wants when he wants.
Coyote will.
I'm told. I'm not gonna. I can't speak for the coyote. I don't want to get in trouble.
oh, there is a sword. So is there like four arms on this
I
character?
think so. You know, that's a challenge, really, to do a
Anatomy?
character
Oh,
from an
nice.
anatomical perspective. A
Well,
lot of
yeah, you
people
really
just-
got to think.
right? You would
all
have
the
like
joints of how they come.
you'd have
yeah.
4 scapula,
Yeah.
and then you would have 4 connection points for 4pectorales.
Yes.
Would you call those pectorali?
Well, but what if
Yeah,
you took
maybe.
more
good.
insectoid sort of anatomical configuration? So it's like,
But think about what we're saying, right? Torso-wise, if you're in a
Yeah.
4, like a lot of times you see it like people just kind of plug it in there, you know?
yeah.
It's really a lot of work to get that to look right.
Oh, yeah.
Goro,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's a win.
I would imagine there'd be a lot of restriction too for
On
the
what that-
lower
those
appendage.
lower
Yeah,
arms
only
to
one
do.
arm can raise
Exactly.
up. This one is like,
Yeah.
You'd have to have a very long torso.
not a bad thing.
It's just
Torsos
the
are
connections
cool.
too, like
Right?
all like the
All this
muscles and
business.
all the structure, like that has to
Where
be
does your rib
replicated.
cage
Yeah,
start?
exactly.
Like all the business is going to have to be duplicated after this point. It's like, okay, all this business now goes down one more time.
So many solutions though, and they're all creative and cool.
Yeah. I think, wow, that was really well done.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
What? No, I'm stoked to see anybody coming up with those things.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
because
wonder
like, just think, your rib cage can't start until a little bit lower, so it's down. But then it would have to mean kind of like a radial of these arms,
Yeah.
right? And then
You know what also could be interesting is the idea that here's this, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
here are these shoulders, but then
Yeah.
they would be offset in a different placement, like further back, maybe?
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
like
It's
maybe
deep.
it's like the forward ones, or some characters are where it's like the forward smaller arms and
Yeah.
the larger, more standard buff ones.
I would imagine them being offset. They would have
Yes.
to definitely,
Yeah, like-
so they can be
have different-
independent. And I would almost kind of think like
This is why you
They
just go
have a
straight robotic.
Yeah.
maybe too they have like a little like maybe their brain power anatomy is a little bit more like an octopus where they have each arm is being controlled by their
Yeah,
own
are they right or left-handed, or
Well, yeah, they-
right-handed, or ambidextrous?
I would say ambidextrous.
Quadripedal?
I'm not even going to try that. I think I'd rather
Quadridex-
name it.
Quadridex.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
Quadridex.
do they have a favored hand that they have all their signatures?
I hate you, Spider-Man!
Or are they like
Knock, knock, no.
Da Vinci writing both at the same time?
I can do that.
What?
I do it.
Do you do it in ZBrush? 2
In my
ZBrushes?
mind,
one
yes.
Oh, that would be
In your dreams?
Yeah, but I can do it in pencil. I've done demos. It's true.
Say, like 2 hands,
Yeah, you can see a video of it later.
2 different things.
We're going to have to see this.
Same thing, two different things.
Symmetry.
Oh,
No, but that's a good use.
yeah.
Because like
I think
sculpting
I could
in
do
real
that.
life,
Yeah,
you're using
Symmetry.
both.
You
Yeah.
can do Symmetry. Symmetry's not, I mean, it's active.
yeah. I
There's
think I
another
could-
artist.
My brain can handle that.
Papinski's the artist. There's another artist that does that, like illustratively speaking.
The fact that you can just
So-
flip off names, huh?
Carl Papinski. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
'cause
you're
he's-
amazing.
he's
Good
doing
memory.
2 different things would be also a stretch. Maybe I could practice that.
You should practice.
If anyone could do it, you could do it.
Well,
I believe
I
it.
think a good exercise.
Half coyote, half normal lizard.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. A lot of requests. It's like I feel like Batman here.
Well, out of things that are difficult in nature,
Tell us what it is, Ian Robinson.
hair, I have someone who's approaching hair in a very unique way that I
Ooh.
want to show
Let's
off.
see it.
Hair is definitely different.
Like-
Come on now.
That's
Because we hear this all the time, right? As artists, you know, how do we do hair? How do you approach hair? Hair is like a character.
oh, it's a
on its
full
own.
character.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Full character.
How would you
100%.
first of all approach hair as a sculptor in the first place? What would be your first step?
Okay, I'm a fan of Z-Sketch.
Okay.
Or just
Ooh.
literally using Z-spheres to block
Really?
out the main bulk of the shape.
Okay.
Or, I have a few approaches.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
I just take one of the curved tubes and I adjust the stroke and make sure that it's tapered.
Yeah.
I do nice big chunks, but I always do sections because I feel like that's how hair clumps together.
Well, yeah, and it overlaps and folds under itself
Yeah.
in a natural way. When you're sculpting hair, I imagine you're doing all kinds, but what's your default flow of hair? Is it like kind of like wavy, beachy curls, or?
I would say it's long and flowy.
Take a
I
good
like
look.
long, flowy. Curls like that. Okay, curls like that. I immediately go into like I get that. What is it like this? The helix.
Right.
And then I just initialize that.
Yeah, you're like
default.
right from
I'm
the
not,
start.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not
what
even
about-
playing with it.
Let me pull the reins back on this conversation. Let's go around the horn here and find out from Joseph just how would you approach the hair?
It varies. Every time I do it differently. Sometimes I'll do like the straight card method. Sometimes I'll take like Shane, I think, has a good hairbrush that has like,
Okay.
you know, it's IMM curve.
And that's Shane Olson for the record.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
I've played around with that one. I like
And
it.
then Dylan Ekron.
Yeah.
They pronounce those same kind of similar
Okay.
technique to that. So sometimes do that. Sometimes just build up a form, take a sphere and just sculpt it,
Right.
and then pull it out and break out different pieces and put them where I need them. Because usually, hair's one of those things that's like I don't particularly like doing it.
Yeah, I can feel the trepidation and the physical recoil.
The honesty is real.
Yeah, he's like, he really paused for a second there, Joe.
Yeah.
Because I can feel that coming out. You're
It's like that's
"Try
one of the
not to."
hurdles. Whenever I like make things, it's like, oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, gotta do it.
Okay, and then Jessica, what do you think?
Well, I'm a big fan of starting with like your absolute forms, like your big things, and then bringing in some like additional, like it's the big forms, secondary and tertiary details.
Sure.
And so like like a stroke curve brush and stuff, super useful. Ooh, the slash brush with a little push and pull to it
Okay.
for like bringing in some of like the sculpting stuff.
I like how you said the macro stuff first, like the larger volume.
Always. I mean,
Yeah.
because if you're not gonna have time to do everything all at once, like get the big stuff in and then
I think
Sculptors Pros helped a lot too. I think.
Oh, yeah,
that's for sure.
Because you're not relying on the topology as much, and
Yeah.
so you can conform the hair where you want it, and not have it like do like a little jaggy thing if the topology doesn't support it. And
3
so you can
points
get
here.
the style.
Very good. Actually,
Yeah.
you said that because the 3 points are these. The number one is probably going to be in Dynamesh, doing it in Dynamesh, and I think starting low. Also, you can use Zero Mesher
Yeah.
at a very low resolution. Again, just having a macro shape.
Yeah, just with
just to
that.
get the form in there, and then like
Make
you
some
said,
choices.
Sculptors Pro.
Yeah.
For me, like I think the larger volume of the pieces and keeping them separate or modular. I knew you were going to go in that direction because I've seen the work. There's like the modular and component-based way to do it, and then increasing that resolution. Probably you said something too as well that dealt with the details. The clay buildup brush. If you turn off the alpha,
oh yeah, so it's not so
and you turn on and you go to the stroke menu and you turn on lazy mouse and you increase that, you can get a really long. Now I'm like divulging that I really know what I'm doing. It's not good. A bunch of people reaching out to me. Hey, can you do that? No. I'm kidding. Of course. Carry on, Ian Robinson. Before I get into tips and tricks for the day here, this is not.
Well, no. Actually, I was gonna.
Nobody came to hear me talk about tips and tricks.
Actually, I have a tip and trick for those who.
Oh, here we go. Let's do it.
So a big tip that I would actually, for those who are listening, this is a good one for you. If you are a fan of bend curve, and you get one
Is it
shape,
bend curve?
bend curve,
Bend curve,
You know, on that special gizmo.
So you said Ben Hur.
No, bend curve.
I can't hear
I
on my
know,
right
I know.
ear.
I can't say Rory correctly. Now bend curve.
Okay, Ben Hur. Let's go.
So bend curve, you get your shape, bend it, and then Control Shift and D, duplicate your mesh. That bend curve stays active on the next copied subtool, and you could just start placing and adjust your bend curve copy. Copy paste. You
Nice.
can block out hair in seconds.
Well, you're better.
There goes like that.
Pen dropping. That poor thing's been abused.
Yeah, because you're right. Like just having a really nice flow for of course we're talking kind of like leaning into like longer, more complicated hair. Short hair is a whole different jam. But like, having it flow in and of itself and like fold over itself. It's always, I love the opportunity to do like hair or braids and just like, hey Rick,
Dial into it.
How crazy can I go? Actually, my end conversation yesterday at work was like, the hair was looking sparse, and so I did a thing, and is it okay? Under the wire, and they're like, let me talk to Anna. But like, making that stuff, having the opportunity to be like, how can I make this even cooler?
Yeah.
And it is about like flow and style, and then like rotating everything around, so it's kind of, and then having it all on like different groups, whatnot, so you can like push and pull under. It's just like really interesting stuff versus just straight up sculpting flat.
And then you
Like
have baby hairs too.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
tell me
The micro hair.
Oh gosh.
And then the hair kind of folds over itself too,
Oh, yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
So there are layers.
I got one for you.
You do.
Speaking of hair, long, beautiful hair.
Because one of the characters is like, if it does not have long hair, it's not this character.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can get this guy on here.
Yeah, I got another one for you too.
I got one.
We'll go long hair, and then we'll do
Layla, she's killing it.
fluffy arms.
Oh yeah.
Layla, I'm looking at you. You
Oh.
can have your camera on. Hi, Layla.
Hello.
Louis Tucci.
Layla, wait to the
camera.
camera. She's so focused.
Just in the
They
zone
need to
right
be
there.
focused. They need to
have
be
to.
like, they're like they've got the whole feet
You
on.
can smile and wave at me later. That's all right. Blowing me up in the DMs.
It's wise if she muted us.
Yeah, it's no surprise.
It
So,
would be because like you don't want the mini heart attack while you're trying to get stuff done.
That's right.
Yeah,
Especially if you
exactly.
like just switched everybody and rang the bell.
hi. Oh, we got a wave. There you go. Hey, Layla. Layla. I'm sure she's tired of that song.
Probably.
I'm really liking there's no Eric Clapton allowed in her house. The,
Damn.
Megan, stop!
You know, real quick, fun fact about that song. When I first heard that song as
Which
a
one?
kid,
Layla.
the first, I always came across that song on the tail end of it,
Right.
second half.
Like the
There's
piano
this
part?
Beautiful, melody. And so I would like try to find this song, and everybody would tell me it's Layla, and I would start the song and go like 2 minutes,
Not
like
it.
go to
Right.
minute. I'm like, this is not it. This is not.
This is
song.
not piano. What
No,
about all this
what is
getting lonely and
happening?
your old man's let you down? We
And
don't
then
need to
one
hear all this
time on the
piano.
radio, my stepdad and I were talking, and I'm telling him, like, I'm still trying to find the song. The song's bothering me. He's like, I'm telling you, it's this song. Like, he put it on A track. He put it on.
Yeah.
He's like, it's this one. I'm like, and then it faded into that, and he was like, yeah,
That's right. And then you looked out the window and you had that
I was
peaceful
like, oh
moment
my
in Northern
God.
California, staring at the
so beautiful.
clouds in the sky and thinking,
That's I love
Right?
that song. But man,
doom,
Yeah.
doom, doom, doo, 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 doom, doo, 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 doo.
yeah, somebody says I can never find it. Exactly.
Anyway, Layla's killing it. Look at this volume being managed, and then slicing in, and
It looks
and
like
then inverting the slice. Yeah, inverting the slice.
Yeah,
What
that's a
is
good
it?
choice.
It's
I think it's like /3.
what is it? I can't really make it out.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, my eyes. I can see far away. I can't read.
When you're like one of those like
Text.
spotting scopes.
Yeah, looking good though. Really like
Spirit of
this.
fire.
I noticed. I was not sleeping on the nose design earlier. We were talking about noses, and I thought,
Yeah.
this person here is making this look good, and I really like it. And here is some volume and some movement and some flow. And you know, if I had straight hair, I'd want it to look like that. What can I tell you?
You can.
You can.
I think
Well.
it's just effort.
Can you imagine the cook fest that would have to happen? It'd be like down there.
Yeah.
I'm just like Pantene Pro V volume.
Come in like Jared Leto.
Bring your own fan with you everywhere you go.
My own piece of faux fur. Just carry it in. You see the advertisement up the street on Sunset Boulevard?
Abs.
Shirt off.
Flash
It's like,
too.
new album, 30 Seconds to Mars. No? Too much?
I did see that. We saw that going to lunch the other
We
day.
were
You're just taking notes for future improv.
all the things,
stuff.
all the characters.
Yep. I get
So this is great. Keep it going. And
All right, so it looks like we have about a
thanks for letting us terrorize you, Layla.
we got a little bit of delay.
No problem. Look at that. Looking good. Looking good.
So I got one ready to switch.
Oh yeah,
There's
he's got
some-
like straps. Vital for barbarian armor
Fur.
sets. It's straps. It's fur. It's skulls.
Skulls.
It's
No way.
intelligence
Oh,
of
yeah.
8.
I actually had that.
I'm not judging. It's just the reality. That is your dump stat.
Uh-huh.
Barbarian is like, I need to hit and survive.
Yep.
I don't need to think.
You're so
I'm
accurate.
not lying.
I know, I love it. You're so accurate. Joseph's like, okay.
Like, I'm not saying the character looks like he hasn't had a unique
Yeah.
thought. I'm just saying he dresses.
Just remember,
Yeah, yeah.
Dolph Lundgren was a rocket scientist, right?
A true scientist, a real scientist. It's true.
What?
It's a real deal.
I mean, I'm not going to judge. You can't stereotype these things, but you do need to recognize that a barbarian
Great.
does not need intelligence to be a good and successful.
A certain type of
True.
intelligence. Hold on a second here. Let's give.
That's wisdom.
No.
That's wisdom. He can have a high wisdom and a low
Can we
book
roll for
smarts.
this? Can we roll for
Let's
this?
roll.
I think it needs to be a roll.
I'm
say
going to
we
roll a
roll.
10 and
How
you're
much
going to roll
wisdom
a 10.
do we grant this individual?
Okay. How much
All right.
wisdom?
Okay, no,
What
so
am I
it's our 10s combined, okay?
6.
2, so it's an 8 wisdom.
You were just right. You nailed it. Fate has determined.
That's out of it, like 18.
Oh, that's not very.
Yeah,
high
no,
at all.
it's so an average human would have like a 10. It's not great.
On an 18 scale.
Well, like yeah, like
What kind of troglodytes have you been hanging out with?
I'm just saying that people can choose not to have wisdom. And you know how like in real life you gain wisdom with age.
Oh
like,
Lord, yes.
Goodness sakes,
Yeah.
right? And if you read enough and whatnot, you do gain.
You should read as much as. Can we look in the
Yeah.
camera? Read as
in
much
a
as you
fantasy
possibly
world, that doesn't happen. You're kind of baked in with your potential.
can. Okay. Oh right.
You get
you're
and you get
fixed.
a like, like level 4, you get one little thing to toss in there. Level 8,
HP.
you know? Yeah, it's just like you go like.
I'm with you now.
Although your constitution like goes down drastically after 40. Yeah, yeah, real
Well, I
world,
just hit
yeah. I mean,
40,
like,
so
depends
I'm
on how much
done.
you're working at. Yes.
Trying.
I don't know, like,
Oh, looking good. I mean,
I can't run a marathon.
I'll meet you at
I
the
know
end.
plenty of folks.
Bring you a cup.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Are you still
My
climbing?
knees.
No.
You're not climbing?
The gym is still too far away. I'm waiting for put a new one in. That'll
I
be
have
good.
like a gym that's like 8 minutes away.
Yeah, I'd love
I
it.
am
I had a vision of you still
so
climbing.
lucky.
No.
All right.
Still playing in the woods though.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll picture you doing that.
I'm playing more disc golf recently than anything else. I built my own.
My brothers and dad are
Course.
playing disc golf. How's your throw?
I'm getting there. It's a lot of form.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. You gotta. It's all form to the whole thing.
Mine's too casual. I don't have enough like.
You need the hip rotation.
Yeah, I don't.
Speaking of
have that.
weapons, it would be cool
Frisbee?
if somebody had like a disc golf blade.
Like Xena, Warrior Princess.
Yes. Oh,
There's one movie. I can't remember the name of it, but
Right?
they're on the beach. And
Yeah.
This guy comes out and he pulls out a frisbee out of his bag, and it's
Yeah.
got razor blades all on the inside.
Very Mortal
That's what I'm talking
Kombat,
about.
though.
That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
sure the chat can help me out. I don't know which movie it is.
Raiden with his hat.
Yes.
He cut people's heads off.
It is shit.
Yeah.
Too good. Oh, this
Well,
is
see,
something.
I got another one that we should be taking a look at
Well, you
here.
guys are gonna have to Rochambeau for who goes first.
Go ahead.
Should I?
Team Robinson.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This one's really cool because they actually dug deep in the archives for some tools that's happening. This is Ziggy.
Oh, dude, come on. That's how you know we're on the same team. I just had that guy loaded up and ready to go. You got to be kidding me.
You guys are smart.
So I really like the
Man.
design elements of this. Hopefully, if Ziggy's listening, could
Stardust?
Huh?
Stardust? That's a different kind of zig.
That is a different kind. But I was really loving the design layout, and I like the usage of the different tool sets within the light box. So we'll leave it up for a little bit, but you can see the dragon skull that's
Yeah.
happening here, and I like that. I also like the material choice that they're going with. Yep.
The Sculpey clay one.
Yeah. Nice material. Looks really
How
good.
often do you crochet style script these days?
Hey,
That's a hell of a question right there.
Yeah,
Puts you under the-
I actually,
light.
I just thought last week I should do an crochet. I've never done an crochet.
It's been a while for me.
I haven't done one, but I want to.
Do you ever like scare yourself by trying to insert a skull into your existing sculpt and realizing
And you're
how much
yeah,
you
it's
effed
all-
up?
How much? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I just took a shout out to John Brown. I just took his
He's
Sister one.
amazing.
Okay, and I've taken a lot of anatomy courses.
Yeah, of course.
And I came out learning so much more than I thought I was going
Yeah.
to. And it was mind blowing. And what's funny is he was like, everybody says they're going to learn like anatomy from here. I don't use that word. That's a bad word. We don't talk anatomy.
Oh, wow.
At the end of it, I'm like, I learned so much anatomy. Like, bro, and I've taken a lot of anatomy classes.
Yeah, but I mean, so was that like in real life class?
Yes, absolutely. Real clay.
Right here.
I actually have a photo of, I'll have to show you the sculpt that I did.
I would love to
Right.
see.
Yeah.
No, I took a bunch of classes with him way back when I was at Noman. He's amazing.
Still here. Ian was lucky enough to be in the flesh with the one and only John Brown himself. The Brown
Great
man.
sculptor.
Yeah.
Wonderful approach to that applies directly to ZBrush approaches.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. Immediately
smart.
after he covered blockout forms
Yes.
and, really just focusing on the silhouette, I went home and then I loaded in that, the orthographic that he gave us. I took photos of it, loaded it in, and then I followed the same tips just with silhouette. I just blacked it out.
Yeah.
Dude, it came out so amazing. I'm like, that's how I'm doing all my characters from now on. Every base
Well, I
match
mean-
is just like this.
That does sort of like predicate that you have to have those things ahead of time. How often are you given a full ortho concept?
Never.
No, not that often. So I just, he said the one he gave us was a printout. He was like, this is the one I've been using for a long
Scanned it.
time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, then I'm just going to use that one too.
Yeah, you're like,
Do what's been done.
his boxers are great.
Yes.
Oh yeah, his box was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yep.
You learn a lot in that class. You learn a lot about life and living, and he's a tremendous wealth of knowledge. Speaking of wealth of knowledge, when you get a second, they're going to switch the screen here into this character called Window. That's the username here, Window.
Yeah, we got one too.
Window to
Yeah,
the wall.
After you.
Yeah, I've got
Us.
Window to the wall. Makes me think of Pink Floyd, but this is so cool. There's
right.
this element. This is
Wait,
definitely.
when I think window to the wall, I think something.
Really?
To the window, to the wall.
I don't think that. I guess. I was just
I'm
thinking
like,
album cover,
what?
like the guys inside the window. No?
Oh, okay, you're far more visual than
Umagama.
lyric focused in this particular.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think
typically
he
don't
was
remember.
referencing something
That's
else.
yeah. I'm gonna go with not Louis.
Not. But it's a cool piece, and it's already framed. It's actually quite. This piece is quite interesting when they call it up here. You'll see that it's already locked in. The framing of it is being sculpted.
I think I saw this when you list.
Yeah, it's being sculpted in frames, so it's quite fascinating. Oh, you're peeking over my shoulder.
Yeah, no way. But for
We got-
real,
we got a
because
little
like
bit
this
of-
person has got their
Yeah,
shot.
let's switch to this guy here. We got
Yeah.
the window to the wall. It's really killing it. Got the silhouette up on the top.
Yeah, like it's straight up composition. Like this person,
know what
like,
they're doing.
has their camera solidly locked in, and
Yeah.
they're like bringing in. It's an elemental just to like tempt you.
Camera lock on the right side here of the interface.
Yeah.
Got the perspective on to keep things alive. Got the floor turned on, and then in the top left, they've got that thumbnail, making sure that it looks real luscious.
Well, I think that's super smart to lock your frame. If you know you're only going to be sculpting a certain section of it and you're confident in your approach, I think that's a solid approach. Go for it.
I'm waiting for them to call it up.
Yeah, we got to call it up.
Got a slight lag here, but that's fine. Doing it live on the floor.
Yep.
I like what everybody's making.
Oh yeah, wow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Making a splash, as it were.
This is one of the got milk photos, right?
Oh my God! Wait, but
Like the
okay.
slow-mo.
Hold on a second.
Right?
Those adverts were
Yes.
done
I love
using. Hold on a second. This is very serious. Those adverts are done using. You know what?
Milk? ZBrush? Hold on.
I'm gonna go with ZBrush.
All you need to do is dig deep down into the annals of the social media feeds and the blog,
Really?
the ZBrush blog. We did a blog post on that.
I think-
years
yeah, I
ago.
remember that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I know that because I was the one typing away.
Watch this person.
And
And we have another artist that's gonna be
Absolutely.
here that's been doing
come on,
food stuff too,
come on,
right?
Patrick 4D, not just 3D, but 4D. You get 4 of them.
Yeah, he's the digital
Patrick
chef.
4D.
He's the one that makes it happen. He has a workshop
Yep.
here. So if you're here in person, there are plenty of workshops on the website. There are plenty of workshops on the website.
I ain't
In fact,
gonna beg
I'm
anymore.
gonna pull them up real quick just because they deserve such a shout out. And there's still available
seats left?
seating
Not
that is
gonna beg.
happening. So if you guys are, you know you're coming to LA, you know you're gonna come here, and you want to learn with some of the
Well, even if they don't know, they should be in their car on their
now
way.
we
It's
have
like
tons
Woodstock.
of workshops. You can see. So you know.
Did you hear about the
because-
party?
Yeah.
Let me just interrupt you.
Yeah. You.
If you're, let me ask you a question. You're sitting at home and you're watching this on the screen,
Yes.
computer, and you're sitting in your room. You're having your Cheetos, whatever the hell you're.
Yeah, no, I mean, with chopsticks.
Right. And you're
Oh, that's a good way to eat them.
Hey, that's
You don't
nice.
want to get your computer.
Oh no, I have
like
to like stop working if I'm Cheetoing
I
it.
highly recommend
Chopsticks.
chopsticks from like a Korean market because they're plastic and then they're also easy to clean. with
Our Japanese
soda.
correspondent Dicer K gave me a pair of chopsticks yesterday, custom just for me. But anyway, I want
They
to
say like
They say Cheetos on it.
gooey.
They do not say anything like that. All I got to tell you is this: if you're sitting anywhere and it's within 2 hours from here, get in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, just come on down. If you are close,
I'm gonna be in Las Vegas. Get in the car. You got dice right here. You can play with.
Let's go.
There's no reason. Okay, go ahead, Ian. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No.
Come on down. Let's see it.
If we could switch to my screen for
What do you
a
wanna
second.
share?
I want to share the fact that there are still available workshops happening, and I want to just quickly
Absolutely.
go over those while the contestants.
Well,
are
not you right now
going
because
through.
you're with us.
And then we'll.
thwarted.
Yeah. So there are still seats available. So if you're interested in hard surface, you got Henry Cervanka. He has a seat left. So
One
you're gonna want
seat.
to just jump on that.
Oh,
Pablo
my
Munoz
gosh.
already sold out. But then we have Patrick 4D. We were just talking about him creating digital food. He has plenty of seats for you to comment. If you want to take a look at the work that he established, he basically took, and this is super impressive. He took ZBrush. I love food. He took food and made food the character. I've sculpted burgers and all this other stuff for characters, and just didn't give it a second look. This guy comes out and he was like, the burger is the character.
No, but like Studio Ghibli like paved the way with like delicious food on
Yeah,
screen, and
absolutely.
honestly,
Yep.
I love the challenge. We've done a couple for like Overwatch shorts, and just like having they're like, you know the amount of time I spent on this gosh darn croissant, but then they're hungry the whole time they're working on it. So you better have the food you're working on nearby because you're just gonna make yourself hungry.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just as like speaking from experience.
Yep. So then we have Joseph.
Hi.
Joseph, you
How many
doing
do I have seats left?
You have 2 seats left.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you have a
I
couple
feel a
seats
sickness coming on. What is your workshop?
I think Saturday.
Saturday. I might be ill for a couple
Saturday.
hours. How long's your workshop?
3 hours you get me for.
3 hours. What time do you start on Saturday?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock p.m.
So much
Jesus.
smarter.
And also,
Maybe.
too,
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna bring the dice and we're gonna see how smart it is.
so we have,
What'd I get?
We have grass, and then we have,
I think you get a bonus. Hold on.
let's roll for it, go.
It was a critical miss.
Look at 13. It's respectable.
Okay.
Okay.
Went to college. Like if I had to like give
college?
it a stat, like 13 college.
I went to college. Didn't pass, but I went. You tried.
Sorry.
That's pretty good.
I
Showed up.
I'm not a judge.
So yeah, so you got 2 seats left.
Yeah,
You want
so
someone
you
that's
got
got
2
13 and intelligence.
Yep. They have 2 seats,
get
and then
the
you
green.
have Michael Pavlovich, who is also bringing on his tape of ZBrush creations and bringing characters to life. You have Michael DeFeo, who has some seats left. for
Legend.
stylized character.
Legend.
Absolutely
Pause on
Stylized.
the pause on the man.
stylized.
Pause on the man. Minions. Throw that pen. That poor pen. Minions,
die.
all kinds of Isaac.
Yes, you do.
What do you need?
Hold on,
Win a
let me
dice?
do
I'm throwing this
D6,
pin
I'm
like
terrible
it's
at
a-
it.
What are you rolling?
Okay, hold on.
What are you going to throw?
Look how pretty it is. Those are my Celestial
They
Warlock
are. They're very
dice.
pretty.
What are you rolling about here? What are you going to roll for?
I'm throwing this pin around. I need a die.
Like, well, call what is success for you and what is not.
5.
You did great.
Yeah, see, it's amazing.
5 out of 6. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's that's the class. It's an amazing class.
5 out of 6.
Let's go.
Michael McHale's class, a 5 out of
Michael's
6.
a
I see that.
We're 5. It's technically 5 out of 5, but there's a chance for extra credit if you go to the class.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the stuff
So he
on-
has seats left, which is amazing. Go ahead, roll.
Yes.
Okay, but I want that back.
5 again.
I'm feeling lucky.
5 again.
Maybe I make
5 again.
Cool. And then you have Anna Carolina, who's also doing classes for ZBrush to Unreal. So especially if you're in environments or characters, there's the massive workload for that. So you have seats available, please, right now. If you know you're going to be here and you want to learn something, because these classes are not recorded. They're not for future release. They are once in a lifetime. That is it. 10th year anniversary. Once Monday comes, it's gone. It's done.
Yep.
Class is done. Did over.
Kind of like a concert. Oh, look, it's Monday and I missed it. It's
That's
not
it.
happening
Yeah, you
again.
can't
One
go
night
back
only.
Again.
But just
Yep.
also think about sitting in the same room as somebody so brilliant as to like lead one of these workshops and just like getting directly from them, getting to know them,
Yeah.
possibly getting to shoot them your questions later without it being awkward.
Absolutely.
Possibly impressing them and getting a job at some point.
That's
You know,
right, another
honestly,
good
you
bonus,
can't
yeah.
discount the fact that you're going to be
No.
surrounded by everybody who does this every single day,
Yeah.
all the day.
Because networking is a big approach. Getting out there, putting yourself out there, meeting people. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, a lot of for these professional jobs are team efforts, right? We're
They're all
creating
team
something.
efforts, yeah.
It's not just you, one person doing the thing. It's a collaborative effort to make something happen. Because we're telling stories, we're bringing worlds together, and I just get goosebumps talking about that stuff. So I love that stuff. So seriously, come in, a lot of knowledge here. I'm gonna roll for it again.
I'll tell you what,
Amazing.
coming back to the live feed here with the ZBrush sculptor,
Do it.
Steven Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, the smartest.
Steven Anderson.
He is making
Smartest.
strides. He's got his concept up inside of the bottom of the frame. The guy is
Oh,
chip off the
I'm
old
so
block.
excited.
Let me tell you what.
I wonder
look
if
at
he
this
knows that we're like peeking over his
chip off the old block. This guy right here.
He now works with me over
Boom.
at Blizzard, and he's
Oh,
Got the
wow.
inside line on you.
Wow.
so cool.
Did you hear that? She said you're so cool.
He's not listening to us. He's smart.
He's
He is.
definitely listening to us. He's
Steven, buddy.
waving. Look at him.
Oh,
my
he's
God,
waving.
Steven.
Yeah.
Thought I wasn't going to
Listening.
see you in there,
Come
smartest.
on. Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
Yeah. Covered.
already an hour in, and he's like, look
Got
how
color.
cute
He's
his
so
little
happy.
wizard tie is. Okay, I'm calling it a wizard just because like it's an old dude, but like,
He's
look at how
an
like,
ogre, a troll. I think he said troll. He's screaming troll. Say it again so I can see your mouth.
Troll?
move.
He's screaming troll.
He's troll. Is
We
it
should
troll?
roll for it.
I mean,
Troll.
See if it's a wizard or a troll.
The troll.
what does 11 mean? I don't know. I love him no matter what. Look, he's gonna have a hood.
Hunchback.
I love
A wizard.
characters.
He said wizard. He said W.
Look at
wizard.
me.
Wizard. There you go.
I know my I know
He's
my
nodding yes for wizard, ladies and gentlemen. They're watching around the world.
I know what I'm talking about. Well, he's an old dude. He looks smart. He looks a
hunchback.
little bit maniacal, though.
He's got like a 12 out of 18, this guy.
Oh, so a wizard, they're entirely driven by their intelligence stat. If they have anything less than an 18, they are not shooting that fireball as well as they
So
could.
no wizard at all.
Yeah, you just don't mess
Is it
around.
like
Like they're picking up any
Ping-pong.
sort of item or potion to get their up as high as possible because they're standing in the background because they're like little paper
Squishy.
mache characters, right? And they're just like as much as
How
possible.
does it go again?
That's what I wanted to hear. I'm recording that before she leaves. for the-
That might have been worse than the bell ring for anybody listening on their headphones. A decibel, you don't want to.
I mean, when you were saying it, I was saying it in my head. Too,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's like flying when you, I don't know,
Yeah.
you're sculpting planes, you make the flying sound.
it would be funny to make a remedial wizard.
A remedial wizard.
Like, no, can you imagine for the role playing? Because sometimes failure is more fun. Like, you have a wizard that's like, yeah, I failed all my
Are you hearing
classes
this?
at wizard school.
I know I'm all the
And-
way over here, but
No, but I mean, like he could be that wizard. He's like, I failed my classes, but trust me, I've got your back, and I'm totally gonna cast this.
And you would rely on this person?
Would you?
This is like.
I mean, I
now-
guess it depends on if like they're your childhood friend, and you want to make sure that they feel like you believe.
Let me
in them.
stop you right there in the modern era.
Yeah.
You get into an Uber ride and they don't have GPS or any kind of maps open. Are you trusting this person?
Well, okay, what is their
You're not in New
name?
York City and it's not a
Well,
yellow
no,
cab.
but like, what
Think
if
about what I'm asking.
what if they were trained on the Kelly? Wait, what was the Thomas?
Thomas guy.
But they can be
What if
trained
they
on
were
whatever
trained
they
on
want.
Thomas guy?
I've lost it.
Okay,
mean,
I will tip the
I'm
Uber
lost.
driver that pulls out a Thomas guide. Is like, let's go. I know exactly where I'm happening. Page 85. Let's go.
I can't believe this. We opened up Pandora's box.
yeah, no, I know. I mean, I think
He's got a wizard. This guy's assaulting the pen next to me. What's happening?
Yeah, I got my
if you're
dot.
thinking you're looking to get a wizard, he might have solutions that are not intelligence-based solutions. You can't underestimate.
I like where your head's going with this, and I actually see that as a franchise, remedialwizard.com.
Remedial wizard.
Right.
Trust
You too.
us.
Yeah, right? Trust
Our
us.
heart's in the right place, but our brains are not. Like,
Helping you underachieve since 2023.
you too
The
can be a
remedial
wizard.
wizard.
Your intelligence may not be a bar,
We're having a user group meeting in the forest somewhere near Joe's house.
but they're all just training to be a druid. And it's just,
That's right.
Dude, good.
anyway.
Oh, man, so this guy here, Steven
I love
Anderson, the
wizards.
smartest, he's making it happen here. We got a topology.
I love him. This
Colors
character
already
is so
start. Yeah.
cute.
Dude, look at that. We've got what looks like tears and rips being
Oh.
a manipulation
he's doing
of.
I think he's just, I don't think.
Oh,
I think
wow.
he's getting like the folds in with like chonky
Okay.
bits.
Yeah, I would agree. You know what?
Wizard hands look at musical conductors as they're like mid. That is your wizard hand
Look at that.
reference. I'm
Man.
just letting you know.
Okay.
Did I do it? Did I do it well?
Yes, no, forever. And it's
I've
like
given so much photo
your
ref today,
hands
it's
don't
ridiculous.
do twinning, you know, and it's just like pulling apart the
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
rhythms of the ether and bringing
What's his
into
face in
the-
Star Wars?
Now you die.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, go full
Right?
conductor hands, and you're gonna get some sweet.
I like this
I'm
conductor,
very
yeah.
excited for Smartest to reveal
His hands.
his wizard hands. Right now, they're wizard mitts.
That kid's got that.
Oh
drawing.
look, is he listening to us? I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch his hand process intently. You two talk.
I'm thinking he's going to drop in a couple primitives maybe there,
Yeah, yeah.
and he's going to
Yeah.
take it home.
He's doing clay build-ups.
You know what I mean?
He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, you know,
Look at him. He's laughing now. He's
we
having
don't
a
know
good time.
where. We don't know
Show
where.
us your hands.
Party.
Joe's
Give us the wizard mitts.
Maybe we get the masking and the pull here.
That's
Ooh,
right.
I think he is going to do a pull with a
Insert.
little
He's
like
going with the
fingertip
look at-
inflate.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Ready?
Kind of like
Boom.
gecko paws.
Oh.
Didn't waste any time with that bad boy right there.
No. No. Oh, he's redoing
Smart
it.
approach. He is the smartest.
You know, for those who don't know, if you're not seeing
Can you play by
smartest, huh?
Can you play by
Well, what we got now is the rotate function being used. He's got the scale. He's moving it inside with the gizmo. We're looking at what could be a potential thumb. A thumbs up from the smartest all the way
opposable
from here
thumbs
to there.
necessary for an intelligent.
He's got a very intelligent thumb happening here using the move brush. Just a
He
simple
uses
move brush here.
tools.
Not to be confused with the move topological brush, which will keep the topology
over here.
even smoother, cleaner. Now what we've got here is the move
I'm
brush.
not a
He's
wizard.
putting an indent here on the bottom part of what it proposed to be a thumb. And he's moving it along, changing the brush size, using that S hotkey. Don't forget to learn your hotkeys while you're friends. You got the S brush.
duplicate?
Probably going to duplicate
Yeah.
it across the other side using the mirroring weld. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
So you,
Oh, he's
can
already
make
got
an
it.
index or another finger. In.
Pressing that W key or that E key and that R key will bring back up that gizmo. And here we are live
That's
again.
a page-turning thumb.
Right there, that's a page.
Yeah.
And now he's duplicated that holding the control
Surface
key.
area on that pad.
Yeah, you said you wanted a play-by-play. Is this
paper cut.
fast enough?
No, you are. You're
He's got that W
smart.
key and he's using that
Nonsense.
control key. This is. Are you calling me smart?
I'm the nonsense and you're the smart. This is
You're talking about the social and down below the. Wait a minute, that's not my line.
He's giving us live
Okay,
control.
we're using the scale here, and the smartest, live from a secret location, is now using the rotate function. You can access that. That's a global rotation using the white circular indicator
I'm
inside
really
of the
stoked
gizmo.
for these hands. Like
The people here are stoked. Ian Robinson is sitting to my left, feeling feverishly fun and ready to go here on day number
Feverishly?
1.
Oh yeah.
We've got Joe Drusk, myself, Louis Tucci here live for the ZBrush Summit, the 10th anniversary ZBrush Summit. The smartest himself has got that glorious indentation, now isolating the topology, using the mask brush with the control function. Going over to the W hotkey and now the R key, using it to scale it down, using that red indicator.
You did. He's
Red indicator,
succeeding.
a green indicator, and we've got a blue indicator. That's going to denote which of the axes you're working in. Here, we've got a pointed finger pointed just at you, John Lennon. And now he's switching over again, holding that control key and masking the other ones based on the groups. Those are polygroups. You can polygroup something if it's visible on the screen by pressing control W.
3 fingers? 4 fingers?
Oh,
How
the
many
smoke,
fingers?
we're not going to stop yet.
fingers?
He's got 2
So
fingers.
his art shows a full 5-digit wizard.
We're getting the 5 digits. He's going to make do with it. He's making these copies. How is he making these copies? People at home. And he holds the control key yet again.
Roll and
Clicks and drags
drag.
on that move gizmo. My goodness. Little known fact.
If you want to give it the tip about the,
Go for it, Ian Robinson.
press
You are the
control,
ZBrush trainer. I
drag,
don't know what
let
you're
go,
doing.
control, keep dragging. You can
get
have a million of
multiples.
them.
Multiples, ladies and gentlemen. You can have all the fingers in the world.
But you know, honestly, a wizard could use more than 5 fingers.
Oh,
It's just a
absolutely.
lot to do.
Jessica, I want to tell you something important.
Dramatic components.
I have to pause the media here and all of the social media. and
Maybe
all
the
media
multiple
smash like-
arms?
Multiple everything.
With multiple arms.
Yes.
It's like the Warlock had them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to know
What
something?
we're assuming is the
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, please.
You see what we just did there? You know where I learned how to do that?
Which part?
Talking really fast and telling
Like
you what to do.
auction house?
I used to watch religiously the Barrett Jackson auction from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Auction house.
We got a 1969 Corvette up on the deck near, rolling up here. It was 49,500, 49,500. I thought, man, that is a skill.
You know,
Here
and
we are.
they make jokes
What
while
did your parents
auctioning
think of you
things.
when you-
Yeah, like
We're of that generation where we're just left alone. I was the macho man and everybody in between, Billy Graham, all the people.
Like,
They
oh,
don't
there's
invite a
Louis
friend
again. He's auctioning.
He's just auctioning. People watching that thing. 1969 L88 Corvette, 429,000, 429,500. That 43.5, 43.5, 43.5, 43.5, 43.5, 43.5. And you have this thing on full tilt, and I'd say, sold. And I think, who the hell has that kind of money? Here we are.
somebody who got caught up
Just a man of the
in
people.
the fans.
Oh, yeah, there'd be the
Yeah,
fanfare, people
Yeah, I don't go
sweating,
to
waving the thing.
auctions because,
You don't want to do that.
yeah, you don't want to involve competition.
Can you
with
imagine
spending money.
if
No,
eBay
that
had
gets
audio?
dangerous very quickly.
God.
Can you imagine if eBay had audio? It's coming down to the last
coming-
2
that might be the
seconds.
next
Smash
thing.
that button.
Yeah.
You're trying to get that. You're trying to snipe. You
Not
get you that
love.
vintage ZBrush, that version 1.0 in that original packaging.
Ooh.
$494,000 signed by O'Farrell himself. 494. We have 495, 497, 512, 512. Now signed by Joseph Druss.
Yeah, over here. I'll take it. Yep.
Right? So, okay, but
his
no.
name.
All right. Steven Anderson with the finger job here.
Yeah.
Really good.
Well, I have an interesting character.
Come on, Ian.
I have an interesting character up on the screen.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. It may be going after that bear of yours.
What you got?
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Oh.
What
Oh.
you got? What you got?
Yeah, I really liking this.
I'm gonna have to go back to the character
This is some
description
squirrel.
because
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like a squirrel of some sort.
Squirrel?
Squirrel. I love it.
Not some kind of big cat?
Yep. When I first saw their block out, it was very much like Stereo, and it was just
gotta get
Oh,
off.
kidding.
ball shape and stuff, and they had all their forms blocked out. And then I popped back over for a second, and I saw this head. I was like, I love animal approaches to characters. It's like it's a different take because we always see humans all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's
Get a lot of
good.
humans, you're right.
It's a good approach to
Like, I
mix
like
something up a bit.
You throw a little anthropomorphic creature in there, and you've got my heart.
Look at that. Look at that. The cloak.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
Now we are talking.
Yep.
Wow. Roll the dice, Ian. That's a 5, didn't it?
I think he's
You got a
gonna
5 on that one?
That is a 5.
That's
Look
a
at
5.
that.
I
Boom,
called it.
Right
I
there.
called it right there. I knew it. I said it. Ian's rolling the 5. Ladies and gentlemen, he rolled a 5.
Have we seen anybody doing the mechanical guardian?
I have not.
Not that we can see. Whoa, what's this?
Anybody in chat, if you've seen somebody do
Holy
mechanical
smoke.
guardian, be like, hey.
Yuri, we're coming to you next. I got to tell you, man. Yuri's
the
on
elves.
fire.
I've seen some elves, seen some archers.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait till you
Nice.
see Yuri's work
Nice.
here, man. This is beautiful, poignant, and classic. Look at this with this cloak and the, oh my goodness. I can't wait for you people to see this.
Yeah, I think the mechanical guardian is in.
Yuri Porobov.
So do you use the hamster
Yuri
with
Porobov.
English?
Oh, wow.
Because it allows itself to be like a
Yuri
creature or a
Porobov is
dragon.
killing it. Sorry, I had it on
Yeah,
micro
yeah.
screen. Check out this guy here.
I
Yuri
don't know, like, I
Porobov.
mean, you
like
could,
the
yeah,
assassin.
it could be the assassin.
Hamster
You
assassin.
two jackals take a good look at what's happening on the screen right here.
Ooh.
Look at this. Wow, all that in the short amount of time. Yuri, I
Which
tip my curly hair to you.
This is really cool.
I don't wear hats, but
Great
if I did,
style.
it's really just very subtly quiet.
Can we discuss the nose to lip integration pleasantness for that?
Let's talk about that transitional space. Oh my goodness. I almost just want to reach out and say, well done.
Yeah. Just so you know, we're watching you and very pleased.
Really happy about this. I like there's a subtle kind of transitional thing happening between like flat spaces. And then the way it turns, it kind of occupies a really nice transitional feeling. Look at that cheek.
I like too how they,
Just like into here.
yeah, you could see the composition they're going for as well, right where they
Yeah.
chose to cut off the body. And I think
They're
that's
like,
super
I'm not
smart.
really that into this.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. We got a wave. There you go. You're live.
Hey.
Broadcasting all over the globe. Don't get nervous. Look at that hair management
Yeah,
as well.
I'm loving the color scheme that they went with as well, because the eyes are popping for me.
They are, yeah.
It's very striking, and I just like that approach. So it's like I'm looking into the soul of that character.
And the volume in the lips, too.
Yeah.
Just to Jessica's point, that transition there as we get into that nasolabial flap through that upper mandible
Which is
area.
nice. It's gonna catch the light really nice. I imagine they're gonna like
I think so.
light in there.
What kind of lighting setup would you go for in your final render?
You first.
3-point. Always 3-point. I like like rim lights in the back, and then strong directional, and then I like to bring color up from one of the bottoms. Which is kind of
Well, to show off all your hard work, right? But like because it's a separate color, it's not gonna wash anything out. I like candlelight.
Candlelight?
So like a strong light with like just like a subtle ambient fill.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yourself?
I'm a 2-point light. So I used to shoot headshots for action.
Yeah.
And I always liked the fact that a bounce card, just with a subtle fill, but a nice rim, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But then a nice directed light that just fills everything and really like shows off their bone structure and all the
Yeah.
anatomy. So a lot of that I like, but then but just really making sure that like it's just everything is just falling off beautifully. Because some things I think, you don't have to show everything. I think that sometimes people get caught up.
You shouldn't show
You have to
everything.
show every aspect, but shadows tell a story too. And then if you want to get creative, if your character is menacing, I love putting a third light underneath.
Right up.
Boom, yeah.
Very interesting idea though to like have it fall off with like maybe illuminated eyes. They're
Yeah.
not in shadow. They're like a lot, right?
I think it's cool if you have lost and found edges. Like in a painting, for instance, it's definitely something you should go after. For me, it's like 1 point, like just one light, and then you have a slider in there for distance. You can achieve a lot with just a distance slider and have that kind of fall off, where it's almost like oftentimes just used in instruction over the years, like Rembrandt paintings.
Yeah,
by a
just the real
Rembrandt
high
portrait, that's that
contrast.
one kind of light, and then have that fall off into that shadow area, like saying that the shadows being complex. I think that's like probably the best case scenario. This is really cool. Look at that ear. That's a clean ear.
That is a clean ear.
That is one clean ear.
Lacks the elfin persuasion, so I can.
We all have our fetishes. Today we're with the ears. Here we are.
I'm just saying, it is a really nice ear. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And the upside of the other ear being behind here.
It could be elven.
Could be half elf. This side
side
of
could
the
have- yeah.
ear is an elf.
Right?
Under the hair is an elf.
You could have a half an ear.
Yeah.
Well, they could be waiting till the end to pull that ear out. Keep us guessing.
So just like surprise.
Yeah, like boop, and there you go.
A good point, actually. It's one to consider this and think, you want to reveal all your cards too early in the contest.
Can you imagine somebody being like sculpting, but they've got like another person's feet up and they're doing like exactly that person's thing. They're like, oh. And then the person catches on and they're like, but he was zinger at the very, very end. What elf?
Kind of like snipe them right at the end.
That's right.
Headshot, bro. You're done.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be weird.
This is good. This
It'd
is
be hard,
nice.
actually.
This is some nice work. Here we go with some primitive stuff just happening here. And again, that new.
Yeah, I got one with.
Yeah, we've got a
let's see it.
barbarian with some posing.
A barbarian?
action.
Ooh,
I assume barbarian because it is a fur bottom
Oh, wow. Okay.
and a crisscross leather strappy top, which is quintessential barbarian attire.
Archetype.
Yeah.
I mean,
Has the power.
to be fair, if they wear armor in, to be fair, if they wear armor in the D&D setting, they don't get some of their bonuses
Oh.
as a barbarian. So they have to be as naked as possible to be a successful barbarian.
Interesting. Okay,
Not
that's
smart
fair.
enough to wear clothes.
What is the name of this person that you've called up here? Let's give these people their just desserts as we creep into the afternoon here on the Zebra
Sparky
Summit.
face.
Sparky face is
Sparky
laid a
face.
smackdown here.
Sparky face.
Look at
No,
that.
I mean, he knew what he was doing when he chose a barbarian.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm shading the barbarian, not the artist. The artist understood the assignment.
of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
Okay, this is a win.
an initial read, you're like, that's a barbarian.
And I got a
He's
wave, too.
An unhanded, or like a unarmed barbarian.
Hi, Sparky.
For now, unarmed, I have a sneaking suspicion that hand is probably going to turn and have some kind of
Basketball?
no,
To be a dunking barbarian.
dunking contest.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like the fact too that they definitely have their frame picked out,
Yes.
and yeah, they're pushing for action. I
Yeah,
like that.
they like their document size right in.
Yep.
You know what's really cool is that they're actually demonstrating the absolute monolithic functionality of the 2.5D space inside of ZBrush because it's really transitioned into that. Right? They're not turning it around right now. They've got these angles set up and they're manipulating, moving these pieces, and it's with great resolve.
Yeah, I don't
with
think
the
I've
end goal.
seen anybody go straight to the 2.5D ever.
Yeah,
That
me
might
neither.
be
This is like the first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be an interesting thing because you can get a lot of cool stuff out of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stylized effects.
Yeah, get Joe Mena in here. Do a full bas relief.
Look at this. This is really nice.
Actually, having that as an assignment in production was really fun. Very satisfying.
You got another one?
I do have another
Poking
one,
around. I
yeah.
see you looking at me, smiling at me. Wait,
I haven't-
Beaver's to show something else. What you got?
No, I have another one. This person gets extra points
Oh?
because we're twinsies.
What?
They're wearing the beanies?
We're wearing
Oh,
beanies.
here we go.
Look at that.
Oh.
What is going on here?
Oh, yeah.
Love the glasses, love the beanie, but also too loving the approach of the sculpt. Love the facial expression too that they're starting to go for.
Okay.
Because again, I love attitude. I love just like, you know.
Okay, we got a
put something
wave.
there.
Looking good.
Yeah, hello.
There you go.
Beanie twins, yay!
There you go.
But yeah, I like the fact that, and the ears. I was thinking of you.
Into that.
Yep, and the earrings really just like draw the attention to the ears.
I love it.
Yep.
Look at that face. I like that.
You know, in a fantasy world, they don't need hairspray. They've got magic.
Exactly. Yep.
Like, and this elf could be part Texan, where it's like, bigger the hair, closer to God, right?
Yep.
Is that what they say in Texas? Here we go somewhere the Shiflett brothers are smiling. The bigger the hair, the closer to God. Matt, I should get outside and get
Yeah,
the
remember
big
that one.
Just
another
full
t-shirt.
glorious pump.
Man,
Yep.
this is
Well, we only have a few more minutes before we're hitting that halfway mark.
I'm
I got
gonna
one.
wing the thingy at
Oh,
the halfway
yeah.
point. I
Yep,
saw that.
Well, oh gosh, here we go. I gotta get
5
my
minutes.
finger in my ear.
Halfway.
Hey,
I got one to pull.
I got one for you. It's
Nope.
Alvaro Buendia.
Nope, I'm getting mine first.
Alvaro is doing it?
Alvaro's doing it.
Oh,
You want me to go first?
no, I got one first.
You go first.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know Alvaro.
go first. Oh, wow, here
Yeah.
we go. Who's
That is
this?
fantastic.
DSC-art.com.
Oscar.
You know
Oscar
that this
Trejo.
one's gonna eat all of the other player characters.
Oh, that's Amarahia right there. Oscar Trejo coming full clutch on this one.
Gosh,
Instead of Trejo's Donuts, we got, or Trejo's Tacos, we got Trejo's Dragons.
yeah. Trejo going to eat you
Look
alive.
at this. This is something else. What an undertaking to try to do a dragon in 3
Oh,
hours.
I know.
I mean, he's already like 50% done.
Look at the great anatomy choices with like the twin horns coming up.
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, it's a 3-hour challenge. You're getting a dragon. That'd be the last thing I think to do. To do a dragon in 3 hours is actually going to be a contender and actually looking like it could actually win this thing.
Anatomy choices. I do appreciate that they don't have like a separate lip to fang thing. That it's just straight skull, like kind
straight
of like
into it.
skinned skull.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Well, I don't know.
Hi! Look at this dragon. He's like, ah! What a nice dragon. He sends greetings.
So, you know, thinking about it, though, I would say going with a creature like a dragon actually could be a really smart approach because you could do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They
You
are
don't see dragons every day.
No, you don't. So just go nuts. And clearly,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing.
Well, monster forms in sculpture are such a delight because no one sees a monster in real life, and so there's no one out there who can say you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Like your creative choices are sky's the limit, and with dragons they can fly. So sky's the limit. I mean, it seems like a pretty daunting undertaking, but it seems like they did their homework ahead of time. They're not doing critical creative decision making right now. They're doing, I made something really cool in my
Sus.
head already, and I'm executing like a
Sus behavior.
What? No.
Some were probably.
They did their homework.
Well, maybe they did what the big man Louis Tucci said himself, and they had a little concept on the side that we're not seeing. What do you think?
I mean,
Good thinking.
I like their concept.
I like this concept.
A+ dragon.
Look at this masking that's happening.
Ooh, so he's gonna bring in some color already.
Wow, that's really
I
cool.
love me some spotted dragon.
Or use the
I think his color
masking.
scheme's gonna be.
I don't know.
Did you know that the colors of a dragon actually denote their breath weapon?
No.
So like what? Green. is
Okay, so
poison?
I mean, like a blue dragon is gonna have lightning for its breath weapon.
Oh, cool.
Green would be poison cloud.
Right, like
So I'm very excited to see what color dragon they're going with.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
this is probably going to be a surface.
So Oscar, I think, is one of the Zebra Slot trainers too, right?
Yeah.
So this is like old hat kind of pressure.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm hoping for a
Dragon.
green dragon. I'm just going to throw that out there.
He's just like, baby dragon. Look at this little.
I don't know. I love the banner.
There you go. Double shot of this one. Look at this. Boom.
Going all out.
Boom. Did you, I have one if no one else has one.
No,
One of them.
Alvaro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Luis Alvaro.
Oh, this is the one. I'm just getting some tech support here for something that's going on here in the background. All the things behind the veil. He's got Angus. Alvaro Buendia.
Oh,
Dragon.
You look good, man. Look at you. I see you there.
I can't
That
wait.
beard in the corner picture right there, Alvaro. Looking good.
Wait, no. That's, there it is.
Oh,
Look at that. Angus.
Yeah, yeah.
Angus.
Wait to get like the breakdown of Buto's butt.
Look at this thing, man.
Like,
Look at this thing right here.
no.
Come on.
Ooh, very
Keep in mind,
It's like the opening of this one.
this is that is actually really nice mechanics. Look at that. That is wicked. Alvaro really looking good, man.
Ooh, 4 arms, 4 horns.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Big prizes given away here for competing.
Are there really?
Big prizes.
Oh, Okay, tell me
Big
more.
stuff. Big prizes are good. The grand prize. Here we go. I'm not going to spoil any of that right now. We're just going to say big prizes.
Is my interest a 3?
No, it's a 2.
It's a 2.
So we're not going to get into it right now.
We're not doing that right now, but I'm just saying, I'm
Roll slowly.
sprinkling the salt on the meats. I'm letting you know there's big things. People have put themselves forward. Everyone who's competing is going to get something. But, man, some of these things are looking like top notch.
You know, we're almost at the halfway point. I mean, I'm gonna tease it and also prepare people to maybe turn down their volume.
Are we doing
Which
44
direction?
seconds? What are we doing here?
Well, I'm gonna do it at the 1:30 mark on our big clock.
So in about 40 seconds. That's why I got my
Yeah.
fingers stuck right in my ear.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm
I'm doing
gonna
the same
wing
thing.
it.
Actually, I
got my beanie
The
on,
boys
so
are
we're
preparing.
good.
He's like, I got my beanie.
You're
I'm
far enough
protected.
away from this main.
Yeah,
But like, so this monstrous beast, 90 minutes only.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
30 seconds,
Alvaro,
90 minutes. I mean,
90 minutes.
Bananas.
What a guy.
Just like detail
Bananas.
intense, but with solid form and structure. Wonderful anatomical choices with, like, you know, the maw, like a maw of a dragon is very important.
So good. 10, 9, 8,
This isn't the
7,
final countdown, this is the
6,
halfway countdown.
5, 4,
Keep going.
3,
Just keep going.
2, 1.
Oh, God.
Halftime!
To myself.
That's the halfway mark. Let me just take over here for a second. What an extraordinary circumstance to be a part of. Take a good look at the hardware. We got Ian Robinson, myself, Louis Tucci, Joseph Druss, Jessica Drew Johnson. We're here for the 10th anniversary Zebra Summit. What do you think so far, Joseph Druss?
Everything's looking good. Some of those last ones are looking amazing. They're definitely, that's halfway through. Like, I think we say this all the time. It's like, that's only 90 minutes. I'm just saying.
Just 90 minutes, the astounding level of completion and full characterization, because it's not just making the thing, it's making the character. It's like this monstrous.
I'm going to go over to Ian Robinson. I'm going to come back to you last. Ian Robinson, what do you think so far, so good, 90 minutes in? What is your take on it from inside the hot lights?
Man, it's quite different. It's like last year to this year, like, you know, I feel like they had really prepped this year for it, really going hard, because everyone has something that is already really noticeable on what it is, and it's amazing to see the level of speed and dedication and concepting that has been happening. So I am flabbergasted at what we're seeing,
Okay,
and I'm
good
like,
for-
I need to start speed sculpting again, because I don't know if I can keep up.
This is something.
Yeah.
Jessica, what are your thoughts so far? 90 minutes into the 10th anniversary Zebra Sculpt Off here from the fabled grounds of the Noman Green Screen Hangar inside the Shadow of the Hollywood sign.
You know, this topic is such a delight for me because I'm seeing people making costumes in ZBrush. So many costumes. And for a lot of the characters, that's influencing so much about what they're saying about the class, the capability, the sinister levels of said character. I love my monsters as much as the next person, but like, I am so delighted to see the costume.
You're happy to see the
I
cloaks,
love seeing the
cloaks
hoods.
and the hoods and the
You know,
ears
hood
and the
design
ears.
is a real thing that gets
Of course.
labored over constantly in
yeah.
cinematics.
garment sculpting.
Oh my gosh,
like
it's
that.
like a real thing. And so it's just lovely to see. And there's so many options, from strappy furry belts to full-on wizard attire to the armor. I hope I see another like full-on armor set one a little bit.
Oh, me
later.
too. We'll
I
go
want to see the weapons. I mean, it's not often that we create a challenge that has so much to do with their combat capabilities. But this is
A
quite
very diverse collection,
love it.
a collection of descriptions that have given the people enough fodder to think about for a long time. Weeks in advance they were given this. If you're just tuning in now, a lot of people around the globe, hundreds in number, thousands and maybe hundreds of thousands viewing at home across the globe, all the way, like I said, from Tokyo to Tennessee to Toronto. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're not here in person, we are back live in the flesh. You can see that. Reach out and touch someone. I'm here in the flesh. This is not online anymore. And we're going to be here for 3 days. Again, the Zebra Summit, the 10th anniversary. This is the 10th anniversary Sculpt Off, and we are really excited. The halfway mark, for me, demonstrates that these people, yes, in fact, you're all right. They all have done their homework.
They're bringing
They are really bringing something, because I'm looking still at the screen, and I'm watching this Alvaro Angus character come alive, and some of the others that really knocked my socks off. I just can't wait to see the end.
I know, it's going to be amazing. I'm also going to throw this out to the chat, too.
What's happening in the chat now?
You know, just want to look, because there's so many contestants this time.
Right.
There's
there
so
are.
many. So if anyone in the chat sees one that's like, they're like excited to show off, post it in the chat, you know?
That's
like,
great
yeah.
Tell us
point.
who it is you
Yeah,
really
cool.
want to see.
I've got it
Great
on my
point.
phone. Like, I've got the chat just like running
Perfect.
as like
Yeah.
a backup for the.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we're trying to look at it because everyone is doing amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I have another dragon one on my screen right now that
Really?
it's just, this one is like,
Over to you, Ian Robinson, our mobile correspondent.
yeah. Like, This one is like they're working on wings right now.
Wow.
But they have
that
a
is
whole
something.
base and they have a pose that's already
Guys, look
locked
at
in.
that.
So
That was 90 minutes?
And
Yeah.
wings.
look at this.
What is the name of this person?
How many spines are they choosing? to
Yeah.
go on their wings?
What's the name on this one?
Matt. I'm so
It's fine, it's
Or
fine.
butterfly
terrible.
bat.
Matt what?
Matt
this is Matt.
Divatro.
Devatro? Okay. Matt Devatro.
Sorry if I butchered that. No,
Whatever.
terrible name. I'm so sorry.
But it,
But yeah, it's amazing what's going on here.
I love that it's less bat and more like insect kind of vibe. with
Wild.
Spines. It's really beautiful kind of butterfly.
Yeah.
Digging it.
I also like too that they are just laying down clay and they're really focused on the shapes, and then they zoom out and then they take a look at it and they zoom back in, apply some more zoom out. They're not focused on any type of
Right.
like tertiary forms. They're just like, yeah, just get the shape in there, see if, and move on. And I love that approach.
You know what else? Look in the top corner on the left there. You got your thumbnail. Little known and
So
maybe
smart.
not so oftentimes used.
Honestly,
tool.
I don't use it, and I'm learning a
Preferences.
lesson right now.
Click on the Preferences tab.
I love
Find your
it.
way down to the
Yeah.
bottom of the Preferences tab, and you too can
Bottom.
thumbnail.
Thumbnail
best of
that
them.
shit.
Also to be found inside of there is your handy-dandy quick save.
Oh, well.
Set the slider to whatever you need, up to 600 minutes.
Yeah.
It's really taken over, hasn't it?
Yes, I love it. It's great.
I'm
No,
inside.
now
the
anytime I
Z-
press control, I'm going to hear your voice.
Jesus, that's scary. Let's take a look. We're going to go through the... Oh, man. I have got one for Jessica.
Do you?
This one is just for you. From one friend to another. Here we go.
Show
We're
me the
making it onto
goods.
this one. This is all
Better
ears.
have pointy ears.
All ears.
Oh,
All ears all the
That's
time.
lovely.
Isn't she lovely?
No, but really.
My goodness, this is beautiful. Look at the... I like the demeanor of the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, there's a character in that. Isn't it like this? Like, you almost want to hear the voice like this. Well, I guess if they've got no mustard, we'll have to use the ketchup. Take a good look.
I mean, elves being snooty is a
Very
common.
If there's no mustard, we'll have to use
Oh, I suppose I have to group with a barbarian for this, if I must.
So be it, if I must.
You know, having cannon fodder with you is a smart choice.
Simpletons, all of them.
However, the activities after the dragon raid are leaving much to be desired.
Let me talk about let me talk about after events on Saturday night.
Ooh.
On Saturday night,
Should be there with
if you
one.
have the courage to show up, there will be a party, an after party, here with the many thousands of people that are going to find their way. Now I've invited the entire universe.
Please,
Yeah.
I mean, open invite, right?
10th anniversary. You don't want to miss it.
We'll hang out.
This is the time. Come on and dance and sing and
Nerd out
gonna
about
be there?
say again.
Coyote.
Coyote gonna make it. Yeah, absolutely. Coyote. I've already talked to him this morning. Coyote's coming for the photo ops with the people late at night, howling at the moon. Full moon. Full moon. All day long.
Zebra pants.
All the zebras. Full stuff. The whole thing. Social and the media.
You know that is like a motivational factor for a lot of folks.
100%.
Oh, it is. 100%.
Yeah, they're like
That's why I'm here.
selfie with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's going to be here in the flesh. We're going to invite him. Saturday night is his kind of thing. So we'll get it done. But look at this work that's being done.
I like that. So we were talking about hair approach.
What do you call this? What do you call this? The ruffle?
Well, it could be like an Elizabethan color, which is a ruff,
Yeah.
right? Or it's a high color. It's kind of petaled-like. So elves always have kind of like nature as inspiration for art. And so it feels very like bloom, leaves, petals.
It's beauty.
But yeah, it's kind of an
The second
Elizabethan ruff.
one of those we've seen too.
Yeah?
'Cause you had the other characters with the hair over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hidden elf.
You know, high collars, we ought to bring them back for real life. Like capes, too. I mean, you're cold. Why do you need a jacket? You wear a cape.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You're like, I've already
started.
got my stellar robe.
Put
You,
one of them
you want the hood.
I got the hood right here.
Ooh.
I got all the hood you need. Look at this thing right here.
Well, like also having a bit of
Come
a
from the hood.
stiffening, like fabric underneath, so it can be kind of
Look at
like
this thing.
sinister
Got a
and
second.
billowing without.
Give you a
covering
sinister.
the
Just
eye.
give me a second here.
Let's
Get all the
get
back of
into.
Thing smells like vinegar.
Is that how you cleaned it last time?
Nah, man.
I mean, it's a choice.
I got the blood out.
Choice, yeah. Making it.
Let's take a good look right here. All right. How's that? Like this?
Oh, it's-
Maybe?
Are you cold? Is
Give
that
people
what?
the reference.
Not cold.
A little cold. A little
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
It's
why I got the
You look like the dungeon master right
Yeah, you just need.
I am the dungeon master.
Globe
They talk like that?
No, you can talk however you want to talk. You're creating the world in which these characters
You should
inhabit.
have totally been in Dungeon Master.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I should
am
totally
the
get your
Dungeon
stream.
Master.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Now, the great challenge, the ZBrushes around the world. Hold your ears. Hold your ears as far as you possibly can. Use the move brush. Move topological brush to stretch those polygons without distortion. Pull them using the move brush. You too can increase the detail in the ear region
He is a
by
wizard.
using the damn
Yes.
standard brush. Tone down the intensity so that you don't twist through. You may also want to go into brush and turn on auto masking, backface masking.
All the time.
Always.
With regularity. Auto.
By default.
With
By default. Good enough?
Sometimes you want
Is
it.
it good?
Yeah, no, you were great.
Is that what they sound like in the basements?
I appreciate the
Sometimes.
sinister element to offering sage advice, because then people might not take it.
Right?
Yeah.
My only letdown at this point is that it wasn't branded with the ZBrush logo.
You could make that happen
You
for
could
make that
year
happen.
11.
Year 11, or just go out into the parking lot, take a stencil, and
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
go street.
Graffiti style? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, just have.
Right.
Yeah.
Flacco lives! What about if someone had showed up and done a luchador like Elf?
I am not one to hamper anyone's creativity.
Josh and I are smiling at each other. Who knows? Somewhere in the annals of this,
There may be one. We just may not have a
There's
good.
haven't seen it yet.
I mean, there's a lot
230
of.
folks
Yeah.
sculpting wonderful, beautiful
We
things.
may have
Someone
one somewhere.
they do an about face and suddenly there's like Nacho Elf. Right? With the lucha mask. Oh, God. Please do. What? Look at this. Well, what is this all about right here? Did you know that inside of that gizmo, you've got a whole myriad of deformers?
Oh yeah.
Here we see them on display, live and on the screen for all the people at home to see it. Look at this. Can you still see it? Look at that.
Ooh.
Deformer
there you
menu.
go.
Look at. Thank you for
Oh,
calling it up
yeah.
on cue. My God, it's like I contrived this.
Back to our
You were.
I am the
You're
Overlord.
doing this for me. Thank you.
It's like this one's just Ian over there. Sculpting away.
So good.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You know, briefly, I was like, what if I had my laptop and it was like, meow, meow, meow.
That's an inside job if I ever heard one, right?
Yeah. Be like, oh, taking notes?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you, all three of you, I'm having the time of my life. This is actually quite ridiculous that I get to do this for a living. I just want to thank you for being here. Thanks for coming all this way.
Thursday.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming all this way.
Thursday, yeah.
Thanks to the people at home. Thanks to all the ZBrushers that have continued to make this a thing for 25 years.
Oh my God.
Thanks to the people watching for 10 years. And thanks to the people trying this.
Just rolled a 6. That's how much fun we're having.
And yeah, and for the first time, here we are.
Check to see if we're having fun.
Look right here.
Super
You rolled a
fun.
6 out of 6.
Well done. 6 out of 6.
We're running a 6 right here. I'm from the 6.
I
That's
should
a
have
whole
given
other
him
thing.
a more, like a D12. Oh,
Give him a D12, see what we come up with. What is it,
the
12?
dodecahedron.
I'm gonna roll first.
You've converted me into doing more D&D just in the short time.
Honestly, so if you don't have a group that you can roll with straight away, like Baldur's Gate or any of those old school D&D based games.
Oh yeah, we're
'cause,
talking
like,
after this for sure.
Yeah, no, like full geek out on this stuff. It's so much fun. But like hanging out with your friends and creating a story together with characters. To be fair, I'm the player that sits and draws the whole time because I'm so immersed in like what's happening. I love it. I have like little like mini comics of like
Oh, wow.
what's
Stuff.
happening. I love it.
I would love to see that.
I can show you some incredibly nerdy things that I do.
So
in my
cool.
spare
Mini comics are so sweet. Yeah.
time.
You know, speaking of mini
In the
comics,
context of the game I just played, that
you can
were
no,
just
you
part
really.
of.
Some of these people might find this useful for later when they're rendering. Now we've got 1 hour and 17 minutes left.
Oh my gosh.
I might want to talk about it for a second. You know that in the material tab over here, if you click on the material and you just click on this little divider, double click on it, go into the material section there, and you can change some of the parameters.
Oh.
And you can achieve some really great things with posterize, for instance.
Oh.
And also the outline, so you can
Yeah.
really transform.
So really turning it into that line art.
illustration. You made me think about drawing.
Dude, if someone does
saying.
an old school friggin' tabletop book style
Right?
illustration
Yeah, that'd be cool.
render from this, I would a little bit scream.
Right? You may
I would
actually go
love
for a
it
print.
so much.
You might want to print.
Those, yeah.
Let's find some more people.
Everybody's doing cool stuff. I love their characters.
I'm kind of jealous I don't get to compete in it.
Well, you can tomorrow. You can just do like a little for funsies tonight and share it. It's like, I love
But
this
that wouldn't
so
bring
much.
us any closer to the hardware.
I got.
No, you're not allowed to get the hardware.
I'm not allowed to have the hardware.
You're denied.
I've shot myself
That's
in
cheating.
the foot. That's like a lifetime shot in
What
the
would
foot,
you
right?
compete under?
Yep,
Louis Tucci?
Like,
Louis Tucci. I love it.
okay.
That'd be another good Halloween costume right
That,
there.
you know what? That would be actually that's the ZBrush challenge. That's the biggest ZBrush challenge of all.
How do you hide?
Bluey
Russ,
Tuesday.
check this out. I compete as someone else, and no one finds out it's me.
Can you
That's the win.
imagine?
That's the win. Shave the face, cut the hair, fake nose.
Well, Charlie Chaplin, like,
Talking a little bit
competed
like-
in, like, a lookalike contest and lost. So,
There you go.
like,
See?
you have to
You could
accept
lose.
the
The
potential.
trouble would be that people would wonder where I was and
Yeah.
I wasn't in.
They're like, normally Louie's really
Sixth.
involved in this.
He's
What
ill.
happened?
was injured.
You've done this while feeling rough.
But we could do a live feed, like a fake live feed from a hospital bed and say, I'm sorry I couldn't be
Ooh.
there.
We
Ooh,
filmed.
yeah, it's gonna be a bit too dark.
We green screen you. You've already done like zany nonsense, and we just roll with it, improv style.
Yeah.
I'm on Safari.
No, we're
Where
gonna
do
get
you
a-
put me? I mean,
We're gonna
what-
get a
what's-
whole like hologram
Hologram
on
with-
stage.
And just make it like it's just
That's
happening.
Yeah. I mean,
Ew, I wanna
you never know. I mean, if-
I could not compete with the people at the level that they're at this level right now. What I'm seeing here on this feed is just par excellence for under 3 hours to be doing this kind of work. I don't even want to compete with these people. I cannot compete with these people. They love it, and I love that they love it, so I want to be here to promote them and put them on the pedestal. Anybody else got something for
Yeah,
us? Ian Robinson is salivating over there. He's looking at something with some color in it. I can.
yeah, this one has color. This
Come
one's
on down.
nice. This one's done by Ryan,
Oh, wow.
and he has some color on there. He
Hey,
put
Ryan.
it on this weapon earlier. It looks like a bow and arrow. Yep.
I like the fit of his headset. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
That
he's,
microphone.
he's focused for sure. But I like the fact he's working in colors. Like so, even though the colors is just generic flat color, it's really telling a story of like what's going on, separating the clothing and the weaponry.
Yeah.
So let me focus on it more. And the float.
Layers is
Yes.
key there. When you're making a costume, it is all about the layers. The more layers you add on, even if you're like, I'm at 10 belts. There's a reason 10 belts is like a trope in costuming. It freaking looks cool.
Yeah.
She's like, I was just
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, what just happened there? I was
And the
like,
long hair, color coded, they're ready. Gosh, for the 2 hours, 1 hour and 45 minutes into their character, they're doing so much.
Yeah, that's
like
fire.
you do look at production timelines, and it's like, okay, I've got like 3 days for mesh. You know, this is bananas ask, and people are stepping up.
Yep. Absolutely.
I got one with pumpkins.
are you
Pumpkin.
kidding me, really?
How delicious.
The pre-pumpkin challenge.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, this is cool. Also, I love that they're using antlers for the bow handles. Very elf choice to, recycle kills in new and special ways.
The way they did. I also like the way that they did the actual feathering on the arrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
That's really neat.
you're looking at it on your screen.
Yeah, we're
Kind of a
far
I
away.
know it's a little bit hard to see, but there is some nice gradiency. It's like it's white in the center of it, and then it gradients out to like this kind of orangish, bluish, greenish color. It has some nice tones to it. So
I can
Yeah.
see that.
They're already thinking about like color composition for this character. It's also really helpful, like seeing the differences.
I think I have a weapon.
What?
I have a weapon being made, I think.
oh,
This might be the same one we're kind of looking at.
I think someone's working on a handle of some kind for a weapon. It
Yeah,
looks like.
it's the same one.
Is it really?
Yeah, you
Nope,
can pull
it's
it up.
different.
It's different? No,
Yep.
we got two
Oh,
handles.
wow.
I at
Okay,
least
cool.
been
Me
like-
and Joseph Dress are on the sync level
Okay,
right
but like check out our screen because this is like such a delightful.
Look at this thing.
Yep.
here. Sorry, we'll get to you next.
No, it's
I don't
fine.
control these things.
I don't
Please,
judge.
don't be upset with me. I don't handle these things. It's not me. Is it a snake head?
It looks like
It does look like a snake head handle.
does look like it. Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom had the creepiest ring. She'd wear this like gold snake around her pinky. It's like,
that's
ruby.
bad as hell.
Is she from Wheel of Time? Is she a nice eye?
Ooh, you know what? This could be like a wizard
No,
stuff.
she just had this thing. She probably still has it. I should start wearing it.
Yeah,
That'd
you
be kind of
should.
that would be creep too.
It's
Right? If I
not
saw-
creepy, it's cool as
I don't think
hell.
it'll fit me. I mean,
To be fair, I wear like anything that's like cool sculpt
Necklace it.
as like a piece of jewelry. Of course, you know, a lot of the ZBrush summits, I've met some wonderful artists that are selling jewelry of their sculpts.
oh, absolutely.
Getting to wear somebody's sculpted art is
Oh.
so dang cool. Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, this one's cool.
So it's like water elemental with like some snake vibes, and I think what they had just been creating is their wizard staff.
This is a hit. Ian Robinson was the one who was basically in my ear about this. He says, we need to have elementals. I said, okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
we put them in
this
there.
is a great
I'm
compliment.
going to
Very
say there's, but we got 4 elementals, I believe. Fire, wind,
Yeah.
well, let me say earth, wind, and fire.
Yeah.
Earth, wind, I had to get away with that one. Earth, wind, and fire, and a little bit of water.
A lot of folks are choosing water though.
Yeah.
To be fair, a visual representation, visual representation of like water and wind might be the same in a sculpture, but then how you render it in the end is really going to tell you.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, fire seems more complex.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be trying to mess with
Yeah,
fire right now.
fire.
Not
I
with
bet
this
you
kind
we've
of-
got like 3 artists that are attempting fire.
I'll be all about that water, all about them
Yeah.
rocks. You know, all about coyote. What?
I
Fire
feel like
does,
we've
like,
got an
angles
earth
and
elemental
is-
up on our screen. Or a troll.
It might be a troll.
This is good stuff.
Because the troll, the character description talked about the kindness of the troll.
Oh.
And this character is
looks
quite-
very kind.
Yeah, he does.
I could smash one of those bottles of water just hanging out right down that chair. You want to throw me one of those guys? Just toss it at
The
me.
little baby ones.
Toss me one of them
They're
guys.
talking quite a
Give
bit.
it a toss.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Not even.
Oh, that was pretty good,
That was
actually.
a good toss. Thank you.
Yeah. We almost got another Belding.
That's right.
Bring the bell. No, I'm kidding. This is cool. What do we got? A pumpkin patch here?
Yeah, there's
I love
pumpkins,
it.
there's
Also-
butterflies, it looks like.
What is going on here?
like fiber mesh.
Sword.
fuse.
He's not just making a character.
Oh,
He's also
look at
making a
this.
whole
Diorama.
environment.
Ah, very nice reveal. He's got the armor.
Is that butterfly?
I think it is.
That is so cool.
That's really
Well, the
cool
character
concept.
description for the troll was like, you know, thoughtful, gentle,
Yeah, exactly.
gentle giant kind of a thing, you know?
Yep.
Yes, you got it. And here we have it. That's a really nice color as well. I like that kind of orangey, mustardy orange color against that blue that's just being framed in there. It makes me feel like really calm about it in a certain way.
Yeah.
If he's got the sword stuck in the ground, he's trying to pull it out, or
No, I think it's just in the ground.
it's stuck in there. Pretty neat.
Well, it'll be really interesting to see where it goes because I'm already getting the story out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's
And that's the.
Like emotion
Yeah.
characterization.
100%. That's really telling a story.
I love it.
Doesn't seem like the kind of guy to carry a sword. It's kind of fascinating.
He only
That
carries a sword if he has to.
Ah,
You know, like
no
tries
choice.
to resolve things peacefully first, consider nature, tries to talk you out of it, but then can be roused and
and I bust you up.
and then F your shit.
Wow, look at that. So now we've got a little more coloring added here into this orange
Bringing in
spectrum.
oranges.
I just want to say a special shout out to the Glendale School District who is tuning in across their entire school district on the classrooms. They're hitting me up in the DMs here with this picture of my mug.
There you go. Yep.
This is pretty insane. A special hello to Jason Pinsker and the team there for making it possible for students to reach their fullest potential, always providing access and opportunity, and all of our academic partners around the world who are doing this. But just wanted to draw attention to the fact that I'm getting
Lucky
somewhere
bees.
there's a
on the
bunch of-
wall.
somewhere some students are watching us do this on the screen. I really appreciate it. Ian, what's
It's
happening?
inspiring to see how people think and approach creative.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a different type of dialogue, and a different type of narrative for them to see, and I think it's important that they're exposed to this. You've got the chat blowing up. I'm watching in the distance here over your shoulder.
Yeah.
What are they saying in the annals of the social media realms?
Well, a lot of them are discussing just topics on themselves, but they're also pointing out some other artists we should be taking a look at. So I'm scrolling them through. I did find it a more hard surfacey type character.
Oh, wow.
Is it our robot?
It is robotic.
Step back. This is the big
And-
Is that the?
All Gabriel is somewhere marching outside.
The automaton.
I-
They had a better,
They had a better name.
yeah.
This
is the
one,
name of it?
I can tell you they use Slime Bridge, a new feature in 2023.
Ooh.
They use Slime Bridge for this.
Oh, wow.
And, if they get a chance to zoom out, if they're happy to be listening. But yeah, it is. They have a nice upper torso, and they have a lot of these
Mechanical Guardian.
veins coming through. Looks like they're getting into some scribing or filigree. So, but I thought this was really unique and much different.
I'm glad you picked that. That's really,
Yeah.
really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that being used that way. It's not something that. That's the thing about ZBrush as well. When we're developing these things, oftentimes we have an idea. And Joe, you did this for a number of years on the inside, so you can attest to this as well. Sometimes we're developing features and we think, oh, they'll use it like this, and then
Yeah.
suddenly somebody does something with it.
Totally
and you're
different,
like,
yeah.
my God, I
Totally
would
side
never
with
have thought of them doing
That's
this.
part of the thing I really always greatly enjoyed about ZBrush. There's multiple ways to do things, and you can explore and find ways to do things that you've never done before.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about being an artist and
Yeah.
creating
Creating
and
things,
letting
and
that.
using what you have, and trying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And you never know how
It's so
somebody's going
valuable.
to use a tool. I find it a lot, especially just, being on the training team, showcasing, having the privilege to go to these studios and say, hey, this is a new tool, and then immediately watch all these artists' eyes light up and be like, you know what, actually, let me try this and try that. And then I take all that feedback. I'm like, so they did 20 things we didn't think about. But it's so cool to see it. So, yeah, I love watching these different approaches and, just seeing how someone thinks through their sculpture approach.
All right, we got one on our screen.
Oh, go for it. That feedback that we get from community members, that's the strength of the ZBrush Central Forum for all these years, over 25 years at this point. I think, to be honest with you, that feedback is instrumental in helping us to push and promote even more articulate features and take it even further, So here we are, again. Joe, what is this? What's happening?
So this is it's a golem, and there's 2 owls. So they got the one owl in the nest and his little baby on his thumb.
Ian Robinson, take a good long look at this.
Wow.
Wowie.
Your Matt Pat node with a baby owl.
And you have the gigantic owl.
Yep.
Matt is nailing it here. He's got
He's
that,
waving. Hello.
that patented owl. That patented owl look there. Didn't know I could do that.
Lots going on there, too. I like that they already have the leaves of the tree painted.
Yeah.
You can definitely distinguish what's going on. So you just even color in the right spot, even if it's not a lot, it's enough to know what's happening. So you can.
You know what that does to me over the years, seeing people do these things and being in a position of teaching people, obviously, what it does is it really drives narrative and also gives the artist energy. So if you have to add like a splash of color from time to time onto something and just to push yourself into that space of thinking like that thing or thinking about that thing in that space, it's really about getting into the head. It's easier to get into the headspace of designing that when you apply like maybe in a splash of color on something or distinguish a material, for instance. I used to do that a lot, like say, go from basic material and just add like a blend on something else, just to give you that kind of, I can see it. You can start to feel, you know what I mean? You also, like you start to feel like the end of the road is there. You're like, I'm making progress. This is not like for naught.
Yeah, and then for a lot of stuff I do, it's those sign-off, those checks. Like, okay, this is good, and that's what keeps me going through the entire mesh. Like, so it's finding those little bits and pieces that you can like finalize off, even if it's just like a color change. And then that allows you to move on. Like, feel like you're progressing and not going backwards.
Like if you've got a pouch, for instance, because, at some point or other, people are going to start throwing a bunch of accoutrements and accessories onto these things. If you get a pouch of some kind, Ian Robinson, and you have like you're looking at it and you think, okay, well, I've got it constructed. The topology's fine. I subdivided it. I've thrown some texture on it. It's going to be this big on this figure because I'm going to 3D print this thing. It's done. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
So you don't get into that kind of space of artistic fatigue by thinking about it so much. So that's your tip of the afternoon for the second part of the Sculpt Up.
It is likely how anyone is achieving such great things in a 3-hour time limit.
Oh, yes.
Is they're like, and apply color and go.
Yep.
Although I love this little off. Well, so the owls are necessary for this guy because he's this gentle, guardian-ish kind of character, I think. I just
baby owls.
like taking care of something, or it's a druid.
I think it's the gentle one.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking at? Is that another one?
No,
we're watching what we're watching.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Also,
Wait.
I'm going to point out this cam view, though.
Okay.
The cam view that's going on.
Look at this cam view. Yeah, you stole that right from me. I passed that to you subconsciously.
The amount of times I've been asked how I actually change my cam view, and so this guy has a fear of mine. When I was a kid, that's Ghostbusters. That's the boogeyman. That was actually a fear of mine when I was a kid.
Look at that
Freaked me
thing.
out when I was like 8 years old.
Look at that thing.
So,
that cam view right there is on. That's spot on.
I
man.
love it. Spot on.
That's a custom.
It's like they knew, and I'm just like,
Gotcha.
I can't. Nope.
The boogeyman. Oh, wow. Okay, look, here's the deal. I am going to star this one. This is, I have to say, really, Andrew Martin, Monster Caesar.
You got it up?
I got it up, and it's something to look at, man. This is like, he used the Louis Tucci reference, man. I love it.
Your face is the camera?
But this guy's got my face up on the screen.
That's really wizard beard.
Wait, is that a vertical
That's
screen?
incredible.
What is that? Is
Monster Caesar, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is.
Wizardry.
Wow, that's a pretty.
Like it's kind of
Looking good, man. You want me to stand up for the rest of the reference?
really get your proportions right.
Wizard
for
in
this.
boxing shorts.
I mean, you don't know what they're wearing underneath their robe. You don't judge.
yeah.
Whatever's comfortable. You gotta move around for all these spell components.
Oh yeah. No, it's cool. I love the material choice as well. No, working on the hands now. I love seeing good details in hands, especially like he's an older man, so I'm sure they're going to be going for some nice wrinkles.
I like that brush. Look what he's doing there, real quick. Just a quick application and then a quick smooth over. And you get the semblance of what you need to have. Really nice. Also, look at the layout of the screen too. That long brush.
The screen layout is very interesting. I want to know why. Questions for later,
Yeah.
sir.
It's probably got one of those monitors turned like
Yeah,
this.
it's turned sideways.
Yeah.
I do
Doesn't hurt.
appreciate though the commitment to full blue.
Yeah, and you could
From the
definitely
start.
get
It's
all your
nice.
subtools
like,
to show up in one strip if you got it vertical.
Yeah.
That's true.
That might actually be a pretty good
It's a
idea.
little bit of everything.
Yeah. Definitely at the time I used red wax in the stream. I love the choice of the solid color. Well, it's going to be really exciting to see exactly what they end up doing with this piece. But I love all the detail that they're already packing in,
Yeah.
you know.
It's really wonderful. I hope they're very proud of their work so far. Also, gnarled knuckles on their fingers.
Yeah.
Also, those are hard. Down the bone.
Well, I mean, you know, and your hands are like
Yeah, you're like always like
Going
at
wild.
a conductor and you're gonna have something like wicked.
doing that. You just gotta.
Like, you're like, oh god, don't do the stretches. Very important
Stretch,
to
stretch,
take
stretch.
care of your hands. Yeah,
Yeah.
this stretch, but also like if you hold a pencil
Yeah.
and twist round.
Oh, I learned
Get
a
all-
new one where if you put your thumb inside and then
Thumb inside.
point it forward, like so you put your thumb here, and then you just put your thumb forward this way.
That feels good.
Yeah, so yeah, they call it the gamer stretch.
Gamer.
Stretch,
Yeah, for your,
stretch that
for your
thumb.
gamer thumbs. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. I do that too. Yeah, feels really good. You feel that in your forearm.
I know, we're like, and stretch your hands, take good care of your hands. If you're an artist, you're gonna be using these forever. Well, ideally.
That and I just got a standing desk. I'm sitting for hours and hours and hours. I'd highly recommend getting a standing desk. I got it, fell in love. That's
You're one of the ones that auto goes up.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because sometimes you gotta sit.
You gotta sit.
You know, I don't stand and sculpt in live stream, so I do sit for that.
Yeah.
But I stand the rest of the time. So all my other meetings, I'm like just standing there now.
As much as I can be in the full gamer recline position as possible. I'm actually trying to save my eyes, like distance between my screens.
Hold on a second. Speaking of distance, we have distanced ourselves from a very important conversation that I have mean to have with you for a long time.
Oh, really?
Now we're into the second half.
We need to roll for this.
We can have a drum roll. What's been going on with your photography? You're oftentimes making some incredible projects come to life. What's doing this? Side note here.
This last year, I've let it be really slow, kind of concentrating on being a better lead for developing artists over at work, and then being a good mom. But I've kind of been there to help out other friends make creative things come to life and dressing them up for that. For like this Mother's Day, I insisted
up the
that
kid.
I dressed up everybody. I was like, for Mother's Day, will you guys come to the Renaissance Fair with me? And I dressed them all up in like princess outfits and stuff. So it was a whole crew of us all dressed fancy. This year's been just like really quiet. I've had like requests and whatnot, but I've prioritized working the kid a little bit more.
Good. Yeah.
But always making, I know, I mean, you gotta make choices with your spare time. So like, instead I'll be doing a lot more like drawing as like, okay, I have to creatively fulfill something.
Yeah.
Like I'm still making a little bit of costumes, but drawing a little bit more, and then a real life sculpture as well. Like balance overall.
I like you saying that.
Yeah.
For people at home listening, a lot of people have misconceptions about this business and about being a professional. I think it's important to have some kind of balance. Spend time doing things that you like to do.
Ma purtroppo c'è qualcosa proprio che non va. Un capriccio dopo l'altro fai.
In this space that you're in.
Sei la bimba più viziata dell'umanità. E per questo passerai dei guai. Solo l'incantesimo può trasformare poi tutto ciò. Spesso ti domandi se diventare grandi vuol dire fare quello che vuoi.
With that like learning.
Quindi senza sosta tu cerchi la risposta così come facciamo anche noi.
Like people you meet when you talk to, like it all kind of intertwines.
Yeah, specifically for character development and design, like I've oftentimes said this, like the more people you can meet, people say to me sometimes, I'll write some films, how do you come up with these characters? I just make sure to expose myself to as many actual life
Oggi
events
sole
as possible,
splende
meet
di
as many
più.
gnarly people as I possibly
È
can,
il
and
tuo
somehow they can use
compleanno che
filters, their
festa
faces.
ti faranno
They're in
perché
yeah. You look like you've got something on the
I
street,
do,
Ian
but
Robinson. What?
real quick before we go to the stream, people were actually looking up the gamer stretch, and I guess maybe the name was wrong. So I'm going to show it real quick so we can have the full
Okay, do
frame-
that, and then I'll do
full
something
frame.
special.
And then I do it, yeah. Then you got something special. So
Yeah.
don't worry, I'll do the gamer stretch. Okay,
Do
so
real life.
This one's fun. So
Okay, I'm gonna follow along.
okay, you're gonna follow along.
Yeah, I wanna follow.
Great. So you take your hand, you put your thumb on the inside, and just close it.
What am I doing here? What, I got to do this too?
Yeah, put
Yes.
your
No, it's good
hand
for
like
you.
this, thumb on the inside.
Okay.
Right. And then you just point it away from you, so the thumb is pointing out. You just
Both hands or one hand?
either or.
Whichever hand
Sure.
hurts the most.
Really, just and it's
Okay.
really just it's starting to stretch this upper part of your forearm.
doing
It feels
something already.
really, really good. You know, don't go crazy. Don't try to break your thumb.
Jiu-jitsu time.
Hold it. Yeah.
I heard a crack. It was a good crack though.
That
I'm not opposed to this.
That's good. So there
I
you go.
also
So
do-
Okay.
stretching with Ian.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm doing it. Look, I'm riding the bike again.
Yep, there it is.
Support you.
Perfect.
I
It's
can
just a
see it.
really good stretch. I find that like because when we're using the pen a lot, you're just going through. Sometimes like my thumb would like cramp up if I didn't stretch enough. So then of course the typical stretches you were talking about, the wrist and stuff. This one I was like, ooh, that feels really good. It
Yeah.
just helps relax the forearm a bit. So there you go, stretching with Ian.
Stretching
Take
with
good
Ian.
care of your body.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
gonna carry you through, especially if you're doing this professionally. Goodness sakes.
Eat right.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Don't be like me.
Oh, I gotta go to sleep.
You got to go to sleep. Yeah.
I feel
Go
it.
to sleep. You live longer. Eat healthy.
Yep.
The lean pony runs the race the longest and the fastest. That's for some. I used to work out at the boxing gym. I want to shout out the Wildcard Boxing Gym. It was like really nice for our build up to the Zebra Summit. We did all these like spoof videos of Ian, myself, and Paul and the team running around, and they were so kind to let us use their boxing facilities where Manny Pacquiao trains. And I was like, there's no way they're gonna let us do this, and they did. And it's just a testament to like how great the neighbors are. But now, as we move forward in the programming, I want to take a moment to draw attention to something very specific here. You'll notice that this black
Oh yeah. What's
object
going on here?
has found its way onto my desk.
Like a just
like a
Jessica was like.
she was right. I am.
That was actually the hand exercises with summoning an object.
Last year, this is huge. This is actually. I wish I could. Can I stand and do this? This is,
Yes, please.
Please.
Stand.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This
You
is
gotta make
monumental.
it
I want people to see how big. Okay. And by the way, these are my shorts from boxing when I was like 16 years old, so they still fit. Come get
yeah.
some. Whoa.
Vintage.
Vintage.
Elf.
Vintage like me. This is a testament. This is actually a testament to the work that goes into making this summit such a success. I want to thank again AFA on behalf of all of us, the American Art Foundry. We want to thank them. And this is last year's ZBrush Summit winner. We're going to bring last year's ZBrush Summit winner, and also we're going to bring Angel Mesa up from American Art Foundry. And we're going to do this now live. I'm going to take this off, and I want to welcome them. This is the bronze sculpture that was done by Hammy.
Yeah, let's get him up here.
Hammy got a bronze sculpture for participating. Now let's not get too crazy. I want to make sure everybody hears this at home. This is the grand prize winner. Step into the lights here. This is the grand prize winner from last year, and this is the piece that was created in bronze, based on the ZBrush work. I'm going to be very
Yeah, be
delicate
very gentle.
because they're not paying me enough to pay for the repair on this. And at the same time, I don't want anything to happen to it because it's lovely and articulate and very gentle and delicate. And this is the piece now revealed for the very first time.
Whoa.
We have Hammy's piece.
Wow. That
Angel
is
Mesa,
beautiful.
Angel Mesa, and the members of the American Foundry, the American Art Foundry. We have them here. What? Are we mic'd up? Come over there. Come over here. Yeah.
Come on over. Yeah.
So where's I want the handheld real quick. Give me the handheld. Come on up. Yeah, please. Come on, Angel Mesa. Let's take a good look at it next to the heart. That is one input. Can we get a round of applause again in the
man.
studio audience? Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
How are you?
good.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, so
Fun to have.
yeah, let me introduce you here. Okay, so tell us how many hours of work went into the making of the bronze, real quick, for the American Foundry.
Yeah, basically, I'm Angel Mesa, and I represent American Fine Arts Foundry. You can see the logo right here.
AFA,
AFA Foundry, yeah.
Campeón.
Yeah, in Burbank, yeah.
The process to produce these bronze sculptures probably takes an average about 20 hours if you would summarize all the time that it gets to
Okay.
get to the finished casting. As you guys know, you guys are experts in ZBrush.
Thank you.
I don't speak ZBrush,
Hey.
but it's Foundry.
Yeah.
So technically, we had to start with the creation of Hammy. We had to bring the digital file that he provided us to bring it to a three-dimensional physical world. And by doing that, we technically need to 3D print a copy, and then that 3D print needs to be treated with the process that is called lost wax process. In this case, we're gonna change the terms, and we're going to consider it to be the lost print process.
Lost print process.
love that.
Can I ask a favor here, Hammy? I want to shake your hand and say congratulations again on behalf of all of us. Before we get any deeper, you did an amazing job last year of winning. You did the first thing that is the most difficult thing, which was you put yourself out there and you tried to compete in the first place. How do you feel?
Fine. But, you know, I wasn't really thinking about competing in the first place. A buddy of mine, shout out to Adam Beardall, character artist at id Software. I'm a character artist at Tripwire. But anyway, he told me, he's like, I told him, if you do it, I do it. So he competed.
You're like enablers for one another. I have friends like that too in some parts of the world. I try to stay away from those cities.
But yeah, so when I was... So I didn't even look at the rules until 15 minutes before.
Come on, this is the guy after milk. Can I put my arm around you?
He's being guilty by association, right?
Association.
I was
Well
like,
said.
I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? I'm like, oh, I have to put that little sticker on my speed. Okay, I grab that. I test streamed the stream like 10 minutes before.
Like last minute Larry,
You're
never
like
mind
living on
Hammy.
the edge,
He's
man.
hamming it up.
I did not know I was going to compete.
Okay.
So I was like floundering on it. But then when Adam told me he was doing it, so I'm like, if you do it, I do it. So I'll do it. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to win, so I'm just going to go all in, totally
Try your best.
asymmetrically.
Right.
Well, not even trying my best. I was just playing with it. And then I'm like, okay, now I had a vision like halfway through.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull out a leg here. It was all from a cylinder, I think.
That's amazing.
And so I'm just like,
Wild.
Testament to the power of ZBrush.
yeah, exactly.
Let me ask
I
you a
love
question while we have you up here. Do you mind? Can we grab this piece and show it as well?
that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take
grab
this.
that.
This has
Oh,
two.
you're
Wow, that's
craving
heavy.
that, eh?
This has got two. This has got two heads. It's interactive
Wow.
piece here.
Yeah.
I put it in the light here.
That's awesome.
It's got two heads. Back, clap for the man at home. They're smashing the like button. Pretty amazing. Okay, you hold on to this one because you're helping with the fabrication. That's
Wow,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I want inquiring minds want to know, how did you discover ZBrush? What was the first time you experienced this?
So I was actually in 8th grade. There was I think there was a ZBrush Summit talk.
Okay.
I think it was the first ZBrush Summit.
Oh,
or the
wow.
second.
First ZBrush Summit.
The first or second ZBrush
Wow.
Summit came up on my YouTube since I wanted to go to Nomen or something.
Okay.
Never did, but you know, that's another story.
Well, wait a minute. You're here now. You're here now. I guess you've gotten to know me.
I know. But yeah, so I saw it. I'm like, I gotta play with that because I wanted
Wait,
to
so
get
you saw it at school?
No, I saw it on the internet.
Oh, sorry. On the internet, you were
Yeah,
a student,
just on you-
and you just happened to see the feed.
I was always an artist, playing with clay, drawing, painting, all that fun stuff. Still do. I still do all that stuff. But then when I first saw ZBrush, I think it was 15 years ago. No, 12 years I've been using ZBrush. So it wasn't even during ZBrush Summit. I think there was just a tutorial online about it. And then I was like, that's the way I want to model. Because before I was like in Blender 2.5 and I did not understand the UI or anything.
And you found your way over to the dark side in the pleasure country.
Yeah, and then I went to ZBrush. I'm like, everybody complains about how unintuitive ZBrush is. To me, it came almost natural.
So you had an immediate draw to it.
Immediate draw, playing with it like it's digital clay, smushing and stretching
Okay.
the sphere that comes up in ZBrush. I'm like,
You love it.
I love it. Love at first sight. That's crazy.
Me too, and I'm so glad to hear you say that because after all these years, these are the spoils of victory for you, an incredible bronze sculpture. Again, I want to thank you, the Fine Art Foundry, and the entire team there, Angel Mesa. I want to thank you, Hammy, for participating and demonstrating what can happen when you put yourself out there and try. And on behalf of myself and the entire ZBrush team, I think we're really grateful for the continued love that you have.
And you know, Jaime is making it sound so easy that I promise that for next year I'm gonna be an expert in ZBrush as well.
Yeah.
I have two experts.
Stick around, yeah.
One,
We're
expert
trying.
in Foundry and expert in ZBrush.
Perfect.
Making it sound so easy that
No, you got it. Yeah, you're talking to trainers here, so we have your back. Don't worry.
So before you go, I'm going to sit so you guys can stand right beside me here. I want to say something very important. Okay, this is for you to take with you on the go. I don't want to use that. What's going to happen is that this is not the first of its kind. It won't be the last of its kind. And I wish you the great success in moving forward. And this time we're going to crown another champion, and we're going to get back to the Skull Puff. So thanks for coming. Thanks for being with us. We're going to get back to the live action here with these guys. You guys can enjoy and watch live.
I believe we're going to be seeing you guys on Saturday. Chris and myself are going to be here making a presentation for the foundry. You're going to see me again on
That's
Saturday.
right. You can say that. We're not going to spoil any surprises. We'll see you again. I'll see you again on Saturday. And the rest of the people at home will be smashing the like button. And now they're going to get a little closer to the bronze.
Exactly. We're going to explain the whole foundry process, how to bring digital creation to the physical world.
I can't wait. It's something. It's one of my favorite things.
Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hammy wanted to take a seat right
Yeah, you can stay right up
hey,
there.
there's
Just
a
sit right
chair
up there.
here. What's up, man?
Got a mic.
Hey, dude, great to see you again. I saw you at Monster Palooza.
We did.
I know,
Yeah.
it's-
See me again. And
Yep.
just a light box.
Man, that's awesome.
Let's hold on a minute. Let's pull back. That's a good point. How
Discussed in the
probably
sculpting
a
series.
billion people at home want to know how
2
do you feel
million
seeing something
polys.
that you made
This,
inside of
the
ZBrush
resolution
come to not only
sculpting
just
so
get
far
3D
painted
printed,
poly
but then
painted
cast and
color.
I mean, it's a monumental.
Which is
it's a monumental item. How do you feel?
Well, in bronze, this is the first time, but I've been doing large scale 3D printing for a little over 6 years now. That's pretty fun. Actually, if you can hand me that nice little thing, I bought a little gift.
We don't have a studio. We have some people that are here helping us make this a reality. Yeah, it's oh wow. Good look.
Fun little face. It was a quick sculpt that I did for a little magnet that I was giving out.
Oh, dude, I love this guy.
It's an instant face, right? You see it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, hold that straight that way there in the light. Let's hold on
Primer
right
gray
there.
shows up really well out there.
Turn towards me a little bit. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
Creep fest.
Man, I love that. That's awesome.
Like,
What
yeah,
do you print that on?
So I actually printed this on my bamboo wrap printer. I got a bamboo wrap at Harvard. Not sponsored, but please sponsor me. When you make the big printer, also send that to
Towards him a little more. I don't want you to get behind the statue. There, I want to see your face.
Yeah,
Perfect.
here. I can scoot over.
Get a little closer.
Yeah, nobody needs to see my mug. Bring it over.
You got it?
It's like paint when you're trying to add to the surface. Navigate to fill the character with the selected white color. So changing to a different color will no longer but to fill the character with the selected white color. So changing to a different color will no longer update or change the white color. We can now
So I got my hands dirty repairing
Tra terra e mare sempre insieme ormai. È forte il tuo coraggio e libererò dentro di te l'energia per vincere. Vento e fulmini dentro gli occhi tuoi, sempre più potenti, travolgenti noi in questa gara d'eroi. Insieme amici per la pelle, siamoci campi noi tre, i cacciatori più forti del mondo. Mille battaglie da rivincere, io e te, contro un esercito di alpatroidi, e poi vivere un grande sogno come un dinosaur king, dinosaur king.
I'll put my stamp on that. That's a challenge. That's a pause.
Dinosaur King, piccolo grande amico sei per me. Con questa pietra magica tu vivrai, potere avrai, saremo invincibili. Il nemico è là, in agguato sta, impavido e arrogante, ma col tuo impeto ed il coraggio più re. Insieme amici per la pelle, cuorici campi noi tre, i predatori più forti del mondo. Mille battaglie da rivincere, io e te, contro un esercito di alpatroidi, e poi vivere un grande sogno come un dinosaur king, dinosaur king, dinosaur, dinosaur.
got like entire lore on like a series of dragons. Shout out to Alex Ostrowski.
Keep it going, man. This is
I'm gonna say a lot
want
of
to thank the family. You want everybody else?
Oh yeah, Mama. I gotta thank my mom. I
didn't get you to say that. You're gonna be in trouble at home. So mom and dad, you covered mom and dad. You got the friends in the industry. Anybody else?
Andare insieme e ci divertiamo perché tu sei il centro più simpatico e più buffo che c'è. Ti piaci sempre nei guai, sei più curioso che mai. E con quel tuo musino poi conquisti tutti e lo sai. E tanta allegria e sei di gran compagnia.
Now successfully polypaint on the mesh. Currently, we're able to sculpt and paint the object button to fill the character with the selected white color. So, changing to a different color will no longer update or change the mesh color. We can now successfully polypaint on the mesh. Currently with the selected white color. So changing to a different color will no longer update or change the mesh color. We can now successfully polypaint on the mesh. Currently, we're able to sculpt and paint at the same time. You may find this option very useful and speed up your work.
You were talking about
As you do. As you would. I love this guy.
picked one.
you were the most planned person I know.
Oh,
Wow.
I plan
Off the
everything.
cuff.
Let me ask you a question. What day were you born?
Yeah.
January 31st, 1996.
I knew you were going to say 31st.
Yeah?
31. I'm born on the 31st. This guy reminds me of me. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'll just do it.
Let's do it.
Just divine
Hey,
inspiration.
you want to go
all
to New
the
York?
way.
Yeah, let's do it. Just
Anyone born on that day just does it.
Honestly,
whatever. It's the last day of the month.
the
Whatever.
only thing that I planned in advance was like my trip to Lightbox this year.
Okay.
Because I'm going with people. Otherwise, I would have been like, flying by the seat of my pants.
Like flying solo.
Well, it works out well.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at something else with some very interesting
Yeah.
We've
stuff
got a
going
cool
on.
cape going on.
You
over
got something
y'all.
going on with a cape?
Well, if they zoom out, they got a whole scene.
Yeah,
going
there's a
on.
whole scene with like
Yes.
lighting
Okay.
and cool stuff.
Maybe we can trigger them to
You go to them for, wow, look at
Yeah.
this. Okay.
see if we can get.
But yeah, this is Shiboba.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Shiboba, we're watching you.
Shredded cake.
But his,
Let's do
his
that.
full
Zoom
scene
out.
is
I
Hey, hold on a
real.
second.
Ready
Shout out
to
to
get a good cape.
shout out to our Max on team member Bing, who I rattled while he was visiting our Hollywood office.
Yeah?
And I told him that I liked boba. He said, "You don't look like a boba person."
What does that mean?
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
just
I just look
Don't
like
like
a warlock.
to chew your drinks?
Maybe I don't like to have the. Maybe I didn't think I was a sweet drink kind of guy. But shout out to my friend and colleague Bing, who brought me a boba at the Toronto office as well.
Ah, that's so nice. Boba's
So this
delicious.
is Boba's
I love
doing it.
boba. It's delicious. My daughter and I go to boba at least once a week.
My daughter
Wow.
steals all my boba. Like I'm like, I'll have gotten her own, and she'll still steal mine. I'm like, you.
You never have enough boba.
This is
So this is this person's name?
Shoe boba,
Shoe boba.
which I wouldn't want boba in my shoes.
But if they zoom out, they've got this
Yeah,
whole
it's like
archway,
this night
and they've
and an
got like
archway that's
mountains
like
in the
Boba, press that F
background,
key, would you?
and yeah.
Press that F key real quick. We know you're on a
Yeah.
deadline. Oh wow, here we
Oh,
go.
Wow.
Look
I
at
wonder
this.
if he
Oh,
was the guy
man.
asking earlier.
The arrow's
hey,
broken in
how
his
do I
leg.
make cracks
Okay.
inside brick?
right?
I take it back.
I like it.
I don't think I would have won this challenge.
I gotta tell you,
cool.
I'm
Like,
looking at something too, man. There's
armor,
some stuff going on, man. Armor-wise, look at these
chainmail.
guys.
That dragon you guys
Victory.
were showing off earlier was pretty gnarly. That's up my alley. I would
Yeah.
have done the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly.
full-on dragon, 3-hour
With
dragon.
Alvaro,
You're-
right? Look at this.
Well,
Look at this.
Oh, that's
Look at this.
fun.
Press the F key on here. Look at this one.
That's fun. I
There's
do
some
hair
armor.
very much the same way.
Look at that.
Real cool.
I just straight up sculpted in.
Yeah, just smash it and then.
Yeah, smash up
This
spheres.
is affable Ed.
You know, shout out to this red wax, by the way.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
No.
It shows all your
Wow,
flaws.
here we go.
All of them.
Red wax.
The bravery,
Oh,
the bravery to put that on. there.
There's a level of courage there, definitely.
Yeah.
Finishing off with a basic material.
Please.
I want to draw attention to this ornate design on
yeah.
the chest and the shoulder region. Just look at this guy getting a new follower. Hulk Mark 21100 just started following. That is a beautiful example of what can be done with masking and extractions.
Yeah.
I use that all the time.
And there you go,
For
qualified by
real.
last year's champion,
That's right.
this year's recipient of a bronze, telling it like it is. You take the masking brush, you put it on. Now, a lot of people are probably going to wonder, hey, how can I make this more intricate type of thing happen? It's all resolution based on the underlying surface and the source mesh that you're building that masking from. So, you know, there's different ways to do that, and I think just managing that and manipulating that resolution is going to give you a myriad of possibilities when it comes to making designs using masking. And ultimately, if you were to ask me my favorite feature, masking. I've been accused of being pretty sort of, you know, maybe not the nicest person
Is
for
it because
saying
it's
that.
the control button?
No, it has nothing to do with control.
It's all related to control button.
It has to do with just that process runs the gamut underneath the architecture of the software as
Yeah.
a whole.
I got one on mine.
Constantly there, taking it over to
Roll.
Joseph Dress, taking control
Look at this Art Deco
That-
magic.
is unbelievable.
Magic.
That's
Wait,
way.
that's
That's a
happening right
paladin
now. That's
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
Freaking awesome.
Look at
Wow,
this.
look at all that
This
color.
was the one that you guys were showing off.
We saw the
Initially, it was like one of
hands
the
like
first ones,
at
yeah.
5 minutes
Yeah.
in.
That was like the first sword thing we saw
Oh, this is
coming
crazy.
along.
That
cool.
is that's like a great. Where's Paul Gabriel when you need him? That could be the logo for the Ottawa Senators Hockey Club.
I love the Art Deco.
Bas relief style, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could etch this into the
Oh,
side of a
totally gonna
huge
etch.
building.
You know, if you use the bas relief function that was introduced, you can put that on a coin real easy.
Coin
Yeah.
this.
I use that a lot on some medallions.
This is
I was
remarkable.
making for some
So
fantasy
cool.
characters.
Really?
Last year, yeah. It was a great feat.
Are you thinking that this is done at this point? 34 minutes. Looks like a rendering period.
I mean, yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
getting ready for rendering. It looks like he's laying out the
Yeah.
material.
That's solid,
Yeah,
man.
I
That
think
is.
They
super
had a fire under their butts.
Yeah.
And are now the polish phase. Like, gosh, this is.
You have to.
Yeah, this one's really
You
I
have
think
to.
I
So
think this
important.
piece right now, as I'm looking at it, I'm looking at a juxtaposition of no color and color, and just that mix of it. What is the name of this person?
It's Cam.
It's Cam Farm. Oh, come on now, Canadian content at its highest hour. You're gonna wave to the people at home. Here we
so
go.
good.
It's no
Cheers,
wonder.
look at little zebra
Raise that
smile.
glass. I see you there.
There you
I
go.
love you.
Cheers. This is
The true north,
beauty.
the hometown hero. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's just wonderful. I wasn't far off with that Ottawa Senators redesign because he's up in Canada. So that's spot on.
Subtle
On brand.
inspiration.
Absolutely.
That's cool. I love the fabric. I love fabric, but I love the fabric.
Yeah,
Looks
the
so good.
forms and flows. Really nice.
Yeah, it's just so nice. And this is like locking into your camera and making it work. Roman nose.
Mm-hmm.
This is good nose.
You know it.
Yeah.
Straight
No.
bridge. We got it.
Got that. You know what I mean?
Strong chisel.
But also
Right.
that beautiful like chin to mouth.
The gel line.
Yum, yum. This line is such a good line.
Filling it
I
in.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Let's take a good look at. We've got Anna 3D on mine. Anna 3D has got some of the best looking fingers that I've ever seen.
Oh man, that's
Oh.
straight up my alley.
That is.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, putting like straight up claws that just come out of the thumb.
Look at that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Ooh,
Look at the fun.
You can almost hear the
Yeah.
laugh.
That's like
I know.
smartest level
Right?
kind of stylization going on.
Dropping a name right there.
Yeah.
Smartest in the challenge. Getting the love.
Yeah.
I,
Come on.
I love it.
I love the stylization going on.
Listen,
Look
if
at
I
those
had
little
long nails,
fingers.
I'd want them to be like that.
You can have long
can.
nails. Just get them done.
Saturday night. You're at the party. They go with those leopard tights.
Is the coyote coming with?
Oh, wow. He's asking for the coyote live on the stage.
Directly
That's what I
Is the
want.
coyote coming out for the photo ops?
Cool. The color, it looks poisonous.
Do they howl at the moon? You be careful what you wish for. I like the color composition of this as well. That purple kind of
I like
gradient that's happening
Yeah, the
from the
gradient.
tip of the finger, and then you got the red into the purple into the white. That's really smart stuff right there.
Yeah, it touches you, causes damage.
Yeah.
It
We
was-
She touches you, causes damage. She's just poison
Oh.
touch.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that makes sense. Can you
Yeah.
get a little,
Yeah, just like,
a little
it's
sound
like, oh,
effect?
huh, don't
So
do me.
you wanna call this one? We got one
Yeah.
that Hammy was taking a look at right
I
now.
was taking a look
Come
at
on.
this guy. This guy's got a good expression on his face.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
he
he's
hides,
got
he
some-
hides it
He
immediately.
hides the face immediately.
Yeah,
Bring the
exactly.
face back.
Oh, yeah.
The little.
They have talking about fingers.
He does
A couple
not
of times
know.
we got on
Who
one.
are we looking
Yeah.
at? And then maybe
What's the
man,
name of
yeah,
this person right here?
nervous.
The Olean 3D.
Okay.
Aeolian 3D. If
The
you can
Olean
hear us.
3D.
Yeah,
Show us
Oh,
the
wow.
face.
Yeah, there you go.
There he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he's
Joe, this
noticed
stuff is
us.
like,
Yeah.
what's going on here? The quality of these works are at a level that we have not. It blows my mind every year, again and again.
Well, they get so
Higher
excited
and higher and
watching
higher.
the previous
Yeah, and
year.
they gotta get ready for it. Like you
They're
gotta,
inspirational, man.
you gotta beat Hammy this year, right?
They saw I got a printer, and that's what they want now, man.
They're like, oh my.
yeah, exactly.
Got printers, bronze. They're like, man, I better get up early in the morning, like a few weeks before.
And
get
I
home
did
they're
it
not
on a
printing.
whim. Imagine what you can do with perseverance
With reverence.
and planning.
We've got teeth in this one.
With a
Yeah, we do
schedule
have-
and a checklist.
Guys, there's teeth in this one.
There
and
is
they
teeth.
are not just standard stock teeth. They
Yeah, they are
edited,
beat up.
edited. Yeah, they're looking good.
So
man.
many opportunities for
I
Hi, guys.
want to see like a curled lip if you could do it. Like it's already good.
Throwing
Like
up requests. He's
Elvis in
asking for covers for the band.
That's right.
Oh, that was a good one.
Just like straight up.
Oh, be still,
snarl.
Priscilla.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
So here's the
But-
thing. So all these artists have 30 minutes.
I
Right.
know.
Okay,
right?
at
As of
30
right now.
minutes.
30
I was already I was
I know
already
you-
testing rendering at
Really?
that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was
Smart.
testing rendering.
Yeah.
I am a production artist, you know, so I was still thinking about it, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I would say it's about time to play with the camera, figure out your material and
Yeah.
light settings
Yeah.
at 30-minute
Are you
mark.
doing any
Give yourself
painting?
more than 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I start poly painting really early in my sculpts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even at work, I will throw on poly paint just for material separation.
Right.
Like if I was going to, like, say I'm building a piece of armor for this Draugr or this knight or something,
Sure.
I'd bring out like where the silver metal is, where the bronze metal is, really early on in the sculpt, like in block out.
Or just to distinguish those pieces.
Yeah,
here.
just
You have
to
that mental
distinguish
note, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. This is great work. All these pieces are so lovely.
Look at this braid going down, man.
Yeah. Braids.
Hair.
That's something that that's something I'm like. Ugh. If I love braids, but I don't like sculpting.
I built an IMM brush for braid.
Oh,
Hey now.
cool.
Hey now.
All right.
Move.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk after.
Oh, wow.
I'll shout it out. Hammy, thank you.
We got rendering going on this one.
Oh,
I've got
look at
rendering.
that.
Hold on one second here. I got to share this with the crew here. I've got rendering happening here. Anthony Scarselli, fellow Italian. Anthony Scarselli. Hey, Tony.
Yeah,
Anthony
that's a monster
Scarselli.
name.
Take it easy. Take it easy right away.
Oh,
We don't
wow.
talk about these.
Oh,
things.
look at that.
That's a beauty.
Really cool.
That's some He-Man level.
Oh, it is.
Got some rendering going on.
Who are
here.
they
He's
making?
testing his renders. Skeletor.
Is this a warlock?
Is that the Warlock?
Warlock. Could be, no?
Very-
I mean,
I don't know about these things like you do.
well, I mean, anything can be anything.
It could be.
Like
An elf?
wherever your heart takes you.
What if it was an elf with ears under there? Are
If,
they
oh
allowed?
gosh, scroll up, show me those ears.
Are they allowed to have ears like
Show
that?
me. Yeah, of course. You could be evil and an elf at the
Take it
same
to the
time.
limit on that.
I
one.
have a couple of evil elves
Really?
that
Right
I've
now?
sculpted, yeah.
Oh.
Jeez.
Show me your elves.
You want to see the
I want to
elves?
see your elves. I want to see
You ever
this
go to
guy.
like
later.
you ever go to like the 4th grade musical? You start to see evil elves.
You want to see pictures?
Well,
of that?
those
Yeah,
are
you
just
start people
kids.
kids
Louis.
screaming. This is looking good right here.
From the silhouette, I
that
thought
the
it was
water
elf ears. It's
elemental?
horns.
It's just horns.
Just more
That's why I said it because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
initially.
So
I
it's a
was like,
tiefling, maybe.
maybe.
Oh, could be a two.
I'm digging all of this right now. 27 minutes and 48 seconds
Goodness
left inside
sakes.
the 2023 10th anniversary zebra sculpt off inside the shadow of the Hollywood sign, the green screen hangar at the Noman School of Visual Effects. Louis Tucci here live on the floor with
Yep.
members of the ZBrush team. We've got Ian Robinson. Say hello.
Hello.
Wave to the people.
Hello.
There's 27 minutes
Hello.
left. We got Hammy, last year's champion. Proof positive that you too can win. Jessica Drew Johnson.
Is that
And
supposed to
last but not least, Joseph Trust.
Hi,
We are
Dress.
here live. We've got 27 minutes and 21 seconds left as we speak
27
in
minutes.
this auspicious
Check our
contest
screen.
that brings together artists from around the globe. We have touched base with so many of them. I want to say something. If we didn't get to your piece or we didn't feature your piece on the stream, don't be upset. There's so many.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of people competing, and we try our best to get as many as possible on here. We're going to keep trying for the next 27 minutes to put as many people on here as we possibly can. And with that being said, let's check out some more.
I have
Daisy.
We've got one on our screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
got
do.
one on
Let's
ours.
do it. Let's
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, it's that
Come on down.
water elemental.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
they are
it is-
using
Ooh,
Redshift
nice material.
ZBrush.
Wow.
They are
Yeah.
using
Bringing
a
it.
new feature that I
Bringing
didn't
it.
have access to last.
I'm feeling like you might have to compete again to make do with all this.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if I win again, it'd be unfair.
I don't think so.
Well, no,
hold
we've
on. Let me
had-
draw
There
attention
are
to
some
an
yeah.
old
No,
friend
no,
of
no.
mine,
More than once.
Furio Tedeschi, the one and only, my Italian compatriot,
3 times.
3 times. And he took home 3 belts. 3 belts. Ciao, bello. If you're watching, we miss you. Anyway, 3 belts. You too can win again and again.
If I win a belt, maybe.
Oh, here we go.
If that's up, yeah.
Everybody
Just
wants
submit an IT
Everybody
support
wants the hard
ticket. Let us.
I already told you, don't ask about it on camera. We can talk about it later. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see some more work, guys. Let's get some more people on here.
We got one on ours.
That
Okay.
we haven't seen before.
Oh,
Oh, perfect.
That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nice.
That one
Wow, that's
3D
cool.
artist
that's
using the poly paint along with that damn standard to do some scarification.
What about those ears?
Oh, wow.
I love yours, but I need a side view to
Oh,
check
that's
out
the name
anatomy
of this
those
person.
ears.
That one 3D artist.
Oh yeah. Did you think I was like dissing?
Oh my God! I was like, that one 3D artist. I'm like,
Just
what
fill
is
in the
going on
blank.
here?
Oh,
Hi,
she
there you
hears
got
us.
a wave. What's happening out there?
Hello.
That one 3D artist.
Wonderful.
Hello, hello.
Show us your ears.
That's a perfect name.
Show us your ears.
Not asking too much.
Listen, you ever
Woo!
want to get Jessica's
Oh,
attention?
there's
Just show
no
up with
pants?
long ears.
I'd be like, show me
Wow. There we go. There we go.
all the component pieces.
Really nice.
Ooh.
And the
It's a
ears.
quiet,
The
subtle.
armor has a. I like it when it's leafy like that, especially on an elf like that. Again, calling back to something Jessica said earlier, is that the nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring in your nature influence into all your elements. Like in some fictions, elves grow their armor from trees and stuff. So.
Speaking of organic and growth,
Yeah,
wait till you see what I've got on the screen.
Ooh.
That one 3D artist, I don't want to take any time away from you, but we've got to show as many as possible. Thanks for competing. Look at this piece of work right here.
Like her hands.
This is something else.
And it's
He's
gone.
working on this rope.
They hit it off.
Let's see,
I
bring-
like
yeah.
rope.
Chris,
Rope is not even.
Chris,
This is a great
when
one.
you bring it back, Chris, we'll have a time here. It's Chris CRNZ. There you go.
Oh, wow.
That is
Look at
something.
that.
And you got that saving
Witch
project now
doctor.
happening. Look
Yeah.
at that.
I love the leaning into like true evil.
Me too.
Some of these
I
folks.
try it every morning.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Like
say it's
chaotic,
like
yes.
truly evil. Like it could just be a bone shaman. You know.
You don't put a skull on your head without crossing a certain ethical line.
What are ethics but human constructs?
Oh, dropping bombs.
Their
yeah.
ears are not pointy, so they're at least kind of human with constructs. And I mean,
You
I'm
see this
not one
man
to
as a
judge.
villain. This would be a curiosity.
Ow.
The Dayak tribe in Indonesia use skulls in like home decor.
Is that a lot about like generational nods and like?
Now,
death
hold on a minute.
Just
No, they
death?
were headhunters.
Oh, never mind.
Time out a second. Does it say something about me that well, never mind.
It says a lot about you. Whatever comes.
Carrying on.
All right, we got
Carrying
one.
on. Moving forward. Too autobiographical. This piece is exquisite. These pieces are wonderful.
Yeah,
what a
this is
joy to watch
cool.
this unfold. 23 minutes and 28
Love the
seconds left.
costuming. Love the gnarled staff. Would like that.
Talking about
in real
drapery.
life.
Ooh, that,
Oh,
You mentioned
gosh.
drapery. We talk about dynamics. You got your big old dynamic button at the top, and all of a sudden you set up a collider, and boom, you just grab that. You go into the where? You go in, Joseph, where do we go? We go into the brushes, and then we go to that transpose, and we select which one.
The transposed cloth.
We select the transpose, and what are we doing? We're going to go to transpose, and it's going to be transpose cloth, and bam.
Just, like,
we
drop
start
it.
moving things down, and we shuffle and move and shake, and we got ourselves a wonderful cloak, cape, or any kind of piece of garment that you're looking for.
Where was that tool? 15 years ago when I was in school.
Listen, don't get me started. I have okay. I'm going to make the interior of the ZBrush team laugh. One morning I come into work and I've had an experience late at night trying to get something to a publisher in England, and I come in and I say, well, I had an issue, and so I ask, it'd be really cool if we had a quick save, and the response is, why didn't you ask sooner?
You need to be more quick saving that ask.
Yeah.
All right, we got one on our screen.
So this is revisiting the very first person
Oh,
that
wow,
we
okay.
looked at. I'm gonna wait until it's up on the
Let's
screen.
check it out.
Holy.
Look what they did!
Wow.
It's solid.
Do you remember like how this
Yeah.
began? And we're like,
Yeah.
wow, you've bitten off a lot for 3 hours, and they're
Wow,
like,
wow.
let me show you.
Is that Redshift they're using?
Dude, that
Very
what is
likely
that
because
material?
it's nice.
at this point it could be all the shifts. Look at this thing.
Yes,
Wow.
it is. Redshift light properties. They've got
Wow.
a bunch up.
Honestly, I think I had a lot of confidence with the way they were making the hard surface.
Yeah,
That they were going
it felt good.
It felt good.
They're off to
The
a strong
shape
start.
language was there. The
Yeah.
the silhouette was there, and now the posing
Mm-hmm.
and the composition is there.
I love how they brought the jaw part of the armor back and sweeping back. Like, if this
Yeah.
guy showed up on a battlefield,
Good work.
Yeah. This is
Um,
also just the flow
retreat?
of the cape and
Yeah.
everything, how my eye just constantly is going in circles following this piece.
I
it's
love how-
really smooth.
Instagram worthy it is because it's in the square. It's just
Yep.
like pada.
yep.
1500
Just
by
really wonderful
1500
use.
solid.
We've got a guy on our screen with some dope horns
Come on.
Bring it.
Yeah, and
Bring the
ears.
horns.
and ears.
Who am I pretty tiefling?
Actually, though.
Lacio Obama has, if I hopefully said that correctly, has
No, this
really
looks
solid.
full on tiefling. Look at how pretty
Oh,
it
wow,
is.
that's
I
Yeah.
love the face. The nose is
Yes,
solid.
though.
Yep. They're starting to get into some color or
Look
some
at the
material.
elf ear anatomy, though. Like, I love it when you have such good dipping in form and shadow shapes.
Yeah.
That's going to look nice under lighting.
This is intense.
It is.
Mm.
It
An
is.
intense piece. Look at this. Look.
Look at they're staring through your soul.
I love it. Yeah. It's a good time to switch over
There,
too. They're
get
starting to
some
bring it to life.
contrast in the eyes. There you go.
Yep.
Really nice. Would you buy insurance from this person?
No.
Well, it depends on how important it is. Like, you know, the
Life
folks that are like, you need to buy fire insurance, and then they're like lighting some matches, and they're like, yeah, I think I'm going to buy some fire insurance.
It's intense. I like that intensity there, right there.
So the
Well
wizard
said.
comes up to you and is like, you should probably get some life insurance. And they'll be like,
They start like just rubbing their fingers together, like, yeah, fire insurance, yeah.
That's
Shout outs to the skull in the cam view.
Love
I
it.
do that.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes. Right now, I just had the little box, but
Speaking
I
of views, I'm going to pull your
So
attention over to my screen.
Yeah.
I am noticing something of a material
nice.
composition that is going into an illustrative space. Somebody was definitely listening to what we were saying before.
Really?
It looks like we might get an outline on this, and there you have it.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Wow.
Somebody hit the Dwayne Johnson vocals. You're welcome. Look at the arrows as a subtlety there, stuck in the side of the thing. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's really
I like
looking
that
good.
angle. 3/4 view is great for dragons.
You get the
Always.
good view of the mouth open
That's
there.
that's my reference of choice. If I had to just one image, 3/4 view, and I think it'd be a great way to pull from concept.
It's also usually the one angle that concept artists like drawing at.
Yeah.
At least at our company.
yeah. So you're going to get it right if you do it from this angle.
I feel like there's just a lot of information
It,
there.
it gives
3/4.
you a lot
Right.
of like front and side, you know, the lead in.
Terms like volume and all.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
could get all of them, front, 3/4, and side,
It'd be great.
it'd be nice, you know what I mean?
Never
Yeah.
happens.
Keep them
Goodness
from going to
sakes.
lunch,
I'm lucky
perhaps?
if I get a line sketch.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what do you got? Like, I'm coming to
I
the thumbnail and
invent
say, here,
everything
make
else.
this. Invent.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I love the napkin sketches. When I was at Funko, I had
Haven't
a
gotten
couple
one
of
of
those.
those
That was fun. Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Mr. Mike Becker was like, he's like, hey,
This is a napkin sketch, kid.
can you
work.
make that? And I was like, sure, absolutely. Yeah, bring this one up.
Yeah.
You
All
guys
right,
got
all right,
something?
all right.
We got
got another one.
something that I just
Yeah.
Look at the horns on this baby.
Oh, yeah.
I like the tone of your voice. Look at the horns on this baby.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Straight up Megaloceros antlers.
For
Let's
real.
go.
They're just going to bulldoze the field.
Look at that. Yep. Oh, they're starting to merge. They're starting to group their shapes
Looking
together.
good, man.
Right,
good.
right.
Yep.
Shout out the prehistoric reindeer.
Go with their name.
Megaloceros.
What's their name?
I like your
We
I like
got,
your knowledge base.
Ziggly for key.
Oh man.
What's the name again?
Crazy.
Ziggly for
Yeah,
key.
that's
Ziggly
Ziggly for key.
Fricky.
That's how I'm saying it.
I want to see this one.
Zigglyfrki.
Okay.
Oh, it's got tusks too.
Tusks, yep.
Yeah.
Looks like, yeah.
Always
We'll
use
take a
more.
look here.
And
Yep.
pointy ears.
I love
Yep.
the clothing choice.
Absolutely.
Like the rings holding together the fabric cape. Yeah,
It's a nice detail.
it is. It's a fun. I also like the body.
layers of the belt too.
Really
A little
good
bit of depth.
proportion.
Oh, hey, I want to go
Belt.
back. That one 3D artist was Crystal Rose. Just for names or
For
concern.
names.
Yeah, for naming convention's sake. That one 3D artist was Crystal Rose. Crystal, great work.
Oh, we have a question
Everybody gave
coming
me a
in. Do not end your stream early, even if you claim to be done.
Do
Keep
not.
your stream going. You have 17 minutes. Keep it going. Do not end early. That's no.
Do not end at all early. One more time. Let's repeat that just in case you didn't hear the first guy say it. Do not end the stream early. There are 17 minutes left. 17 minutes left in the 2023 Zebra Sculpt Off, the 10th anniversary. Again, live from the fabled grounds of the Noman Green Screen Hangar. Shadow of the Hollywood side. Hammy, how does it feel to be up here under the hot lights with the rest of us?
I feel like I belong here.
Oh, there you go.
They
Nice.
bring you back. You fit in well.
Kind of
Yeah,
fits
yeah.
in nicely.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look here. Daniel Simon. I'm going to call this guy up. Let me take a look. He's been conspicuous by his absence being mentioned here. Or what?
While you're pulling that up, I'm also going to go back to the ending early bit. You have 16 minutes. I'd take a once over. Just real fast. That's my
Yeah,
advice.
just unhide
Real quick.
everything, take a peek, check your
I'd
camera.
start
Actually, this-
rendering now if you haven't
Yeah.
started.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, your lighting might hide that thing that you're noodling.
That's right.
It's
Wait.
true, especially
Or
if
you
you like
might
the
want-
harsh shadows.
Oh, yeah.
1 second. I want to come back to that piece you were all very impressed by with the hard surface. That was Daniel
waiting.
Simon. We got to give just desserts to these folks where it's due.
Yeah.
Daniel
Daniel.
Simon, I'm following you on Instagram.
Done. Daniel Simon
Oh.
3D.
He says that square image will be there shortly.
Damn right.
Came back to this one. Just wanted to give Daniel a nod. That's looking good. Joe, what do you got over there?
We got one.
It's like an orc.
What about those ears?
Let's see it.
Possibly a goblin.
Shifting gears over to Joseph Drust and Jessica
yeah.
Lou Johnson. Here we go. Ooh, this guy.
Oh, that's looking cool. That's looking really cool. I love the pose.
The pose.
So cool. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm good at what I do.
I also like the inverted, what do you call it, crossbar.
Uh-huh.
It's fun.
I like the earrings.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Tusks. All the component
Yeah,
pieces.
looking good.
And the ears.
Good pose as well.
A skinny orc is also really fun. You
Yeah,
know, you
it's
don't
Right,
see
yeah.
a lot
nice
of
to do
them.
it. Yeah.
You don't see a lot of them, even though like half the orcs in Lord of the Rings are very skinny.
Well, they're like starving.
They're starving.
Yeah.
Definitely starving.
So you know.
Take a look at David here for a second.
Ooh, they're
EA 3D
rendering.
Limited.
The elves
Yeah.
grow their
So
armor
that's
from
nice.
trees and stuff.
Speaking of DA3D_limited, it's got something interesting going on here. It's got, Ian, I think this is the one you were talking about with the hands earlier, coming together in clasped form. We got a very stylized version of something fighting off some kind of octopus.
Ooh. Oh, this was the Weird that I
Oh,
Seen.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Recognize this? He's
I
like,
love the Technicolor.
Yes, yeah.
Oh! Look at that!
It's like that's the power of ZBrush right there. You've got it in the palm of your hand.
BPR render.
Look at that. We're getting a thumbs up from DA3D_limited.
Wow. And again, storytelling.
Oh, yeah, we're
I'm
gonna have
learning
takoyaki
so
later.
much about this. Oh, yeah.
Stop. Too soon.
I had
Too soon.
Japanese just before I got here.
it's good here. So yeah. I'm
But yeah, this is a fun one. Talk about stylization, right?
Right?
Real
Yeah.
story.
I'm looking at this thinking to
He's
myself.
also wrapped up in the other tentacle.
Oh, you need it.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
I'm thinking you go in there and throw like that little outline on there, maybe a little post.
He's already exporting.
I think they're
Love it.
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
And just like a little like spotlight boop, in the back as like
Yep.
the back. It's not like a background.
Do you think maybe it
It's like a-
serves as the cover for like a kid's book on sushi?
Honestly, I'd see it.
Monster Sushi would be an amazing
Like for parents who want to,
illustrated book.
for parents who want to bring their kids to sushi and their kids are like kind of fussy
Yeah,
eaters.
not about it. Yeah.
What do you think?
But you're like Monster Sushi. I'd be like, actually, yes.
Yeah, right.
I did like a monster.
Give me more wasabi.
What else you got there? You got one?
We do have.
Taking
Yeah,
selfies up here?
No, we were looking at this guy.
Come on, what do you got?
yeah, we got another guy too.
13 minutes,
Really
the
like
hard luck round.
stylization.
13.
Hard not to be excited about every single thing that we show up on our feed. Like every
Dude, look at this guy. Well, his eyes are kind of
He's,
popping out.
he's moving stuff right
That's your
now.
guy right there. Look at him.
No, he's transpose master.
Yeah, exactly.
My
Yep.
goodness.
He transpose master, so he's waiting for some.
Zoom in on that. That makes me want to shave my face.
I love it.
I love the shaved side of the head.
That.
Like,
Yeah.
I want a haircut and a shave of the face immediately. I want to look like
oh
that.
yeah.
Yep.
Gosh, that's
Can you
nice.
Talk
imagine?
about a sharp face.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Talk about a sharp face.
Yeah, just those cheekbones. They could cut. They're also an
They're
offhand
cutting
weapon.
garnets right now.
I know. He's like, stab, stab, ching.
Take a close look, though. You've got some insert multi-mesh brush things happening here with the nuts and bolts added on there. Look at this stuff on
Yeah.
it. Just the small details being added so quickly in such a short amount of time. Joseph Druss, I know you're feeling the fury and the fire on this
I
one.
know, I'm right. I want to see those ice balls go back in the socket.
Yeah, we're waiting for.
Yeah, I was
posting
using
to click in.
transpose.
Although
for-
this character having spectacles, I wouldn't hate it.
Check it out.
No, it would work with spectacles.
I know, right? I think it's because he's so smart.
Solid.
Do you remember how this
So good, man.
good ears too? Not that I should concentrate on that like one more time, but it's just a really nice, like,
Redshift they're using?
well
Dude,
put
that-
together
that is
character.
Material.
Oh, this is a
At this
fun
point,
still,
it could be-
like,
it could be
Ooh,
all
this
the
one's a
shifts. Look at this
necessity.
thing.
I
it
like
is.
the
They've been making
bright
on this.
red with the black and white character.
Yeah.
I'm working on this blade. I don't know where
It's giving me some
Yeah, where it's gonna go.
vampiric
I'm like
vibes.
almost imagining like
This one
that.
harkens back to that comic book cover with the first number one Ray, R-A-I.
Silhouette was there,
Mm-hmm.
and now
Aging myself.
posing and
It's
the
a
composition is there.
Valiant imprint, I believe. The cover of it's Ray.
Bloodshot?
number
This
one.
is pre-2000.
No, it's Bloodshot. Thank you.
It's Bloodshot.
Bloodshot number one. This guy. You're hired.
I know I am. I'm always.
Like you
I
invited.
know I am. I like your matter-of-fact delivery as well. Look at those horns, he says.
Yeah, I love that. Love that vibe.
I am a huge fan of bringing like graphical things into my 3D environments.
Lay it down.
Throwing things down. I worked a little while as a 3D artist in advertising. Right, we did like video game covers and stuff like that. Things that I'd never get credited for, but it led me to the appreciation of like bringing graphical elements into 3D scene. So.
Okay.
That and Art Nouveau stylings.
My heart.
I had a moment here with Zuzionika, and I was trying to, I think the signal went down, but now I have it up here, and I'm going to make it larger. This is creepy, and I love it. Let's see that render is happening right now for Zuzionka. I hope I'm
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Oh,
wow.
very.
Looking good. Here's the render happening. I can see that. There you got that orange line across the top right there.
And then they're like lighting some matches, and they're like,
The
yeah,
colors
buy
just
fire insurance.
vibrant. Love it.
It's gonna be
Here it comes. It's going to be an interesting piece here. Skulls. I'm going out on a limb and saying this is not a friendly orc.
This is not a gentle guardian. This
No.
is someone who's going to kill you twice and raise you and then kill you again.
Right.
Just because they can.
Right now,
I just had the little.
Just to kind of like remind you, be like, yes, it was me.
Yeah.
And then they let you live your third life. With
Like,
them
just like onus of
Yeah.
yeah.
We're to under
Knowing
10
they
minutes.
could end you again.
Guys, I want to draw attention to the fact that we're now at 9:45, 9 minutes and 45 seconds left.
under
the
10
10-minute
minutes.
mark. We are, of course, going to do the big grand countdown when the time comes, and then we've got our bell ringer.
Yeah, if we can actually share my screen real quick.
What do you wanna see?
I want to show just real quick reminder, friendly reminder, and also a place where people can go and actually see where these posts are being posted.
Oh, you're talking
And if
about
you-
ZBC.
ZBC,
Zebra
Zebra
Central.
Central. You can already see a lot of these posts
Oh.
I've been
through.
working there for 12 years.
Lurking?
Yeah, I don't
You don't
post
post?
very much.
Why
I
have you
should.
not done so?
Yeah, you got to post, man.
I post a
Don't
little
you-
bit that just never gets any traction.
Well, hold on a second. Don't you want to be on the top row?
I've always wanted to be on the top.
Well, you
row.
can't be on the top row if you
Without
put something
posting.
up.
I understand, Louis.
Yeah.
I
I
learned for the
understand.
contest last year. How could you get the bronze if you don't put forth the effort? Here we are now with the bronze, and you're on stage live under the hot lights. What are you going to do
Are
next?
the lights hot? That
They're
hot,
hot
Louis?
for me, man. I'm up in here. I'm boiling. So let's get you on that Zebra Central forum.
Yeah, so, make sure you're posting. If you hadn't already, you have 8 minutes, 40 seconds.
8 minutes, 40 seconds. If you haven't started rendering, render now.
This guy.
How's
Oh,
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
Because there's some,
Yeah, we saw that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Rhino
love it.
Boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a really cool. Here's the one we.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that some of these are familiar and some
Daniel Simon.
There's that one right
Daniel
there.
Simon
Daniel
gave me
Simon.
what I
Here
wanted.
we go.
delivered.
Delivered.
Understood the
Yep.
assignment.
It's
Here's-
going to be my phone background for
Maybe
the
just
next
magic.
2 months.
Yeah, this one's cool too.
Yeah.
A chase cover. This
Yeah.
is really cool. Love the
Looking good.
stylization on that.
Good, man.
Ooh, fire
Hey, there's the
elemental.
fire.
Fire, yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
That previous
Yeah,
one.
color wasn't necessary.
That previous
for
one
the
looked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The color.
No, color was necessary. Make it read fire.
100%.
Yeah.
There was one up
So
there. Oh,
again-
wait a minute.
Oh, look.
Oh wait,
They're feeling very Thundercats.
like that.
Thundercats. Oh!
Thundercats.
Yeah, so a lot of really great pieces flying in here. So be sure to post. If you're listening, Smartest, you're listening.
Need to get on there. Get on with it.
I know I think we were distracting him, really.
Yeah, we're like, show us your hands.
Oh, look at that.
I actually kind of want to see what he's doing.
Oh, man.
You want to see what the Smartest is doing right now? I actually can pull him up real quick, fast.
I think he's maybe starting rendering.
Let me tell you what. Let me take this for a second. You got it up there? Okay.
Yeah, this is the Smartest right now.
After Smartest, you've got to see what this guy's doing.
Oh, yeah. And he has this, yeah.
28 digital vandalism. Oh, my Lord, this looks good. Smartest nailed it. He's got the concept up on the bottom left.
I love
Light
what
projector. There you
he's
go.
doing. I love the little,
man.
I love the hand pose. We've got the grippers. Look at that.
Guys, but in all fairness, look at this 28 digital vandalism. We haven't seen this all day. Clip to that, and now this is something else. The surprise hit.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is the surprise hit of the minute right here. I'm feeling like a Box Trolls vibe on this one. Let's see it again. 28 digital vandalism. Man, that was 28 digital vandalism is painting stuff. Let's see the whole thing. Come on. Oh, wow. There it is. Holy fire. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Talk about stylization.
I'm talking about picking a winner. Look at this one right here. Money on red.
Hey,
Money on red. I'm not saying anything. I can't vote.
Yeah.
No,
But
we
I can
can't.
say what I
No one
want.
here can vote. Yeah,
I can say what I want.
We have professional other guys.
We have judges. Remember, we've got Chris Sickles, founder of Red Nose Studios. We have the Terrible Two from Texas, the Texas Two. We got a 2-4-1 deal with them. We got the Shiflet brothers. That's a big deal.
I love the shiftlets.
Who else we got? We got your main man.
Who's my main man?
He's like, I've got
Ian
like
Robinson?
12
No, it
main
didn't
mans.
mean.
Ian Robinson is not your main man here.
can't judge.
We're talking about none other than Angel. The man himself is the judge, right? We're talking about the judges, right? Okay. We got Angel Mesa, and the last but not least, to round it all out, we got Mexico's greatest living artist, Javier Marin. Those are the judges. I can vote for whatever I want. I can say what I want, but those are the ones that are going to make the final decision. They're going to put the final seal of approval. But right now, as it stands, I love this one here. 28.
How much time
Brandon
we
and
have left?
Jared
We
Shiflett
got
are
5
friends
minutes.
of mine. I love those guys.
5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, those
I'm going to
guys
ask
are
you
great.
guys,
Yeah.
pick your final ones.
They live in
because we're gonna
Dallas.
Get into the last 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was
5 minutes.
scrolling
Pick
through
your
Yeah, we're
final ones.
scrolling.
I did
All right, let's
the
look
Our final.
screenshot.
Oh, and a little thing on what you guys were talking about earlier, that vertical screen that Andrew Martin was
Yeah.
doing. He's a TikToker. He does sculpting videos on
Holy
TikTok.
bananas!
Oh.
That makes so much more sense.
Okay, I need to get a vertical screen now. That's has to happen.
Oh,
I met him at
put it in
yeah,
Martin.
it's a
support ticket.
requirement for you. It's like
Yeah, I think
job
all right.
necessary.
Yep, support tickets coming in. Vertical screen. Let's go.
Well,
Just turn the side.
Maybe Joe's about to talk to the
I don't wanna
coyote
do
about
that.
him doing a
I
screen.
like that for you.
What do you think?
I think.
Yeah, I need
This
to.
is great.
Come on, I need
Guys, there are 4 minutes and 46 seconds left. 4:46. Now 4:44. We're
Maybe
really
cute
coming
elf
down to the wire. Is there anything that you would like to say as your final sort of statement? As
You're acting like you'll never invite me again.
no, that's not happening. But we are running out of time. So we're gonna, 4 people.
We only got 4.5
I got 4
minutes.
minutes. I got 5 people. So
They're going to take me out
It's-
back
yeah,
and
he's-
take care of me.
take
Yeah,
care
right
of all
there.
of it. There
Right
will-
there. That's where we're going.
Let me ask you though, in all seriousness, you've had a fun time, I'm sure, I hope. And is there anything that you'll take away from this experience globally? I mean, from last year to this year, what is the one thing you'll take away having participated in this extreme challenge?
You know what? Putting yourself out there makes things happen. You know, and it's,
All right.
even if it's on a whim or if you feel like you can't do it anyway. It doesn't matter if you get 1 view or 1,000,000 views. Just putting yourself out there can make magical things happen.
Perfect. Hold up.
I got my job off Instagram. All right, guys? And I had like 300 followers when I got it.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and those were all like family and friends, high school.
That was like your aunts and uncles. You were
Right?
smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, and they were following you. Okay, that's fantastic advice. Thank you for being here. I want to thank you formally before we get down to all the business. 3 minutes and 30 seconds coming down. I'm going to start talking really fast. Ian Robinson.
Yeah.
What do you feel like? You feel like it's been electric for you the first time on the
Oh, it's
main
been amazing
stage
getting under these
in
lights.
the flesh?
Oh, in the flesh. Here, under the lights, been awesome. Getting to sit next to Hammy, too, is awesome. I had this whole seat empty for you this whole time. I was like, I can't wait for him to come sit the next time. But no, seriously, it's been amazing. The artistry coming in is just fantastic. I love looking at different artists and how they approach stuff because it's inspiring and motivating to me as well, which helps me push myself as an artist. So to see the talent that's here and doing what they do in 3 hours is insane. So great job to everyone who even came on, because like Hammy said, if you don't put yourself out there, then no one's going to notice you. And if you want to be noticed, just throw it out there. What's the worst that happens?
Good. No truer words have ever been spoken. Try it out, see what happens, and you'll only learn from the experience. Going over to the right side, we'll start with you, Joseph Drust.
Yeah, so I'm glad the summit is back in person.
Yes.
Reach out and touch. There's a lot of energy here for sure. And yeah, all the contestants this year, like, amazing. Like, it's always amazing. Like, you just never, I don't know, we never fully expect what we're gonna get. Like, I always have an idea, and then, like, towards the end, it's like, I didn't expect that one. I didn't expect that one. It's always a surprise.
I like that. That's always a nice thing to hear, that it's always a surprise. That
It is.
You never know what's going to happen. We got a 2-minute warning happening now with 2:02. We are now into the 2-minute warning, as they say in basketball, I suppose. And for you, Jessica, what's the deal?
It's been so nice having this as like a whole crew on stage instead of just like a little desk with a whole lot of chaos. Like being in person, but being here with you all and like bouncing it back and forth, talking about art and process and characters. It's delightful, and all these characters are rad AF. Like I am so excited to like go through the whole forum and just like save everybody's artwork for backgrounds. You know, characters, roll up some character sheets later on. I don't know. It's just, I love how many people got inspired by the topic you chose and really brought it. And did their homework, obviously, because like these things just didn't come out of a hat.
No, they did not. And they, this gives me a great moment of pause to reflect on the work that's been done, because it is intimately involved. We are intimately involved in selecting the prompts and putting them out there and hoping that people would like them and hoping people would like the concept. The Sword and Sorcery Challenge 2023 ZBrush Summit, 10th anniversary, live on the stage once again, breaking the barriers. Tomorrow, we are down to the last minute of play, as they say in the NHL. The last minute of play. I'm going to get through a couple of things.
Yes.
Please hit render. Don't end your feed. Don't end your stream. I want to say thanks to everyone who participated, because we're coming down to the final wire. I want to thank everybody across the entire Maxon team that makes everything possible. We want to take note. Actually, I have to say one more time, look at this glorious bronze done by the American Art Foundry. This is an incredible piece. You want to say something about this?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Seeing this in person, right? I saw pictures like 2 weeks ago.
It's
right?
surreal for you.
It is unreal, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, because I actually designed this as a bronze in render, right?
Okay.
So having it as a real bronze that's going to sit in my living room, amazing. Right?
Okay. This is it's
Insane.
really something. It really is. I'm glad you said that,
Again,
because it
you
really
can
is something.
see the other guy. Right?
Yeah, perfect. Hold that up as we exit the building here.
Love it.
Again, once again, our sponsors, all of them, and especially today. Here, let me hold that a second. The hardware and the face. Here.
Devil and angel on your shoulder.
That's right. There you go.
Mask of the Hollow King and the Mask of the Hollow Queen.
Is that okay?
That's the
Okay.
titles of them.
Oh, wow.
So again, before we tap out for day 0, Marvelous Designer, right? We want to say thank you, all of the people at home.
Yep, absolutely.
And basically we are looking at this right here. What do you want to see? Look at this. What a marvelous design that is.
Way to bring it around town.
Yeah, look at that. This is great.
Circle.
And I don't want it to fall.
It's not going.
Nobody
There's
can
a
feel.
lip, actually.
Nobody can feel
There's
how.
actually a lip there. There's a lip there. Don't worry. We're good.
Okay.
I designed it.
I don't want to be responsible.
Did you make it Louis-proof, though?
That's hard to do.
I've never really dropped anything.
So
Any last words from my compatriot Ian Robinson? Any last words?
Just amazing work to everyone once again. And if you thought about competing and chose not to, do it next year. Do it again.
Please.
Don't be afraid. Just go out there. Seriously, put yourself out.
Good stuff. Any last words? Any last words?
just so happy to be
Yeah, it
here.
was excellent.
Yeah.
You all.
Okay.
Talking
Amazing.
art.
Yeah, so,
I love it.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
You're happy to be here? You're going to be here tomorrow and the day after?
I'll
the day
be
after?
here all weekend.
All right.
Okay, I'm Louis Tucci, and this is Day 0 of the ZBrush Sculpt Off. We'll see you all again tomorrow for the official kickoff of the ZBrush Summit 10th anniversary. Thank you.
Can we clap now? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yay! You did it! You sculpted!
Woo!
Oh my God.
That's a wrap.